just backing off the idea of passing judgment on it. The judgment I have passed is me just kind of making a judgment call as to how it's going to be decided, not what's right or wrong or legal or not. I'm saying this is how they're going to justify it. This is how they're going to, quote unquote, get away with it. But everybody somehow thinks I'm a bootlegger and I'm defending them. It's like, you guys don't know what you're... I'm not defending anybody, dude. I'm not defending anybody. I'm trying to analyze what the fuck is happening and how to stay alive, which is, my opinion, leave the fucking cops alone. Film them, record them, document, and then sue the absolute shit out of them.
I don't want them around me either, you know?
I hate the fucking cops. I had one on the fucking podcast, and I told him to his face, I was like, I hate the cops. He's like, I know you don't like us.
I live a remarkably clean lifestyle.
Very clean.
I got a
yeah, we're just drinking beer and smoking.
And I got a clean
smoking
record,
guys.
you know.
Oh, yeah. Come to the table and line your nipples up with these two lines right here. So scoot this way. Scoot this way. There you go. You're good now. There you go.
How about that? Does that look better?
Slide that.
Perfect.
Aaron, will you do me a
down
favor?
the middle.
Will you do me a favor, Aaron?
Yeah.
Will you reach behind me into that fucking little mini fridge and grab me a Guinness?
You want one of these ones that I brought?
What, you brought Guinness?
No.
Oh, no. I'll just take a Guinness. Beer's been fucking my stomach up lately.
Oh, that's a shame.
Like the last year or two.
That's why people our age now, my cousin and my
drinking?
brother, no, they switched to wine. My cousin switched completely to wine, gave up beer. He was a beer head just like me. And then my brother, well, his girlfriend probably got him into it, but he's like, yeah, I drink more wine now. I drink beer, and but it was the same issues like you're having, gastrointestinal issues, because that's what it does. It starts, well, as we get older, our livers, it's harder to process the alcohol, because that's what it does. Your liver just processes alcohol, right?
Yeah.
And as it starts to age, it's loses its power, and then if you drink daily and stuff, then it just puts more stress on the liver, and then fatty liver starts to develop, and then that eventually leads to cirrhosis, whatever. So I'm starting, like, during the week now, I just fucking do NAs primarily, because dude, like, I don't know if you've ever had the alcoholic version of this.
Yeah, for sure.
I have?
Yeah.
Dude,
it just shoots? Yeah.
Yeah, fresh squeeze, like my favorite one.
Fresh squeeze is a go-to out at a bar.
But this is the non-alcoholic version of it.
I didn't even know that was available. That's fantastic.
Dude, I just found this out this week. I had no idea either.
Will, did you set Josh's level? He seems super quiet in the headphones. Just double-check his mic volume in the headphones.
I'm only getting any response out of my left ear. I don't know if that's...
Oh, we got you the wrong headphones over there.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I can hear just fine.
There should be a second set over there somewhere. It may be hanging down below.
Oh, I see one here. Yeah, let's take a look. Can I crack into your beer stash?
Yeah,
while
of course.
we're here?
Yeah, grab a Guinness.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
In the headphones, he's all the way up. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
There's that too, Josh, if you want.
Yeah, pass it around.
Invictus, they are closing their doors. Let's talk about how the beer industry is taking a fucking absolute nosedive.
I don't know that it's entirely the beer industry's fault on this one. I think it's the state of Minnesota restricting fun publicly. So
what?
I have a strong theory about this. I'm not saying I'm right, but this is my opinion.
Well, this is a country. This is worldwide. It's happening everywhere.
Sort of.
No,
right?
it is.
If you
certainly within the states.
But listen, if you measure everything at once, yes, true. However, if you only look at states that have like open smoking laws, so like let's just look at Texas, their bars and cigar lounges, which are totally alcohol and food, unlike ours, their business is a booming down there.
Oh, I believe it.
But countrywide, we have a lot of liberal states and cities, and they have made smoking bans like completely where you can't smoke in public spaces anymore.
Really?
So like going to Psycho Susie's before they closed, you couldn't even be outside on that patio and smoke.
Yep.
That's what drove people away from the bars.
We're talking about sidewalks and streets and stuff too.
Yes and no. Yes and no. So it was
we got the 25-foot rule.
Yeah, it was something
which is
weird
silly.
like that. Yeah,
especially if you're out in a public space.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like on a sidewalk. Like,
in all the
fucking break.
all the big cities did it. All the big cities did it. So that skewed those results that you were just mentioning. So you are correct, but it's because L.A. and New York and Minneapolis and Chicago outweigh like the rest of the country. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it just skews the actual. But you go to Florida, you go to Texas, you go to places where they allow smoking at these bars still. And
Really?
dude, business is a booming, dude. It is a party, dude. It's fun. It's like it used to
could
be 20,
believe
30
that.
years ago, dude. It's awesome. Cigars International
So
has
they
their
have
own cigar lounge
That's
in
not
Texas.
a federal law.
Fantastic.
Like,
Here's the thing. Texas and Florida will never obey federal law.
Yeah, that's very that is very true.
They do their own thing down
They
there,
got
bro.
gators and guns, man. That's all.
Every 5 years, Texas threatens to secede from the union.
well, you know what state could right now? Can anybody guess?
Like successfully?
yeah.
I'm just gonna let
I
you
don't
tell
think
me.
anybody could.
Okay.
I don't think
Maybe.
a single one of them could
The
successfully.
fourth biggest economy in the world right now.
Got to be Cali.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no way they could withdraw
Oh,
from
dude,
the union.
are you kidding me?
There's no way.
Yeah, because it would
amount
fuck
of,
the federal government because they use state taxes from California to use for federal money to
No.
distribute.
Here's my opinion. And
So they can secede from the fucking and be okay.
well, no, they can't because
Plus
they're
the,
in
the
debt.
amount of
They're in debt. So they absolutely can't self-sustain on their own economy. And the other reason they wouldn't be able to do it is because California doesn't even agree with California. It's L.A., it's L.A., and then everybody else.
LA versus the world,
So
baby.
if California seceded from the union, it would immediately split into two distinct different states. And L.A.
Maybe
LA doesn't
they
have
would.
any
Maybe
industry
they
other
would.
than Hollywood, dude. So they have no running water in
You
LA.
ever heard of this place called Silicon
gonna say,
Valley? like
Silicon
that's
Valley
a
produces
That's
enough
not
revenue
massive-
to,
That's not
to
LA.
be able
Well,
to
but it's part of
sustain its own
California.
self, dude.
Yeah, but I'm not talking. I'm saying
Oh
there's
my
LA and then there's the
Okay.
rest of California. LA's only industry is Hollywood.
Sure.
And they have no fresh drinkable water that's naturally there. So they depend on other states to divert their rivers and get that water down there.
Well, that's another
And Silicon
huge
Valley
issue.
is its own thing. That's like San Francisco area. But they're much closer to LA than they used to be now. But once you get to Northern California, it's straight red, homie. Like all the farming. Like, look this up, Will. I think 75% of the vegetables we eat are grown in Northern California, and that's all Republican country up there.
I want to say nuts.
There's
I think it's like 90% of the almonds or something crazy.
That's
Yep.
correct.
The,
Yep.
the,
Avocados
the
as
amount.
well.
Yep.
Unless we're importing
Avocados.
from Mexico.
We still do.
Olives too are a big
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
40% of the nation's vegetables, 75% of so it's 75% of
Fruits,
the fruits
nuts,
and nuts, not vegetables. My bad. But yeah, it's a lot.
That's
It's
an
a lot.
insane
Yeah.
figure, and
Yeah.
it's just, that's its own massive issue. That
Mm-hmm.
I can't say when, but sooner or later, everybody's worried about water wars with everything going
Yep.
down left and right.
That's a good worry to have.
California
Water wars.
is such
Sounds like a movie.
a huge sink for imported water.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all
Yep.
irrigated out
Yep.
there.
You know,
because
there's two
the droughts. The droughts they'll go on for years.
Yeah. Yep.
The only reason things are grown and harvested so heavily in California is because of the climate,
Yep.
it being very consistent and warm.
Yep.
But everything else about California is a do not grow zone.
There's
Eh,
two more that are really bad with the water. Obviously, Vegas, right?
Of course.
The other one everyone forgets about that's as bad as Vegas and LA is fucking Phoenix.
Yep.
Phoenix, because they don't have water restrictions in Phoenix, and it's a retirement place. So all these old fucks have
They don't-
pools in the middle of the desert,
Yep.
so they're just evaporating water into the
I mean, you
atmosphere.
gotta have a pool in Phoenix.
Yeah,
At
it's
the same
your
time,
only-
it's like
It's crazy. dude.
everybody old out there. They don't got no fucks left to give, man. It's
If you guys were gonna move, where would you move? If you were gonna move somewhere warm,
Oh man.
Florida's a
Warm?
little too crazy for me.
God, that's a warm. I want.
Or do you not
I-
care about warm?
Well, the thing is like, as Minnesotans, as much as we bitch about it, we love all four seasons. We really do. There's
Most
some
of us
kind of
do.
deep
Yeah.
psychological,
Most of us, I'm gonna
cyclical
agree on
thing
that.
Most of us
that
do,
we
for sure.
just it resonates with us because we experienced it from day one. If we've lived in Minnesota, which I have, so I kind of want to bring those elements of the season. So like someplace like Utah or Colorado.
Okay,
just
so you
'cause
don't want to abandon the cold.
I mean, not really.
You run though, right? You're pretty in shape, and you play drums.
I fucking tripped today. God
But you're
damn it,
not-
on my run.
Because you're my age, maybe even a couple years older, but you're not like old. You're like still fit and active and shit.
Oh, I've gained 15 pounds, man. Went right to my fat gut.
I feel like the old people
mean,
though.
hey,
And I still
now.
run, Jared. I still run and
We
work
gotta
out.
have
and-
something to give old Aaron here shit about. We
Well-
can say he's old and fat now. I'm content with that.
There we go.
I
Thank
think we
you.
can work that into the
I'm
schedule.
kinda
here.
Hi,
okay
Pot.
with it.
Have you met Kettle over here?
Yes, he has.
His fat is as visceral as his drumming technique.
No, I
is.
think what you guys are saying makes a lot of sense. I think the reason people abandon the cold is they get old and they either can't or don't want to deal with the winters
Well, I don't
anymore.
really like the real cold.
And then
that
there's
shit
tax
is
reasons
the
too,
worst.
right? When you go on
Yeah.
a fixed income, no state income taxes makes it real appealing.
Yeah. It's I don't enjoy the extraordinarily extreme cold. That shit sucks. I like it when it's in the teens and 20s and there's
Yeah,
a foot of
right?
snow on the ground.
Yeah.
That's what winters and like,
When you can
there's
go
a
start your car in a short sleeve shirt because you're
Dude.
just running out there real quick. That's no
Right.
big deal. It's 20 degrees. Who gives
was
I'm
going
out there
on
for
a
10
walk.
seconds. Who cares?
And I was like, it was like, kind of humid and cloudy, and it was like evening, and I'm like, this is the most beautiful feeling even better than fall, and I love fall, but there's something about one of those winter nights, where there's like a foot and a half of snow, fresh little pow on the ground, and you're walking, and it's, dusk, and it's like humid. I don't know. And there's no wind, and it's all calm and serene, and you're
Yeah.
just like,
Stillness
this is
fucking
magic,
sacred.
dude. It's
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I played outside all the fucking time in the winter, all the time.
Yeah, me too.
It
Yeah.
was-
We did shit outside in the winter,
Yeah,
right? Like sledding,
Yeah.
snowmobiling, skiing, snowboarding, ice skating, hockey, fucking snowball fights, snow forts,
Snow fortress, dude.
fights.
Fucking
Right?
yep. Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, snow
Those were-
fortress fights when they would like plow and you'd have the big bank on each side of the street,
Yep.
and then you dig in and like create windows and shit that you could throw through, and
Dude,
then
Jared, we coulda made a
turned it into
badass one.
capture. We turned it into capture the flag, bro.
Right.
Like, God,
Those
I
were
miss
the
being
days.
young.
God damn.
Before cell phones.
Yeah.
See, I think that has, to me at least, less to do with winter and more to do with the freedoms of childhood. We just had another season, another aspect to explore that. See,
Right.
for me,
Well, you were bored inside, right?
and
'Cause there
also-
wasn't shit on TV.
Yeah.
There wasn't a fucking million
And it's
video
where you
games,
grew
and they
up
were
too,
expensive.
because I grew up in a
Yeah.
town of like 310 people, right? So
That's why you're so likable.
yeah, I don't.
I
know
grew
about
up in
that.
I grew up in Minneapolis amongst the Somalians, so that's why I'm
Oh
such a
shit,
dick.
dude.
That's why I'm
So
such a
you
fucking
probably
asshole.
had more restrictions on you. With me, like we would leave and we wouldn't go more than a block, and we had everything we wanted we could do, and they always
Right.
knew we were around.
yeah.
When I was a
and-
little kid, I wasn't in the city. When I was a little kid, I was in the suburbs and even in the country. But yeah, as a teenager, I was.
But
in
I'm
the
sure you have different restrictions because way more people, way more everything, right?
Yeah, way more laws, way more regulations, less kids, more danger.
But what did you have more restrictions?
Yeah, there's more laws. Like
No, I mean, you're by your parents.
Oh
giving you-
fuck no, dude! My parents are fucking. My parents were drunks, dude. They didn't
Oh.
fucking. I did what I raised myself, dude. Like I don't think the last time I like respected my mom for like life advice, I think it was like 8 or 9. Because by the time I was 10 or 11, I realized she's giving me really bad advice, like really fucking bad advice, and I was like, oh, I can't. Not only can I not go to my mom for advice, I can't really even listen to the shit my mom tells me because it's not wise. It's not like gonna make me a better person.
Shit.
Right.
She's a very much a path of least resistance person, which
yeah.
as a man or as a boy, that's not. No, it's the exact opposite of the advice you need. Like
Yep,
the whole point is do the
abso-fucking-lutely,
tough
dude.
thing because it makes you
Yep.
stronger and more powerful,
It's
and
true.
you will be
It's
better
true.
longer in life. The best example is one time I was getting jumped, and I fought back, and I won the fight, and I got suspended from school.
Oh.
And my mom was like, "Why are you fighting?" And I was like, "They jumped me."
That
And
no tolerance
the
act
school
is
even
awful.
you
admitted
did the
this.
fucking right thing.
But the school was even like,
Son
yeah,
of a
they jumped
bitch.
him. And so my mom is like, so why is he being suspended? And they're like, because he fought back and we have a zero tolerance policy
Yep.
on violence. And my mom's like, but he's the victim.
yeah, I
Right,
mean,
so-
she's got a point.
But here's the
Absolutely.
point. Here's the point. Here's
But
what
it's-
that I'm trying to make. We get home And she digests all that and turns on me and goes, next time that happens, I want you to just curl up in a ball on the ground and take it.
Fuck that.
This is the conversation
What
I'm talking
a
about.
shame.
And I went, oh, I can't listen to you anymore. I was like 10 or 11 when this happened. And I was like, oh, you're an idiot. I was like, oh, you're gonna get me killed. Like, you don't know what I live with. You don't know my daily life. Like, that'll make it way worse. Like, I'll never get a girl. I'll be beat up every day she just didn't understand the second, third, fourth step consequences to what she was just suggesting.
Yeah.
So, no, I didn't have any restrictions. Suburb, city, I got to do whatever the fuck I want. I made good decisions to keep myself out of trouble starting at about 14,
we were
15.
we were just
That's
built
good.
differently
That's wise.
to
Not
a
everybody
degree.
does that, you know.
I just
go anyway.
Yeah.
But
I'm not more wealthy. I've never made more money than any of my friends. Every single one of my friends has always made more money than me. Every single one of my friends is better at music or sports than me.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about the music thing,
I make
dude.
good decisions. Is what
I haven't
do.
seen you fucking ball or anything yet, so might have to see
Well,
that.
thank you for calling me a good musician. I'm
Dude,
mid. I would say I'm mid.
You're a fucking
honestly.
really good
I'm
drummer.
the worst drummer in this room right now.
You have a drum tech.
My own drum
is-
tech.
that is sitting behind
My
us.
own drum tech is
working
better
the
than me.
sound.
My own drum tech is a better drummer than me.
Shout
You've
out to
only
Will
been-
real quick.
You've only been playing drums for less than 2 years,
That
and
is
you're
correct.
already a better
That's
drummer than me. And you're you, so fuck off.
Dude, I watched you play. I watched you
I'm
play,
mid.
and I was
I'm
like,
mid.
he's playing 7/8 and shit, like,
Thanks, man.
and 5/4, and I'm like, and you, dude, your groove is very solid.
Thanks,
your
man.
ghost notes
I appreciate that.
sit really well. Dude, like, here's the thing. Just because you do a lot of fills and fast shit does not necessarily make you a good drummer.
Right, fair, fair.
It is.
I
At
agree
the
with
end
that.
of the day,
you're
it's,
right.
it's all about timing and groove.
Right,
Gr-
yeah.
Are you
It's
driving
that's
the
what-
band?
Yep. And
Yeah,
that's
or-
a
or-
good drummer. And that's
or
what
my
you
other
do,
phrase is,
man.
are you fucking off? And
Right.
I mean that in a good way. Like, dude, fuck off. He's singing right now.
Exactly.
Stop
Yeah,
doing
right.
fills at
Exactly.
the end of every bar.
Yeah.
Learn how to fuck off. It's not your part. That's
Yep.
what I felt I did best is get out of the way. Learn how to fuck off. As a drummer, I feel like the worst thing you could do in a band is have an ego. Like, you can
That's
have
correct.
an ego, but, like, I mean, learn when to have an ego, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think that transcends beyond just being a drummer. That's for any musician. That should be your most important thing. And it's that unspoken rule, the thing we don't talk about called restraint that
Yeah, there you go.
that
Yeah.
makes us so much better as musicians in groups and bands and jams, what have you. It's all about the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
How can we expand the pocket within the constraints of time?
You guys might not like this, but I think the best example of what we're talking about, modern day doing shit right now, the drummer from Royal Blood.
I'm not familiar with the band.
I've heard of the band, but I've never listened to it.
Super simple in the pocket, but if he does anything more, it's too much. It's obnoxious. It doesn't fit the sound.
Sure,
It
yeah, I
alienates
mean-
the music. Like,
It's kind of like John Bonham, really. I mean,
Right.
do you
he
guys
just
think
had
he's a flashy drummer? Because I do.
Bonham?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
Like,
do
he-
think Bonham
when he
was
when he
flashy as
soloed,
fuck.
but when he wrote music with the rest of Zeppelin.
Oh, I'm
he
sorry.
did-
I'm sorry. I misspoke. I'm sorry. Do you guys think he was a busy drummer? Because I do. Because there's ghost notes.
Well, yeah,
happening
Fool in the
in
Rain,
every
dude. Yeah,
beat.
the shuffle on Fool in the Rain. Yeah, that's everybody tries to nail that one. It's that one and
The Purdy Shuffle. Oh, no, you're talking Rosanna from Toto.
yeah, yep,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yep,
Which are both
Rosanna.
based on the Purdy
Yep,
Shuffle.
Yep.
I think
exactly.
Fool in the Rain is the hardest thing you could ever play on drums. Especially if you're going to do the whole thing, where he goes into the triplet in the chorus. Dun, 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 dun,
It's
dun,
always
dun,
the
dun.
triplets that get you.
I can't play that part.
Yeah, it's
I can play the regular beat,
So
and when
he's-
I'm on my game, I can do it flawlessly. But as soon as he goes to ride that bell,
Yep.
I'm out.
Yeah,
I just
he's-
set the sticks down and wait till he comes out, and then I. Yeah, that's why I say I'm mid, dude, because there's chunks of songs I just have to stop playing.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that stuff is like it's just something he could do. Like, you know what I mean? That's exclusive to him, and people had
Yeah.
to learn how to do that. Like nobody would think about that.
That's a great point, dude.
I like that's how I try to approach drums because like I listen to Brand Delore and like all these crazy dudes that do crazy sick fills, and it's like I can't. But what can I do? Like something cool like that sounds weird and off. And like, how is he doing that? It's not crazy.
So
tons
you
of
don't
notes,
think you
but
do like good fills?
I'm trying my damnedest to get way more effective at fills and rolls and shit. And I've improved over the last like 5 years, but I'm like, I get stuck in the same fucking fills all the time. And it's like,
Well, there was a time,
God damn it,
back in the day, I remember watching you play drums, and there was a few songs. I don't even remember who you were playing with. It could have been Dying Euphoria for all I remember. I don't remember, but I do
you remember jumping up on stage
Yeah,
during the Wild Side?
yeah. But I remember
times.
you were in
That
like
was great
you were in
times.
like 6 or 8 bands, so it kind of made sense. I even rationalized it and justified it in my head because you had so much going on. There was. I don't remember who you were playing with. For the love of God, I can't remember. It literally could have been Dying Euphoria for all I know.
But like, was it recent or
No, this was years ago.
Oh, years
This
ago.
was years
Okay.
ago. This was
Who
a
were you
long
in?
time ago. I wasn't in a band.
Oh, you weren't.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I just watched you play.
Pink Gorilla.
I don't remember. I honestly, you could name every band you were in, and I still wouldn't be able to tell you who
Okay.
it was
Okay.
because I was drinking that night. So I don't remember the band. I don't remember who was singing. I don't remember any because I was just
do you
watching.
remember where it was?
I think it was The Rock.
Okay.
But
Oh,
regardless,
Maplewood?
yeah. But regardless, it doesn't really matter because all I'm going to say is this: I do remember there was a period of time where it seemed like you were kind of cutting and pasting your parts,
Yeah.
where you were
That's-
like, it was very obvious that like somebody else wrote these and you were just doing what he did, and it was like program drums, or you were
I'm a machine.
possibly like running out of ideas, and so you were like, here's a thing, and then I'll just play this several
Sure.
times. Or you were in too many fucking bands and you couldn't remember everything and you started simplifying your parts, which is what I said it
I'm
was. I was like,
leaning
he's in
towards
8
that
bands. There's no
perspective.
fucking way I could do that. So,
No, I don't know.
but I've never thought you had like bad fills or cheesy fills or
Well, no, it's not.
repetitive fills.
It's more repetitive and like I could be a little like because when you listen to other drummers, dude, that inspire you, you're just like, how do they think like that? And you start to put more emphasis on like, okay, I'm doing this fill here that I normally always do. What could I do that's a little more creative and something that's out of pocket? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be this giant Neil Peart.
let me
fill.
ask you, how do you do that? Like, so one thing I did is I would try to listen to music. The best example, when
Yeah,
I felt I was a
exactly.
good
Yeah.
drummer, when I felt I was a good drummer, it was when I was in the Tyrants. And it's because I was at the peak. I was at my physical peak. I was at the top of my musical game. Like I was really on point.
I've
as
never
a
listened to the
musician.
Tyrants. I should check it out.
I will need to
It's
do that
mid.
as well.
It's mid to listen to, but when you
Whoa.
saw us live, dude, I'm telling you, I got more compliments, genuine, heartfelt compliments, and built real fans being the drummer in that fucking half-assed band than I ever did as a frontman.
Really? Wow.
Ever did as a front.
Crazy.
People were like, I had people that were way better than me at drums would come up to me, and this happened multiple times, is how I knew it was genuine, is they would be like, dude, you're my favorite drummer. And I'm like, what?
Fantastic.
And they're like, dude, you got a vibe, dude. And
Yeah, you
you
do, man.
truly throw
I'm
down.
being honest.
So,
You
but
do,
I'm not that
dude.
good. It's a vibe, right? Let's just be honest.
I'm being honest.
Well, I guess the
Almost-
vibe is right, ladies
It
and gentlemen.
worked. It worked, right? But the reason I was good is because I wasn't listening to the music we were writing. So we were in like people called us punk rock. It wasn't really punk rock, but it was kind of like
Hard aggressive rock.
it was like Jet or AC/DC with metal/hardcore drums and breakdowns.
Hell yeah.
But then Kevin was approaching it from a completely different angle. He was a hip hop producer who was playing bass, and he was writing like chord progressions like you would as a guitar player, but he was playing them on bass. And then John was holding down the rhythm section, playing just really simple chord progressions, almost like a bass player would. So it was very unique, and that's why I thought that band was so cool. But the reason people dug my drums is because I was literally just playing metalcore drums in a fucking rock band, dude. You know what I mean? So it was like,
that
oh,
would
your
be-
fills are so creative. So what
So,
I'm
yeah,
asking
you're-
you is like,
Maybe they just
when
hadn't
you're
heard it
trying to get
before.
more creative in your fills,
Yeah.
what do you do? Like, do you go listen to funk and R&B to try to bring in a different approach?
I mean, a lot of that stuff just sinks in subconsciously, but like I have to stop myself and go, okay, you're doing this.
I've done that before.
Right, yeah. That's the only way. I'll stop myself and go, okay, listen to what the guitar's doing and listen to what you're doing right now, and like how could you amplify what they're doing and also do something that doesn't have to be more, it could be less, but just a different pattern that you're not used to playing.
Yeah, so where do you farm those ideas from, though? Or do you try to genuinely sit down and create them from scratch?
You kind of almost have to do that. You really have to put effort into focusing on something instead of just stream of conscious drumming, which is the funnest thing, or like getting into your routine. And
one of my secrets was I would steal a fill from a better drummer.
Yeah, I've done that.
And then not be able, because I could never do what they were doing, so I would always execute it differently.
Well, then
so
it's
it was
yours.
never perfect.
Then it's
and
yours.
then I would just tweak it a little bit because my guitar
right.
player had a hiccup in the middle, in an upstroke in the middle of his riff, and I accented that. So by the time I got done with it, no one would ever know I stole that from Brandon Morgan and Misery Signals, especially in this genre of music. You know what I mean?
He's
but there's a bunch of those.
badass.
The dude from 12 Tribes, I don't even know his name. One of my favorite drummers, Carter Beauford, Dave Matthews. These are all non-rock and roll drummers. So that's how I did it. Have you ever done anything like that? And you too. You feel free to answer these same questions, man.
Sure.
Because I think drummers and their fills and getting creative in their fills, I think this is like the number one thing that we all feel we struggle with.
Right.
I got to get better at my fills. I got to get better at my
I
fills.
think when you listen to a drummer that's inspiring they approach the instrument a little bit differently. Like the drummer the most recent one is the drummer from Sanguisuga Bog. Like
Wait, slow that down. I did not understand.
The drummer from
Shuggy Boogie Butt.
Shuggy Boogie Butt.
That's what I fucking heard.
Sanguisuga Bog.
Okay, let's pull that up and give them some respect because that's a ridiculous band name. So let's at least show them some love.
One of my favorite parts about
and their logo
that band
is even more ridiculous.
The logo is totally
See?
legible.
See, there it is.
That's the
What
best
the
part.
fuck, dude?
It's easy to read. It was designed for the layman. It's just
Yeah,
something
totally
about-
easy to remember and draw that logo on your
yeah.
notebook.
No, it's
Once you memorize the word, you want to say it all the fucking time because it's just
Sanguisugabog? Sanguisugabog.
Yep, Sanguisuga Bog. Like you can just make a
Wangy,
fucking
wangy,
beat
bungus.
to it.
You are right though. Once you know how to say it, it actually is like fun to say out loud.
So they knew what they were doing when they came up with that name.
have any of us looked up? Does that mean anything? Do we have to go on Urban
I
Dictionary
don't want
to
to
find
know.
a source?
I don't
want to
know. I don't want to know what that means because
I'm very
it's
curious.
probably Swedish for Cleveland Steamer. You know what I mean? Like,
I will tell you
don't
right
wanna
now,
know.
I'm currently
Aaron, will you
picking
grab
up
me another
dog
one of these,
shit
please?
for a living, so I'm not advertising my services for that.
You're picking up dog shit
I'm
for a
picking
living?
up shit, dude.
There's huge money in that.
Yeah.
dude.
There is. It's
Huge
shockingly
money in that.
lucrative.
Yeah. The owner of Broken Clock Brewing, his name's Jeremy.
Where is that located again?
Well, they moved.
Yeah.
So they used to be on California Street. Now they're on Marshall,
Yep.
down the road from the old Psycho Susie's.
Oh, fantastic.
They're still
That's-
on the river, though.
That's close. Yep.
Yeah, that's close. I'll have to
But
stop by there.
he got his start coming out of college. He bought into a franchise, picking up rich people's dog shit.
That's
and,
exactly it. Yeah.
He made well over $100,000 a year doing that. And then he
Jesus.
sold his franchise and made a bunch of money and came back to Minnesota. And yeah, there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in shit. You can pick up dog shit.
Yeah.
You can clean out septic tanks.
Yep. Oh yeah.
There's a lot of money in shit. That's that old fucking micro dirty jobs philosophy. Like
Right.
these are jobs people don't want to do, so you get paid a lot to do them.
Right.
Exactly.
You have a special skill and they reward you.
I don't even know if it's a special skill. You have unless no, you know what the special skill is? Tolerating working with shit.
Exactly. Yes. Feces. Shit can kill you, literally. But back to the drummer. Sorry, Josh. I didn't mean to.
Well, you don't want to talk about shit, dude?
We could spend a half hour on this.
Honestly, especially my bowel movements as of late, dude.
I do have to
my
interject
God.
though.
Are they
because
getting loose or are they getting
I had
thick?
one that I swear it was 2 pounds of shit. Literal
Was that
two.
thick? Like
no,
hard?
it was semi-runny,
Oh, okay.
but
Just a lot
still
of it.
congealed.
Just a lot of it.
Oh my God, dude! It felt. If you've ever done a shit like that, it is the most amazing fucking feeling.
Yeah, once you're done.
Oh my dear lordy. But anyway, sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
You were the one talking.
Yeah. I just had to get that off my chest.
My life has taken first of all, so many trajectories. I've lived so many lives in my 34 years on this earth. But one of the stupid things, it is like a self-fulfilling prophecy at this point. I used to post on Facebook like, hey, I just took a dump at like the dirtiest dive in town, like pray for me. And it caught wind, if you know what I pun intended. And so like
Did you actually take a picture of the shit in the toilet?
Nah, dude. I'm like, hey, I'm at the fucking terminal. I'm at Rostamos, dude. I might catch a disease. Pray for me.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I remember those.
And it's like it caught so much air that I feel like, you know, a certain sense of humor, you can kind of get trapped in it.
Sure. Where
at a certain point, people expect it from you. And it's become just this overly exaggerated thing where it's like, I'm the fucking poop guy now. Like, I hate it. I fucking hate it. Yes, I have a stupid sense of humor. No, I don't fucking like poop. But here I am. Look at this job market, ladies and gentlemen.
This is awesome. I love this, dude.
I tell you what,
I love this. This is amazing.
I was doing delivery for a construction supply house. And I saw this one fucking Biffy, because, you know, that's all we get to use is a goddamn Biffy, dude. Speaking of which, hey, there's probably a lot of diseases in there, too. Fuck. But one of them, the company was Turd Burglar.
I've heard of that company.
Just keep getting funnier, dude.
This was the fucking most ridiculous and hilarious thing I've ever seen.
Oh, gosh.
And so I made an Instagram profile around that time called Turd Burglar 3000. Because, like, how do you come up with this shit, man? It's like, what the? Turd burglar? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm going to come to your site, and I'm going to steal your poop. And now, several years down the road, you know, career changes happen, life happens. You move, and you have to switch jobs. And let me tell you, the job market, for anyone who doesn't know, anyone who's been secure in their career advances, the job market's really tough right now. It's really tough. So
it is. Even in IT, it is.
I believe it.
Which is,
I mean, IT first to go, but one of the most important people to stay.
It depends on
what
what you're in, right? If you're in cloud infrastructure, you can shit on the floor, quit your job, move across the country, and get another job tomorrow.
Right.
Like that's, dude. It depends on what version of IT.
Security
Right?
is a massive.
Yep.
AI development and implementation. Huge. That's the future. I mean, it really is.
Unfortunately,
it's such a stupid
bubble,
thing
though.
right now, though.
No, it's
the future. It's the future. What he's talking about is basically like we're kind of watching the our version of factory automation. It's not a bubble. It's just going to be the standard. The difference is it will eliminate a lot of people's jobs, but just like factory automation, it will actually create more jobs.
Yeah, it'll
in the
create
long
more
run.
jobs.
I'm hoping
it'll
that's
create
the
more.
case.
It will. It's inevitable because human beings are control freaks at the end of the day.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't care if you're China or America. Nobody's giving all the power over to AI.
We can't. And it hasn't been fully proven. And there's theories that go deep down the rabbit hole that say otherwise.
give me a couple. Let's talk about it.
What do you mean?
Some of these rabbit hole theories
of
say otherwise.
How AI continues. So it needs a source for it in order to learn, which is humans, right?
Yeah, it's not real yet. It's just modeling things
sentient.
we already do.
Yeah.
Right. So
it can't create anything.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Right.
It needs to learn and understand the ability to create, to start to build more of their conscience, so to speak, so they're self-aware.
Right.
But it is possible.
Theoretically, yeah.
And here, okay.
Maybe.
So what is the number one thing, the only thing that AI needs?
A body,
Input.
a brain.
Beyond.
What did you say, Josh?
Beyond the hardware aspects.
What does it need to power things?
Oh, water. And input.
Power.
Input.
Power. That's it.
Electricity.
It will go forever as long. It doesn't need to sleep. Doesn't need to eat. Doesn't care about if I have depression. It doesn't have depression. It doesn't have anything other than it needs more compute. That's all it needs. And as long as it has power, And that's why all these data centers are being farmed out in areas that they shouldn't be, because they're massive. I think
Right.
were you and I talking about this?
Maybe. I mean, I've talked about this with a bunch of people. It could have been.
No, I was talking to Michelle and her son, because he lives with us.
Well,
right
they're
now.
building like power plants to power these data centers.
Oh yeah,
now.
yeah. They're building them near like resources like flowing water, rivers and such to provide hydroelectricity.
Right.
But dude, these
Well,
are
and
like
to cool them.
and to cool them. Yep. But
I feel
these
like that technology, the cooling technology, needs to advance faster than the rest of the
Good
AI
fucking
technology.
luck, dude.
And
That's.
it's
I mean,
not
here's.
going to happen, you know.
I mean, it'll happen eventually,
maybe.
right? But we're talking about thermophysics here, right? We're
Yes.
talking about thermodynamics. Like,
Thermodynamics, yep.
it takes. You're gonna lose energy through heat in any of these systems, right? So
well, they'll fail after a certain point.
what I've
they're
been
not
seeing,
cool.
what I've been seeing though is crazy. Is they're gonna start building nuclear plants specifically to power AI data centers.
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah, that's what
no.
I've been reading.
No.
That'll
Yeah,
take some serious
see if you can find that,
legislation,
Will.
but
Plans to build nuclear reactors
That has
to power AI data centers.
I would actually
I
like
mean-
to see that happen, if only to get nuclear power as a more regular and equally regulated.
Dude, you are fucking your cigar up so much. dude.
they're pursuing it. Yep, they are pursuing it, and I've heard that.
Yeah.
A
But
Yeah, they have
well-maintained.
plans
thing yet, but they are
No, but
pursuing it.
No,
Yes.
but they've bought, from what I read, and it could have been wrong, but what I read
Well,
is
let's
they
find what
bought
you read,
land.
because
They-
I want to read that.
So you could probably find an article on this, but they bought land and they've signed contracts with cities.
Mm-hmm.
They just haven't actually broken ground yet.
Makes sense. I mean,
See if you can find that article, dude.
it took how many decades to get, fucking microbreweries and brew pubs?
Oh,
off
in
the
Minnesota?
ground?
Yeah.
And so the thing with nuclear power is that it's extraordinarily efficient, more than anything we currently
Yeah,
have,
it's-
right?
And as long as everything
problem-
is maintained, it's
Yes,
extraordinarily
that-
clean as well.
That's the tough. And I believe now we're in an era where I think we've drastically improved over like Chernobyl or like 3 Mile Island. Like we're not using those technology. We have better resources to use, carbon-based materials.
for
you
sure.
know,
Yeah,
like that.
for sure.
I'm not saying like, because carbon is extraordinarily strong,
It's
lighter,
One of the
cheaper.
one of the strongest structures in the universe
Right.
that we know of.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that
Any
octagon,
composite
right?
base.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
So
graphite's up. Graphite is a form of carbon.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
carbon makes up almost everything.
Almost
Yeah,
everything.
yep.
Yeah, silica is carbon is in fucking everything.
yep, exactly.
I mean, that's what we do when we burn gasoline, is we're breaking the carbon bonds
Yeah, it's
in the
it's-
fuel.
It's inert
during
and
the
it's
explosion.
in goddamn everything.
I was just talking to my wife about this. That's why when you drive behind a certain car and it smells like eggs, and or
That was probably me.
Lanik was in there, yeah.
And
Stuessy and Lanik were in there.
and or you see water coming out of the tailpipe at a stoplight, that engine's not burning all the fuel, and when it breaks those carbon bonds, it releases. When they're not fully broken and exploded, it releases hydrogen, and that hydrogen gas comes down the literal exhaust pipe, and it combines with the oxygen and creates H2O. So that's literally water coming out of a tailpipe.
Correct.
And it's not just condensation. It's because that engine's not running efficiently. And I think the other byproduct of that hydrogen breaking off, I believe, from the gasoline is sulfur. So it's like technically,
There's your eggs.
I think that is what it is. Look that up too if you can. I don't even know how you would search that. It's been that, dude. It's 20 years since I've been in fucking school, dude. I don't fucking remember any of this shit anymore.
That's one class I wish I would have paid attention to is
Chemistry.
small engines, or engines, not necessarily small engine, 2-cycle or whatever, like actual 6-cylinder.
That was about the only class I did pay attention to.
Engines are fun, man.
And I don't remember a goddamn
Yeah, they are.
thing from it.
I think every, and like my son, his car, it's been an experience because it's a 2007. But
Yeah, of course. Anything you want in there, you can have.
yeah,
There
this
should
is a
be
great
two
one,
of everything
Josh.
in there.
By the way, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
if you want a nice.
We can do it. We're smoking cigars here on the podcast.
So
here.
that
we can do a big trade roundabout.
Let me see that. Let me see that real quick. So
Oof.
this
I think it's
is
one that you're smoking, isn't it?
this is
No.
Well, it's sort of like it. So this is the this is the original. Ramon Bueso. Okay.
I'll
That's
tell
the
you what,
original one.
before I clip anything and light it up, why don't you give us a brief explanation?
This is the Oscuro. This is the one I'm smoking. Oscuro is just Spanish for dark, which means this version of that cigar, the leaves just got a lot more sun.
Okay.
And it darkens the leaf. So it's just a stronger version. The blue is stronger than the black. And then there should be a green one in here. That's this one. This is a Habano. So this is the like chillest one of those three.
And Habano means it's trying to be closer to what the original Cuban seed.
Correct.
Okay.
100% correct. Yes.
Are those Cuban seeds exported as well then and grown from that?
So
or
what
how does that work?
So what happened is
I don't know if Habano is a protected term.
no.
Or if it's
okay,
just
so
a
here's what
general
happened.
description, you know.
So here's what happened, right? So way back in the day, way back in the day, the seed was called Criollo, Croillo, and that's the original native seed, is what they call it. And then this guy created a hybrid from that and something else, and he created the Corojo wrapper.
I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, that word is
red too,
that word is still used to this day. And what that Corojo seed was, it was a really fine, smooth, silky, a very, very silky, beautiful aesthetic. And that's kind of what we come to know as the modern day look of a cigar. It was the Corojo wrapper over the Criollo seed. So it was two different Cuban seeds. But then it was either the 80s or the 90s, they started getting something called blue mold in Cuba. And it literally killed all of that seed. So this one farmer created a new seed that was resilient to that mold. And it was called, I think they called it the Habano 98, I believe is what it's called. And it is, the reason they call it a Habano is because Habanos is something they use as a term for cigars that are from Havana, Cuba.
Yes.
Right? So, like, if you want a real Cuban outside of America, you go to this place. It's called, like, something Habanos, like Los Casa de Habanos or some shit like that. And it's an official real place. The Habano seed and Habano leaf and Habano wrapper, that is still grown in Cuba, and it's also been, since the embargo happened in the 60s, all those guys dipped out of the country, including some of the Cuban companies themselves, started other versions of the same exact company.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a Cuban Romeo and Julieta, and then there's what's called a New World Romeo and Julieta, which just simply means America,
And
which
those are
means it's not
fantastic,
made
by the way.
in Cuba. That's all it means. It's the same company, same seeds. They're just growing it in different soils.
Yeah.
And the Habano seed / leaf / wrapper, filler, whatever, is the closest thing to that old school Cuban. The interesting thing, though, is if you do a lot of research and if you ever get your hands on a real Cuban, they fucking suck. Compared to, and this is the key, compared to what we would refer to as a great cigar. Because we grew up on New World cigars.
Yes.
So we like flavor.
Yeah.
We
right.
like nuance. Those actual Cuban cigars, you guys, they kind of taste like hay. They're kind of mild, and there's kind of nothing to them.
Sure.
It's not what
The
we
original,
think is.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, yeah, I could understand like anything from its original source is probably in its most crudest form.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
like
even
a Cuban
if you went
today,
and got
maybe?
a good Cuban, no, even if you went and got the best possible Cuban, like it's not gonna have the flavor and the layers and the depth.
It's not
that what
nearly
we-
as much complexity.
Sure.
Correct.
Sure.
Correct.
They were,
100%.
but however, they were crafted with a purpose.
And
I've-
perfection, yes. They're the best rolled cigars in the world.
100%. I've had a number of counterfeited Cuban blends, and they all suck.
You can get.
However, I did have the pleasure of. God, I wish I could remember the name of the brand. It wasn't Cohiba. You'd never try to buy a Cohiba Cuban because they're all counterfeit.
100. Well,
100.
They're not all, but yeah, it's very
your
difficult to
odds
find
are-
legit Cuban Cohibas.
Your odds are next to nothing if I
You are
legit.
correct.
God, I wish I could remember. However, I did.
Monte Cristo,
Wasn't Monte Cristo either.
Monterrey de Hoya.
No, I'm not big on them. The Excalibur, their big Connecticut wrapper, I don't like it.
So the closest thing to a legit Cuban, there's a couple of them out there, but the most famous one is the Arturo Fuente Hemingway cigar.
I've had a few of those.
That is a direct clone for the Cuban version by the same company, by the way. It's a clone for the Cuban. We looked this up on the podcast.
That's-
Monterrey de Hoya #2 or some shit like
Isn't that what you brought to the show at my place back?
No, I
that
rock these
sounded-
Marco V's. I just
Oh, they
rock
were?
in
Oh,
public. I
that's-
just rock the Marco V's, dude.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
do anything fun in public. I get the Marco. I get the Marco.
Was it
they're-
the Palladium or something?
yeah, the Palladiums are elite, dude. They're
They're
Nicaraguan grown.
fantastic.
Dude, they're only $8.
Yeah.
They're only $8
Really?
in a brick and mortar store.
Oh.
If you buy a box of them, or it's a bundle, 25 of them, and then especially if you use my discount code, you get 15% off. You get 25 for $106.25. So it's literally like $4.25 per cigar. And I will put that fucking cigar against any $15 brick and mortar cigar.
It's
you go get me the
fantastic.
best cigar in the world at a brick and mortar store for $15, and I will put as long as that Palladium's like perfectly rolled and all that, because
Yeah, yeah.
it's an organic thing. Sometimes they suck. But yeah, no, those Palladiums are legit, and that's why I buy huge amounts of them. And yeah, I bring 10 of them to a show and hand them out like they're fucking candy. 'Cause they're
I'm gonna have to
great
take you up
cigars.
on the on that discount code. I forgot about that when I ordered. I'm also a big
No,
fan
you,
of the.
you used it the first time you told me.
Maybe I did.
You told
I
me
don't
you were
remember.
like, I even found your discount code.
Well, maybe I did then.
Yeah.
We'll have to get that, pin it in the chat or something.
It'll be in
I'm
the
also-
it'll be in the description of this video. Like they sponsor the
Oh,
podcast.
fantastic!
Oh, wow.
Good
That's-
work.
That's where we got the discount code, because they sponsor the podcast. Yeah.
Excellent. I'm also a huge fan of their Riviera blend. It's in Fabuloso.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
it's got
yeah.
a beautifully
Tapered. yeah.
asymmetrical, tapered shape.
Yep. Yep.
They light super easy. They burn evenly. Very full-bodied cigar. Lots of character.
Yep.
They-
And the thing that's really great about Marco V is, even though they're a boutique cigar place, they actually own their entire supply chain. Most boutique cigar companies, like Gurkha, we were talking about them
we
before.
were, yeah.
They outsource everything. So you wanted me to tell you about Gurkha.
Please.
So check this out, dude. So Gurkha, and feel free to fact check this, Will. Gurkha, there was a dude who was on some sort of vacation or journey in India and bought the name Gurkha cigars from a guy for $250.
What?
No.
And they have never rolled their own cigars.
Serious?
100% of it, 100% of Gurkha's manufacturing is outsourced, working with other growers and blenders, buying a cigar that they already have in their backstock that they're getting ready to release, because this is how a lot of cigars work, especially in the boutique world. Gurkha focuses on packaging and presentation, so they church up a lot of cigars.
That's funny. They do have some great
That's why they
blends.
get shit on.
That makes sense. They
It
do
doesn't make them a bad cigar, but that's
No.
why the cigar world shits on Gurkha, because they consider them to not be a real company, which is totally bullshit. Like, they're still putting out cigars.
Right. It's ironic because I just smoked a Gurkha Beast, and it's a fantastic blend.
Dude, I've had a few Gurkhas that I was like, this is a really fucking good cigar.
They vary like
They
everything
get
else.
shit on, though, dude.
But my only
Oh, and Cohiba's been doing the same thing for a long time, by the way.
it's a shame.
Because Cohiba lost control of their demand versus their supply chain, so they had to start outsourcing as well. That's why Cohiba's quality control isn't what it used to be.
But ironically, so back to Gurkha just for a moment here. The only complaint that I've had, that I have to tell about some of the blends that I have enjoyed lately, is the glue on their label is so strong, you can't take them off without destroying a damn stick.
Yep.
Jeez.
And so for a company that's spending so much effort and money on packaging,
Yep.
Yeah.
It's probably because they're using actual glue on their wrappers.
I think they are. It's
You're supposed to
it's
use.
not design purpose glue, that's for sure.
You're supposed to use. It's banana basically. It's the
The wax or something? Or?
It's sucrose or whatever,
Yep.
glucose or whatever, but it's derived from
Sucrose.
banana.
Yeah.
So that's why you can, like, on a really good cigar, dude, you fucking lick that cap and it kind of tastes a little sweet, but not like sugary sweet. But it's like it's almost got like a gummy, gluey texture to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's like literally it's derived from an actual banana because they don't fucking process anything.
Yeah,
right? They
that's-
just like distill that shit down. Yeah, and they get it into like a wax almost, and they put their little finger on it, rub it on it, put the next thing on, do more. Yeah, dude.
That
Man,
it's
actually
nice.
that harkens back to the one
Harkens back.
the one
That word fits that mustache so perfectly, dude. That harkens back.
Harkens back to a
It
time
harkens back
when
to a better day.
fucking
Vikings roamed the
somebody
earth.
toot their horn, man. Where's the yellow one when you need it? There we go. Aaron's got the hookup. No, that one legit Cuban that I had, very simple,
Mild, right?
mild and smooth as day.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like you're smoking a petite Corona with a Connecticut wrapper. Super mild.
Yep.
But there's like this vanilla, almost. It's like
almond?
sweet
A
grass,
little bit of almond in there.
almond ice cream,
Yeah.
and a little bit
Ooh.
banana.
Yeah.
And it's just all of it's super subdued.
But it's there.
As intended, but it's there.
It's like that's a cigar you smoke. What you described to me, that's a cigar you smoke in the morning with a cup of coffee on the beach or
It
on
could
the
not be
mountainside.
Any
You know
more
what I mean?
perfect than that. Absolutely.
You do not smoke that cigar late in the day after you've already smoked two
No.
Maduros. Because the
No.
Maduro will fuck your palate up. Everything tastes bland after a Maduro. Like,
Yeah.
Like fucking meat tastes like it's not salted enough. If you smoke.
It's like, okay, so new age cigars are,
New World or New Age?
you got me.
I was
New
getting
world.
because I was like, New Age. What's New Age? I was like, what do I not
Well,
know?
the modern palate, let's say.
Yeah.
So New World.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, that New World just means for America, because everybody else can still buy Cubans. Like you can live in
Right.
Canada and buy Cubans, no
Right.
problem. Yeah, it's literally just us that can't buy Cubans.
Yeah.
Because of the embargo?
Correct.
Yep.
I think there was a brief period where the embargo was lifted, I believe.
Technically, it still is.
I
So,
wasn't sure. I was going to ask you about that.
so what it actually is if you are somehow because you can't travel to Cuba still, but if you get to Cuba and then you happen to come home, I believe you can bring up to 2 boxes for personal consumption back home.
Wow.
I believe that's what the rule is. And I've looked this up, and I have found contradicting information.
Probably.
So I am getting this from cigar connoisseurs, like
Sure.
people I know in Facebook groups who've talked about this, and they're like, I just got back. Here's how it works.
And this
that's-
is like domestic flights?
Yeah.
So domestically.
You
okay.
still can't go to Cuba, but what
Yeah.
you do is you like go to Jamaica and then go to Cuba, or you go to Mexico and then go to Cuba, right?
Right.
Like you find there's ways around it.
Yeah.
And then when you come home, if you can have, you have to declare it, you have to bring it through customs, but you can have, I believe it's up to 2 boxes that you can bring back. But I
Sounds about
guarantee
right.
you, if Will searches and he phrases this differently,
100 cigars.
now I guarantee you, if you phrase that differently, you'll find, or if you like refresh the
boxes?
cookies or whatever, you'll find another AI overview that'll tell you, no, you cannot bring any cigars back.
Really?
I'm
That's
tell-
so.
dude,
I know. I
I'm-
saw
dude,
what
it
you,
sucks,
we had
dude.
the same
Here we
almost
go.
same exact search on the thing we were talking about on Facebook.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
had a yes, they are, and I had a no, they aren't.
And
I'm
you
like,
got and all
how
you
the
got back was a confirmation of what you wanted. That's what the internet does now. You type in what
Yep.
you want, and it gives you that.
It can sense my like he wants this response.
Our
like,
most
Yeah.
popular
that's
return.
no way.
That doesn't
Yeah,
work
dude,
for extreme metal.
And,
so looking
and
up, you know?
what's worse was actually what happened right before this. Whereas depending on where you're at, what Google used to do was populate what people around you are searching. So, for example, if I would have typed in Minnesota, is Hillary Clinton a criminal? In Minnesota, I would have gotten absolutely not. There's no credible evidence for that. And all I would have gotten are articles saying no. If you do that same exact Google search in Texas, all you would have gotten is articles showing her criminal activity.
The bias that's
Exactly,
around.
because that's what people in that area are searching
And
for.
honestly,
to prove.
there are parameters that do that in the algorithm.
Yeah, it's
or
what do they call
plural.
it? It's not an aggregate. They call it there's a specific word they use to describe that. It's called curating.
Yep.
It's called curating. And they did it based off of the people around you because they think you think like people you live around.
Oh yeah,
Right.
of course.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking
the
of
bias.
curating,
But yeah, no, you're totally right. I typed in yes they are. You typed in no they're not, and Google was like, yeah.
Or we typed in the same, almost not exactly the same, but it was pretty damn close.
It was identical.
and we had two
yeah.
different responses on the same subject.
that's
Like,
not just Google or your modern search engines. That's every media outlet does that too.
Dude, and not only that,
speaking of
but this is
curating,
also
though,
what lawyers do. Hold on, let me just wrap this up. Let me put a bow on this. This is also what lawyers do. This is why they go to court. Like, because people go, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. My uncle's a lawyer. And I was like, dude, I know lawyers, and they disagree with your lawyer. That's why we have lawyers, and that's why they go to court and argue.
Yeah,
I know
need
the
to find
band.
best-
I know the manager. Can you let me in, please, for free?
A lawyer's job, especially a defense lawyer, is to prove at whatever means necessary that their client is innocent of
Yep.
what they're being.
Yep.
That is their job, and how. There's no book that can tell you. You can learn the laws and the parameters you can work within, but you got to have that special sauce, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
and I've had, like,
Yep.
my last lawyer that I had for my last Dewey, the guy
Was he good?
he at first, as soon as he got his money, dude, it was radio fucking silence until I had to reach out to him like a month before my court date, and he's like, "Oh, what's this? Who is this? What?" You know, I'm like, "What happened to the
That's a
nice
that's a
shiny guy
shitty
that was like
self-defense,
Aaron this, Aaron
defense
that,
lawyer,
blah blah
then.
blah."
Goddamn.
And he didn't even try, dude.
Sounds
I
Jewish.
got 90 days.
Sounds Jewish.
Fuck that.
He was Jewish.
It was
I
on
need
a
to
sta-
take.
oh,
I
I
need to
don't
take
know.
a quick break
I'm Jewish,
here.
so I can make those jokes.
Well, you can, yeah. I
What do you got? You got to take a piss?
I do. I have
Go
to.
piss.
I got to curate a spot to do that.
Go piss. Well, if you're a real degenerate, you can piss in that sink, but please don't. Just go upstairs.
Save that for next time.
Go upstairs, take like 3 lefts. It's basically right above you now. So just go up the stairs and take a few
do a
lefts.
circle, yeah. Or
Pretty much.
but what were we talking about? Shit.
Well, we've been talking about a bunch of shit. Cigars.
Well,
and
no.
then AI giving you whatever you want.
Yeah, so we were in AI, but
and, and Google.
right, yeah. So
You,
You
can
and-
just search whatever you want and find articles and stats to back you up,
right,
no matter what
yeah,
you think.
and it's based on the demographic in your particular area.
It can
That's-
be. It can be.
It can be. Yes.
It can be. Now AI is just going, oh, well, this is what he wants, so we're going to give him information that.
If they
that-
can truly sense that, that's a whole nother level of
I don't think it's sensing, right? It's just suggestive.
maybe based on criteria of your previous
Here's-
searches,
here's
where
a
you're
great
like,
example.
we
No,
can
no,
we
here's
can
what I think
infer.
it is. Here's what I think it is. It's just like when you type in any idea into Grok or AI, they're like, yeah, that's a great idea. You're totally thinking right. That's brilliant. And then they just give you more because it's affirmation, right? They want to keep you engaging.
Well, right, but it's they build this bias, right? So this is what we're talking about, the bias in our searches. So we search for things that were extraordinarily the topic was extraordinarily similar.
Right,
We didn't
right.
word it like word for word, but we got 2 different results.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the bias mechanism within the algorithm, right? It's what it's or AI in this case, whatever
Right,
Google's AI is.
Yep. Gemini.
Gemini, yeah. And all it is it learns from what you do. So if you've constantly or consistently been searching things that are more left-leaning, it's going to give you a response that leans more towards that way. And if you're,
but here's to put it into
to your
context.
point.
To put it into context, though, here's specifically what it was. You typed in, "Are they police?" and it said, "Well, no." And I typed in, "Are they law enforcement officers?"
Okay.
And it knew exactly what I was trying to ask because it said, "Yes, they are," and they're oftentimes confused with the idea of police. But it's the same reason technically sheriffs and sheriff's deputies aren't police.
Right.
Because they're not. They're sheriffs and they're sheriff's deputies.
Oh, we got to know here, though. Our ICE cops, yeah.
Okay, so he's given us 2 examples. Okay, so go to the first one. Are ICE law enforcement officers? Yes, ICE.
So that's what you must have searched.
And then it even says with extensive training, but they focus on immigration, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then it even goes down to right here. It says sometimes call themselves police for clarity, even wearing police on vests, though they are technically distinct from local police working under the Department of Homeland Security. Now go to your other tab. Are ICE cops? No. ICE, blah, 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 are not local police officers. But that's not the fucking question we asked. And that's the difference. Like, to say
we asked two different questions. We asked
the same question 2 different ways. Because technically nobody is cops. Cops is a derogatory slang term.
I know that, but that
you see what I'm saying though?
It does, but it doesn't have any bearing in the argument.
It does though, because right there in the end of the first line it says they are not. Bring it back up. It says they're not police officers, and then I guarantee you, if we keep reading, it'll finally. Oh, did you accidentally get rid of it? No, they're not. But they are federal law enforcement, often using tactics like wearing police. So it's the same. It's telling us the same thing from 2 different angles. And this is my problem. No one reads all of it.
I do.
We just read the first line and we go, see, it says no. I'm not saying you. I'm saying I'm saying we.
No, right? Yeah,
everyone, as in like people online.
Absolutely. Like, we all get.
It says no
I'm
right
guilty,
there.
Yeah.
It says no. It's
it affirms your
read the
belief.
next line, but they
belief.
are federal law enforcement. Like it says it right there.
Federal law enforcement, but So then the argument can change from there. Okay, so
are they sheriffs? Well, no.
Well, no.
Sheriffs are elected. Are they deputies? Well, no.
What are they in charge of? Like, what is their jurisdiction? What is it their?
Well, because
they do.
So this is, if you do the deep dive and you go look at fucking the Patriot Act and the USA Freedom Act, DHS has federal jurisdiction anywhere they see fit, but they have to delegate it to the appropriate other federal law enforcement agency. So, for example, if it's just drugs, they have to literally, what they do is they take over a DEA investigation. Yeah. If it's growing, which is ironic, if it's fucking growing weed or making moonshine, DHS can step in and take over the investigation, but they bring in the ATF, right? Because that's their jurisdiction.
Exactly. It's not immigration.
So it's a top-down thing, and that's what Brett was trying to explain. Is he's like, they can only enforce federal laws that are being broken,
right?
So.
Right.
So ICE can't pull you over for a traffic stop.
And what he was trying to do to get Renee out of her car was outside of their jurisdiction.
No,
it is. They're not there.
It wasn't, because once she was obstructing, she's now obstructing their federal investigation.
Right, but
now she's broken a federal law. Now she's under their jurisdiction, not local state police, for traffic violations. It went beyond traffic. And I'm not saying I'm 100% correct and you're all 100% wrong.
No,
I'm saying
I'm
this
okay
is their interpretation.
I could be wrong, yeah.
That's not my point. I don't care about who's right.
Right.
My argument is this is how they are interpreting the series of events that unfolded, and this is how they're going to make their argument on how they had the legal right to do what they did in that moment, in that spot. Whether we agree with it or not, this is their argument, and this is how they're probably going to get away with it.
Well, because they've been granted full immunity. And that came directly from the White House, dude. You can't. You can't.
And I don't think that's right, but it's definitely probably what's going to happen.
It is completely not right. And that's the problem with this whole entire thing, is that if Trump enacts the Insurrection Act, you know, like, yeah, many presidents have done it before, but in this context of what's happening, it's just like an act of aggression against your own country. Yeah, I mean,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing that happened in the 60s and 70s when the federal law enforcement, it just happened to be for a cause we agreed with. They did it to enforce civil rights. Those states were saying, you don't have the right to do this. You can't come in and tell us we have to desegregate our schools. And fucking JFK and RFK were like, the fuck, we don't have the authority. Here we come, motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
They
right.
absolutely did that.
Yeah,
And that's the exact same thing happening here. It might be a different reason. It might be a different mechanism. It might not be as pretty. It might be worse.
But, yeah,
you know, it might be.
It is
might,
worse.
It might not be worse because there was some pretty heinous fucking shit that went down at those colleges, dude. Like the National Guard came in and started spraying people with fire hoses. Like they were doing some heinous fucking shit. Dude.
Oh yeah,
like trust me, like everything wasn't all duckies and
no,
bunnies
right,
back then.
but they were called in. That's the difference here.
They're called. No, the state didn't want them in. The state was opposing desegregation.
Well,
the federal government sent them in against the will of the governor. That's exactly what's happening now.
Yeah.
It's
That
literally
is,
it's just a different reason, right?
and
We
that's a
happen to
huge-
think the reason was justified back then, but that's not my point. My point is the governor of the state and the quote-unquote people of the state, whether you agree with that statement or not, that's how it's framed, they didn't want to desegregate. They were opposing the power of the federal government. And
Sure.
JFK and RFK were like, too fucking bad. Here comes the
Yeah.
military. You're going to do what we want, whether you like it or not. That's
Thanks,
exactly
Josh.
what Trump is doing now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but he's doing it in a way where it's like the
You
people
just don't
want
like it
this.
this time. Oh, thanks,
no,
buddy.
it's the
course,
people
thank
don't
you.
want this. Like over, like it's,
Some people don't want it.
No,
There's a lot
a
of people that do
lot.
want it.
no,
There's a lot
I
of
can-
people that do want
I
it.
can
dude.
guarantee you, there's more that don't, dude.
I don't think
and
you're
it's
right
not
on
just
that.
you're.
I
don't-
think, dude,
you and I aren't going to agree on that.
I
That's
don't
fine.
know a single
And
person
it needs to go
personally
away.
that
It needs to go away.
wants Somalian fraudsters.
Nobody wants
stay.
fraudsters, but who was the head fucking honcho? Some white bitch.
She was the worst offender of feeding our future. You are correct, but
yes,
there's
and
still
there were
more.
there
that-
were
but there was-
involved, and they were
But out
convicted.
of the 8, but out of
they
the
were
8,
convicted.
but
dude.
out of the 80 people that were convicted for feeding our future, 2 of them were not Somalian. One of them was white, and you're right. You are correct. She was the biggest offender. You are correct.
None of us.
That those 2 things stand alone. There is no but, there is no and, there is no if. Yes. 78 of the 80 or 68 of the 70, whatever it was, there's only 2 of them that weren't Somalian. So that we can factually say they were the biggest fraudsters in that scheme as far as volume, as far as amount of people.
Right.
Right? We can also say that if you add all of them up, they also outpaced her. But she was the single worst offender. So it's not just Somalians. However, they were absolutely doing more of it than anybody else. Maybe
Yes.
not singly, maybe not one Somalian outpaced any of, but it's still a thing. And that's just one of the fraud schemes. That's just feeding our future. That's
Right.
not the daycares. That's not the
Well, we don't-
transportation. That's not the autism. That's not the child care. I did say child care. That's not the adult daycare. Dude, they have a whole racket, dude. And I know because I've lived amongst these people in this fucking city for 25 goddamn years, and they used to brag about it to our faces. They used to tell us that they do this, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. They used to fucking brag about it, dude. That's why I'm telling you, like, it's all real. It's all happening. And if Tim Walz would have just done his job, ICE wouldn't fucking be here right now. But he chose to protect these people.
Yeah.
That's why they're here.
As they should be. If they're
I don't think they should be. If
Nobody-
you're
nobody
stealing
wants
If you come
fraudsters.
to this country
Nobody wants
and you
fraudsters.
but
no.
just because
especially-
it's a group of people doesn't mean it's
especially-
a whole race of
Yeah,
people.
and
If
that's the problem.
And
if
that's
you
the
come here-
distinction. The way that
Okay,
the
fair
chaotic
enough.
nature
Fair
of
enough.
how
Fair enough.
Trump's ICE is going about
But they're not
conducting their
only.
business.
But they're not only deporting Somalians.
No, they're going after everybody,
Well, they're going after
including
they-
American citizens.
every
And from
single-
what I've been reading, it's been profiling. Look now, check later. But you're already detained,
I don't.
and that might not be true.
It definitely
of
seems that
everything,
way. It definitely
But
seems that
it's,
way.
it's organized in a fuck everyone. We're just gonna bring chaos and violence way, And
it
that,
definitely seems like that.
No,
But
it
again,
if you
It
want
is that
if you
way. It
want
doesn't
to
seem
bust
it is that
a
way.
fraud ring, you don't do it like that.
No, you don't.
The way
you
that
How do you
it's
do it
being
then?
approached.
so let
well,
me ask
ask
you, how do you do it
Obama.
then?
Ask Obama. He's the one that deported.
We already addressed to this.
Well,
the
but
difference
we
was
didn't, though.
state and local law enforcement cooperated fully
Right,
with the
and
Obama
where did that
administration.
come? Yeah, where did that come from? It came from the fucking top, not in the way Donald Trump is
No,
doing
it came
is
from
not.
party loyalty. If a Democrat does something,
okay,
and Democrats will cooperate with him, but if a Democrat does something, Republicans will not cooperate with him, and vice versa. And we happen to have a fucking Republican president doing something in a democratically
He's
controlled
not
state
Republican.
and city.
He's
See,
not
you're muddying the
Republican.
waters. He's
Okay.
of the Republican
Well, you're
Party.
muddying the waters too.
He's
right now.
of the Republican Party.
I would
Sure,
like to
okay.
think that everyone could just use a tiny bit of critical thinking and not make it about parties. But unfortunately, critical thinking.
That's what pisses me
and-
off. Is it is a
exactly.
party issue.
Critical thinking and common sense they're not common anymore.
No, I mean, look at George W. Bush. Look what he said about immigration. Like,
No.
you
Look
know,
what Obama said about immigration. Hillary Clinton said about immigration. Every single president.
But they're Republican. That's what that was my point I was trying to make was George W. Bush had a very different view on immigration versus Donald Trump and how he's carrying it out. They did. Republican presidents did carry out immigration issues as they should, but in a clandestine way where it wasn't causing this amount of disruption.
I think
Nobody
the disruption,
wants it.
but I don't
And
think
we
I
don't
think the
have to
disru-
take it.
I think the
as the American
disruption.
people, we don't need to take this shit.
I don't think the federal government is creating the disruption. The disruption is coming from
Yeah,
the
they
state
are.
and city governments
No.
opposing the federal government, and then we got citizens out there creating chaos.
They're not
there's-
creating. They're creating what they don't. They don't want this. If
You have
they don't
citizens
want
out
this
there.
way of
You have
doing it.
citizens out there. You have citizens out there that surrounded a hotel because they thought ICE was in that hotel, and they created a protest and played drums and created, what do you call that noise when you torture people with noise? I don't know the word for it, but they
It's
were
just noise ordinance. Or
no.
Is
It's
it
like
music?
it's like psychological
right.
warfare or whatever. You know, where like the
Right, yeah,
we used to play
yeah.
death metal to torture the fucking.
Metallica's
What-
I would've loved
over
that.
And over.
No, it was Cannibal Corpse was specifically, but that's not my point. My point is ICE was never actually in that building. So what happened was you had a group of citizens who were, like you just said, we don't want this. And all they did was terrorize their local citizens who just happened to be in a hotel because somebody told these fucking idiots ICE was in that building. That's not due process. That's my problem, is the citizens, we trying to fight this thing, are creating more problems than we're solving. We are putting ourselves and our fellow neighbors in harm's way. I don't think we are helping the situation. I think we're making it worse. Because
there
if
is
we,
an argument to that.
There's an
that's what
argument
I
to that.
honestly
There is.
believe.
I
man.
agree.
And
And here's
that would definitely be
Because those people at
classified
that
as a
hotel,
misstep.
those people at that hotel had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, it's like
And
collateral
all of
damage
those
in a
people
war.
couldn't get a
Like,
goddamn sleep. I guarantee you one guy fucking probably lost his job because he didn't sleep all fucking night, showed up to work in a bad attitude and snapped on his boss. Now him and his family probably fucking can't pay their mortgage. You see what I'm saying? Like, but nobody thinks a second or a third or a fourth step. Same thing. Like if you're psychologically terrorizing these federal agents who are trying to go arrest a legitimate pedophile down the road, right? Because they have an actual warrant for him, and you're fucking with these people, and you're mobbing these people and surrounding these people and heightening their awareness to the point where they're running on fucking actual adrenaline because they're genuinely afraid of their life right now. They're way
they
more
say.
prone
Or
to make
just-
a bad fucking
or
decision.
just too tired to think straight.
Right.
Fuck
But
'em.
all I'm saying is they're more prone to make a bad decision. So
That
if you
being said-
actually care about your neighbors, leave them the fuck alone, record them, document them, and then sue them. But don't fucking put yourself in front of them. Don't fucking sit there and bang a drum in their fucking face.
Right.
Don't
Oh,
use a
I'm gonna.
goddamn loud horn because you're not going to make the situation better. You're not going to stop them. The federal government is the
But
federal
we're
government. They're just going to send more troops. That's all we do. We're
we
just
have
going
to
to
fight it,
overwhelm
though.
the
dude.
problem.
We have to
It's-
fight it, and that's it.
You're not
It's-
going to win. You're not going to fight it. You're
I don't
not gonna
care.
Win. And
I'm
if
still
you
gonna
are going to
fight.
fight it and
I'm
you are
gonna.
going to win, you need to do it in the courts.
I don't want to win.
You need to do it in the courts like a real
Sure,
American,
but
not
that
a
doesn't-
fucking,
that
not
do-
a fucking barbaric nation of anarchy, dude. You're giving into your emotions. You need to be civil. You need to be wise. and you
No,
need to
nobody
do this
does
the right
that. Everybody thinks that way, but then they don't take action because it's easier to say it than do it.
No.
Look, I
no.
agree,
It's
Jared.
easier,
I
it's
do
easier to
agree
be impulsive
that
and emotional than it is to be wise and patient.
Right, yeah, of course. Absolutely.
The wise and patient thing to do is hit them where it hurts, which is their pocketbook.
Well, we need to
and
see
sue
some
them in court
action
afterwards.
in there. Nobody does that.
Dude, action
Nobody will.
results in you guys dying. Are your lives worth it? No, because you're not going to fucking change anything. You're only going to make
She
it worse.
didn't deserve to die. She didn't deserve to
didn't.
die.
I'd like to step it back just a moment here. We've been talking about fraud.
Yeah, that's right. That's where it all stems.
Let's talk about the Jews. Let's talk about my greedy,
you don't
sneaky
get to
people.
play the
Jared, I'm not
card,
here
Jared.
for a biography on you.
Let's talk about how
we're going
easy
back.
it
We're
is
going
to
back
beat
to
up
the
on
fraud.
the Jews.
Do you want to bring down a crime ring? You don't go for everybody. You target the top source.
Yeah, it's done more methodically.
Do
That
you?
is the only way
Do
to
you?
do it.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I'm 100% sure.
100%.
There's always going to
no
be
denying that. You can't.
quote unquote street rats, because everyone's fending for themselves, right?
So what about the idea of if you just take out the head of the snake, you create a power vacuum and another more evil person fills
Well,
that
because
vacuum?
you're not taking out just one. This shit is. There's no. I'm doing a call of faith here and saying there is no way that the FBI or the parties in, that have that kind of access to intel, that kind of monetary.
Wait. What are we talking
power.
about? I lost you for a second.
We're talking about busting down fraud rings and shit.
And you don't think the government has the proper information?
I think they absolutely do.
Yep.
And they're choosing to target random people here and there. Anybody who just seems like they might be
Well,
somebody.
something
I think
with
that they have processes and information,
in the
and obviously they have endless resources, or just enough,
and to
what
do
have
it,
you.
and to do it,
And
this is
they're just it's a movement to cause chaos and violence right now, not to bring down a specific targeted organization. When you got ICE agents out in the streets.
So would you guys rather have them doing it in the dark in the middle of the night and nobody knows it ever happened because it's more peaceful and in secret? Is that I want to make sure I'm not like putting words in your mouth.
It's okay. So and to get back
for
to
me, it's not about the noise. It's not about the heat. It's about you have a specific mission in your operation. You need to have specific targets.
Which
period.
they definitely do.
Period. And the way things have been going about, ICE just... How many people they shot in the city so far?
yeah, and
Yeah, but they're not running around
Yeah, I
gunning
know.
people down in the streets. Those people are fucking with the cops. They're interfering with those guys'
That
investigations.
shouldn't be a death sentence.
I agree it shouldn't be a death sentence.
Not at all. Not at all.
But this is where I started off before we even started the podcast is you're right, but at some point in time you have to understand that's a bull. It's 3,000 pounds, and it can and it will kill you if you provoke it.
Which is why
Don't
it's so
do
much of a
that.
deeper-seated issue. I mean,
we got to
additionally,
become
it's
the
like
bull. That's it.
8 weeks
Well,
of
guess
training.
what happens when you become the bull? That's when the matador shows up.
All right, let's go. Like
No, because you don't want to be the bull. Because guess what happens at the bull? The bull gets put down at the end of every rodeo, dude.
so then the bull doesn't win. So even if we do provoke it, ultimately it's gonna die. So to me, it's like
So you
gotta
don't want to
fight.
be the bull.
Listen.
You want to be the matador.
Sometimes
you
you
want
have
be
to
wise.
fight
You want to be nimble. You want to be agile. You want to
think of
stay
the
out of the way of
military.
danger.
Think of the military.
How are you
that
guys
went
not
and
getting
fought
this
wars.
analogy?
Well,
I get the
understand-
analogy.
I get it, but like
It's
You want to
also
be the
an
matador.
analogy.
You don't want to be the bull. You don't want to be the bull.
It's because I care about my
But
neighbors
But you don't
as
want to
much
fuck
as I
with
do
the bull.
myself.
You don't want to fuck with the bull unless you're a skilled matador, you guys.
And I'm not fucking with the bull.
You're not. But Renee Good was. And she wasn't a matador. She misstepped.
Misstep. should
maybe
not
she
be a
knew the
death
bull was
sentence.
gonna die
But
ultimately.
when you jump in
So-
the ring to fuck with a bull, you are literally putting your life at risk. And you have to make every decision properly to avoid death. No, being a matador shouldn't mean you're definitely going to die. That's fucked up. But every matador that steps in the ring understands they might die. If you're a protester and you're fucking with ICE, You have to accept the fact that you might die.
Yeah, and
it
I
shouldn't
think they
be that
understand
way,
that.
but it is that way.
But I think
this is nature, bro.
Right, but I think they understand that, and that's part of the cause.
But then once you put yourself in that danger and you get killed, you can no longer turn around and claim
I'm not arguing that point, though. My point is, who is?
Anybody who says, but that shouldn't be a capital offense. You got yourself killed. That's like me picking a fight with Mike Tyson on a plane and then him beating the shit out of me and being like, you assaulted me. How dare you? It's like, dude, you literally slapped me in the back of the head for like 45 minutes. Eventually, a man is going to snap. There's only so much another human being is going to take, whether they're right or wrong for snapping.
They've been assaulted too, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
here's the thing.
And I'm not saying he was right for doing it, you guys. What I'm saying is people can only take so much before they make the right or wrong decision. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. They make a decision.
Yes.
And if you're not willing to die, don't put yourself in a life or death situation. And these people are flirting with death thinking it's a game. No, it's not, dude. And if that was my wife, you guys, I would be so fucking mad at my wife because she just left me a widower with 2 fucking kids. You irresponsible bitch. You're going to go out there and defend people who aren't even legally allowed to be here. You're going to go do that and put our entire family at risk? Like, bitch, you don't even have life insurance. How the fuck am I going to make a mortgage payment now without your income? You fucked up your family. You know how fucked up your children's lives are going to be growing up without a mother? What the fuck is wrong with you? Because the reason I can say this is because this is how men think. This is why certain men aren't doing that. They're like, dude, I have a wife and kids. Do you know how much it would fuck my entire family up? If I even just got arrested and missed 3 days worth of work, I could lose my fucking job. And losing my job, I could lose my fucking house. If I can't make my mortgage payment, my whole family's fucking homeless. Like, what the fuck? No, but you could go out there, record them from afar. If you can afford it, hook up a microphone to your camera, record everything they're saying, document crazy levels of fucking multiple angles, hundreds of people. And as long as you don't obstruct them, they can't arrest you. And if they do arrest you, you sue their fucking asses. And if you find them violating anybody else's rights,
trying to send a message,
but they're not just randomly shooting
people.
people, dude. That's
my point. We're not
going
to fucking take it. Yeah,
they're not randomly shooting people.
I didn't say they were.
No, but that's
they're
what
not
he just
handling
implied.
the situation appropriately, and we don't want it.
How do you handle that situation appropriately?
Listen,
how do you arrest a criminal
message.
when you have a mob of people fucking with you?
Listen,
answer that question.
I would like to actually. First of all, you talked about due process earlier, and that should be the core of all judicial.
A warrant is due process, dude. Having a warrant to arrest somebody is due process.
In the courts too, all judicial processes should require due process, and legally they do. You could argue that Renee was stoking the flames or provoking the bull. You could argue that, or if you're someone like me. Have
you seen the video of her sitting in the street
it.
for 3 minutes honking the horn and blocking traffic?
I see it being in the wrong place in the wrong time.
Yeah,
and
but
that
she
is
chose to be
just
there is the difference.
Wrong place, wrong time. It's not always that simple.
If you look at the timeline,
it's not like she lived
if you
across
look at the
street.
timeline,
that argument
it
is
was
just as valid.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, you could. It's all about the outcome or the perception you want from it, and you're going to argue for that, and that's fine, and that's something we may not agree on.
I don't think it's okay that she died. It's a horrible tragedy.
Agreed on
It
that.
could have been avoided, and the easiest way for it to be avoided is controlling yourself.
Sure.
And not putting yourself in the line of fire.
You're right.
Unless you're willing to die. And then, as far as I'm concerned, you're a fucking patriot. But if you're not willing to die, if you're not willing to give your life for this cause, don't fucking do that. And then do not sit around and claim you're a victim of oppression or fascism. No, what you did was sacrificed your life for the cause. Now you're a martyr.
Martyrs are still victims.
Now people can. No, they're not. They're
glorified.
They're sacrificial lambs. They're not victims.
They're people.
Martyrs
they're
are not
lambs, man.
Martyrs are not
that.
victims. Martyrs are sacrificial lambs, and they do it to themselves on purpose. They're leaders, and they're people who die for a cause, and they become bigger and more important in death. So they're absolutely not a victim. They're heroes. They're patriots. These are the people that we write songs and movies about. Like, to call them a victim is a victim means
She's
that
a victim because she got shot in the face 3 fucking times for pulling her car out.
you can't
and being
you can't
in the
be
wrong
an,
place
you,
at the wrong
dude.
time.
This one you can't be an activist and a victim at the same time. That's not how that fucking works, dude.
Sure
You
it
can't.
does.
No, it's not. You can't
she
pick a
wasn't
fight
an
with somebody
activist. She
and then
was
call yourself a victim
just
for
a human
losing.
being
Peaceful
that didn't like
protesting
what
is
was
not picking
happening.
She
fight.
wasn't peaceful. Peaceful is standing there with a sign singing a song. Obstructing traffic and being an obnoxious asshole and
Well,
literally
either way.
mocking a cop to his face and preventing them from doing their jobs and disobeying orders from a lawful police order. None of that is a peaceful protest. What happened last night a mile from my fucking house, charging a cop with a shovel, is not a peaceful protest.
That isn't.
Mobbing
That
a fuck,
absolutely is not.
destroying that cop car and stealing that rifle and all that ammo is not a peaceful protest. These are not
Correct.
peaceful assemblies. This is insane. This is chaos.
And that seems to be the goal,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And
I don't
wish
know that it is the goal, but
it could be argued.
it's
any
definitely
which way,
how
but
it's definitely how
the
people
goal
in
of-
mass seem to react to these problems.
And that's also another, what's the word? Psychological issue with just how the dice are rolled, how humans work, how nature works. When you get a big group of people in one space arguing
with the same feelings.
with the
and
same feelings, it's an echo
vibe-
chamber,
yeah.
and that leads. It's exponential.
Right.
It's exponential. Yeah, that could be said about peaceful protests. They could get out of hand.
But the difference is look, none of us are echo chambering each other here. We're having very
Correct.
civil discussions.
Correct.
We're very civil, and we're all going to remain friends at the end of tonight. And some of you guys might go down to a protest, but I'm going to tell you the same fucking thing. Do not stand in front of a cop.
Right.
Do not put a loudspeaker in his face. Do not fucking try to talk shit, because I want to see you guys alive. I would
Exactly.
rather you guys dislike
That would be a
me.
huge misstep, but it also, again,
Here's the thing.
shouldn't be should not be a death
I
sentence.
would rather
right,
the two of
exactly.
you dislike me and defriend me forever
No, it's
and know
Jared,
you're
it's all
alive.
good.
I would rather know you're alive
it's- yeah.
than
Absolutely.
this.
Absolutely.
I would
Yep.
rather that than this.
Yep.
Here's the alternative. I say what you guys want me to say. You guys like me a lot, and then tomorrow you die.
No, it's
Because
not.
now
that,
I
Jared.
lost a friend. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you the advice I think is best, whether you like me or not, because I want to, because I love you guys.
Well, yeah, Jared.
I love
yeah.
everybody. I want
Yeah,
to see
no,
everybody
dude,
stay
you make
alive.
damn good ribs, bro.
Right? Fuck you. Fuck you, dude.
Fucking Boog ditched us for your ribs
They were all right.
last Saturday.
They were pretty
Did you
good.
guys watch the game?
Yeah, and honestly, me and
what a
Mooger,
fucking
I made
game,
I made
dude.
ribs for me and Mooger, and the seasoning I
Greg?
made
Oh,
was
Greggy.
the seasoning I made was super salty, so I got worried I was going to oversalt my ribs, so I
Never.
backed off.
Were they pork?
They were bland, dude. They were
Oh.
those ribs were bland,
Yeah, I
Because I got worried, I got nervous, dude.
Oversalt the shit out of them. Just put a little
Were
more
they
brown
pork
sugar
or were
on
they
that motherfucker.
were they
you know?
pork or were they?
Yeah, yeah, I do
Oh, yeah.
pork
Well, they're already salty.
Beef
and-
ribs are expensive.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
dude.
Holy dear Lord.
It's hard out here, man.
It's hard, dude. It's hard out here for a pimp, dude.
God damn.
It's really hard out here for a pimp. Nah, man, I don't want to see anybody die. That's my only
Fuck
point,
no.
dude. I'm not arguing right or wrong. I did that for 25 years. It was exhausting. None of us agree. We all have different
And
different
that's okay
definitions.
to disagree. Like
all
one-
I'm doing
one of
is
my
telling
main
you guys how to
points-
stay alive.
Right.
And sue the government. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you how to sue the
Sue the
government that's super
motherfuckers.
fucking rich and keep your life.
Right?
Don't be Renee Good. She was a dumbass, irresponsible person who left 2 innocent children. Those are the victims.
3.
You want to talk about victims? Well, I thought she lost one of them because she
Yeah,
put a
but
cigarette out.
dude,
Yeah,
you
I don't know.
you can't put the blame on her. You really can't.
No, it's literally 100% her fault.
No, it's
yes,
not.
it is,
no,
dude.
it's not.
She
Nobody
didn't-
deserved that. Nobody fucking deserved that. And you know
Nobody
what, Jared,
forced her into that situation.
Jared, I know that, but dude, you
Nobody.
got
She made that
Dude.
decision. I'm not saying she deserved to die, but it was 100% her fault. She could have prevented it at 4, 5,
Come
6
on,
different
dude. You
times. She
got-
made so many bad
I mean, at
decisions
least
in a row.
At least give some brevity to the situation to guide your thoughts on it a little bit, because
Dude,
She
I've
could have
listen.
easily been just
Dude, I've
plain and
literally been
simple-
thinking about this
hey,
for
plain and
since
simple,
it happened. dude.
arrested on obstruction of justice.
right, yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Not
but-
3 shots to the face.
But she would have had to stop, and she would have had to comply in order for that to happen.
Oh,
in fact,
they would have got her. They barricade
see,
things all the
No,
time.
so now you're already.
They didn't
so
handle
now
the
you're telling the
situation
future,
good.
and you guys are. See, this is my problem. You guys are now telling the future.
I'm telling
and
what
saying
I
that,
think to be a probable outcome.
Yeah.
but you don't know that. You're guessing, and
No,
that doesn't stand
it's-
in the court of law.
But that's how it would have been handled appropriately. These guys are untrained.
Correct.
I'm telling you.
it
they
only
are.
would have happened that way if she would have actually complied. But the moment she didn't comply, it escalated. It's that simple, you guys.
The
Life and death
nope,
is far
I
more
don't agree.
nuanced than that.
And we're going to agree to disagree on
Yeah,
that.
I
That's it. But
I
I think
don't-
ultimately, Jared, I know where you're coming from, and both Stuessy
Okay,
and I
then
know.
just ignore me.
And it's
Ignore
fine.
me and put your lives at
No,
risk.
no, Jared, no, I'm not.
If you guys,
there's
here's
been,
what I'm
there's
saying.
been an anthem
I've
going around
given-
a lot lately.
I've given
and
you guys
it's
advice. If you
simple.
guys ignore me and you go get yourselves killed,
No.
I'm not going to feel bad at this
None
point.
of us
well,
are trying
no, and
to do
that's
that.
okay. I don't want you to feel
Love
bad.
thy neighbor.
That's it. Yeah,
That's fucking it.
Yeah, you know what that
I'm not
means,
out
though?
there. I'm not out
But
there
do you know what that
to-
means, though? Don't kill your neighbor.
Well,
That
I'm not
doesn't
here to
mean
kill-
that doesn't mean defend your neighbor no matter what the fuck they do. That's not what that means. That just means
no,
don't do
nobody
bad shit
wants
to people.
get killed. Yeah, like there was an
At the end of the
aggravation.
day, we don't want to see terrible shit happen to people.
Yeah,
man.
there was
That's
an
it. That's
aggravation
fucking it.
component.
I got to piss. You guys keep going.
Okay.
Keep telling me
What?
how much I'm wrong while I'm not in the room to defend myself. Now's your chance, you guys. You
It's
got
not-
like
it's
3
not-
minutes, dude.
it's
You
just
can
your-
say the
Oh,
worst.
This
Dude,
guy wears a
we don't-
cowboy hat.
we don't edit the podcast, so you guys can say the
Oh, I know.
worst shit about me. Say anything you want. I can't even defend myself, and I'm not gonna edit it out. So say whatever you want about me, dude. You got about 3 minutes to literally just fucking drop the
The worst
hammer.
thing
bro.
I could think right now
Sucks.
is
Yeah, exactly.
the fact
Shitty
that
drummer,
you're redoing.
arrogant, whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Dude,
It
I'm
doesn't
not
matter.
gonna lie. I gotta follow suit. I gotta piss again too.
Shit. No, dude. When it comes to let's talk drums here, quick. Let's switch it up a little bit, because you and I think we're obviously on the same page.
I just want to see people fucking. Hey, let's go Spock. Live long and prosper, huh?
I mean, yeah.
I want people to care about each other.
The thing is
That-
like
that's the beginning and that's the end.
right, exactly. And if you remove all the politics from it and the right and the wrong and all that from it, ultimately it's like this was wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you that's just a non-biased, like human type of reaction.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, and then you can get down to the nuanced, granular shit about the politics involved in it. Like, was she obstructing justice? Whatever. Like you said, you had it right. That's what the outcome would
Okay,
have been.
well, people arrest people justly or not all the time for obstruction of justice.
Right, yeah, and in this
All that
case,
needed to
case, yeah, she probably would have been arrested for, would she have been convicted? Maybe not. Like, she had a strong argument, I think, given her actions on always, and we can infer that somehow. Like, we don't. There's people that just don't, and that's okay. They see it their way, but it's kind of like, I don't understand how you guys can't like remove that viewpoint and go, holy shit, from a humanistic level, this was so wrong.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't know. And I'm not going to convince anybody otherwise. So,
and we don't need to.
no, I know that's not our jobs.
We don't need to. People
Stop talking about them. Stop talking
people
about
are supposed to grow and change.
Well, here's the
and
thing: all
develop
violence is
and
wrong.
adapt.
All
Yeah.
violence is wrong.
That's
you
what
know?
separates.
Except for self-defense, but even then, it's still like, how
self-defense,
far do you go with that violence?
That's
you
a consequence of something else. And again, how far do you go? The only thing
Like
that
violence
Well, is
seems-
separates
obstruction always
humanity
violent? It's
from
not,
the rest
though.
of
Violence
the animal
seems-
kingdom
But
no,
obstruction is wrong.
is the fact that we
it's,
don't
we're
need,
not talking about wrong.
we don't need to kill
We're talking about
other
violence.
humans
Right? We're talking
Okay.
about like,
to
Yeah.
exist. That's it.
well, and it's weird too because you can like it's really easy. So here's a great example. The left love to say it's okay to punch a Nazi. It's like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but who's a Nazi?
Right.
And who are you to decide who a Nazi is? But we can all agree that Nazis are so evil that violence is justified towards them. If we know they're really Nazis, right? Because
Sure,
we're
yeah.
thinking like
Trust,
Hitler,
but verify.
Hitler level Nazis, right?
Trust, but
To-
verify. Exactly.
Like there's no. Now, granted, a Christian a real deep down Christian. You were raised Catholic, so a real true Christian.
I was
will
I
talk
was a
about
Christian for most of my life.
real true Christians, not the ones who claim to be. Real Christians, like the really good people that we all kind of admire. They will talk about forgiveness forever. Like that's the whole point, is to forgive the most evil, the most heinous.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Pray
But
for your
nobody,
enemy,
but
yeah.
nobody, but nobody
Yep.
on this planet, no normal human being is like, we should have forgiven Hitler. Everybody was like, no, you got to fucking stamp
right,
that out.
yeah,
You have to
yeah.
kill him and eradicate him like a cockroach, right? And his people, right?
Right. Yep.
That is exactly the opposite of what we just got done arguing.
Right. And
Right?
I think the
That's where it gets weird. Is like when we decide somebody is so bad, nope, it's okay to murder that person now. A pedophile. Some people, that's their line. If you rape kids, we should just put you down. Don't lock you in. Don't lock you in a cell. You're not worth it. Murder that guy.
I'd still rather than be in a cell.
We all agree with that. I actually agree with you, and I simply agree with it for two reasons. Hypocrisy, right? And number two is cost. It's actually more expensive to kill a man than it is to lock him up for the rest of his life, because he gets rights to appeals and and killing a guy is very, very expensive to do it democratically in this country. So yeah, just lock him up. It's cheaper. Just whatever, do what you got to do. Lock them up with
Trust
nothing
but
but
verify,
other.
man,
lock them up with nothing but other pedophiles as well. You know what I mean? So they can fucking diddle each other as far as I'm concerned. Or they're only around other adults, which has got to be their own version of psychological
well, there's a
torture,
reason
right?
they don't last long in prison. So what does that tell you?
Well, that's because they put them in
You know
Gen
what I mean?
Pop, right?
And they
Same
should.
thing with rapists. Rapists also don't make it long in
Yeah,
prison.
and they should. You know, it's
So what we just did is we just classified two different groups of people that we totally have zero compassion for: rapists and pedophiles, right?
Correct.
The problem is when people like bring that up another level and another level and another level and another level until someday they say, well, simply being Jewish is the same thing. In our eyes, being Jewish is the same thing as being a pedophile. Just kill them. They'll never be saved.
This
And then
particular,
the next level of that 70 years later is, well, if they're a Democrat, or if they're a Republican, or if they're a specific supporter of a specific politician. I specifically remember it was either during Trump's first term or during Biden's term where they wanted to put all Trump supporters on a list.
fuck that.
And I was like, no,
That's
no.
backwards as
We don't
shit.
put people on lists, yo.
That is the
that
most
is some Gestapo level
anti-democracy-
shit.
Yes.
That's some Gestapo. So what I'm ultimately getting at here through this entire conversation is that both sides have been ushering in different versions and different vectors of fascism. And it doesn't matter if it's Trump, if it's Biden, if it's Obama, if it's Bush, if it's Clinton. It doesn't fucking matter. They're all eroding the Constitution. This is real old school conspiracy shit. Every single one of these people is eroding the Constitution from a different angle. Someday, it doesn't matter if he's a Democrat or Republican, we're going to have a real actual fascist who is going to have unlimited power because we have done nothing in this country since World War II other than consolidate power to the presidential office.
Which is
These
its own
motherfuckers
massive
have
problem.
had too much power for about 40, 50 years, and it's finally starting to resonate
Yep.
with a new group of people, you guys, now. Because Trump, somebody you already don't like, happens to be doing shit that people like me and Jamal have been warning people about for 25 fucking years, and no one thought we were credible. You guys call, not you, but you guys,
Sure.
right? The proverbial you guys have been calling us paranoid, conspiracy theorists, like the worst discreditable intellectual terms you can call somebody. I'm not talking character, right? You're not calling us racists and bigots for believing this shit back in the day, but you called us paranoid. You called us conspiracy theorists. And
I
now
would have been one of those
you
paranoid
guys are
people, too.
all
I've seen this shit
suffering
coming.
the
I've seen this
reality
shit
that
coming
we
since I was a
told you was
child.
going to happen. It just happens to be Trump. But I'm telling you, dude, it
Well,
would have been. It's
we
going to
said-
be somebody else 20 years from now, and
Right.
it's just going to keep getting worse.
Right.
It's just going to keep
So,
getting worse.
Here's the one. Before I
It's
rock
inevitable,
another
by
piss.
the way. It's inevitable.
Here's the one little piece I wanted to drop.
And it's
before I-
inevitable. Let me wrap this up
Sure.
to one sentence. It's inevitable because we're fighting real communism, fascism in China and Russia. and the absolute control they have over their propaganda machine, we can't stop it in their country. And because of our freedoms, we can't stop it in our own country. So the only way for us to beat this real evil communism of China and Russia, we have to become our version of fascist to fight fascism. It's not what I think is right. It's not what I would do. But if you do the fucking socioeconomic math, if you sit down and you look at the what do they call it? The spy, that kind of shit, right? Like if you look at every level of it, this whole thing is inevitable. Just like World War III is inevitable.
History always repeats.
It's all inevitable. All I'm saying is I would rather have our dictators than their dictators. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't like it. I don't want it. And if these motherfuckers come to my house, trust me, I'm going to be on the news dead because I will be the guy who answers my door with an AR-15. But no, I'm not going across the street with my AR-15.
No.
Are you fucking nuts?
No.
But if you guys really want to fight fascism,
that's the difference between self-defense
and
terrorism.
If you guys really want to fight fascism, that's what you have to do. Yeah. All you lefties right now who think Trump is actually a dictator, the only way you actually win this, you have to arm up. You have to go onto the streets, exercise your Second Amendment right. You really want to do this? You better stand there like those dudes in Utah. Do you guys know about that story?
I do, but I got to pee, and I want to
go piss.
I want to interject one thing before we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
We were talking about the different levels, the way things accelerate. We got Hitler, we got Jews, we've got different levels and different groups of people. The whole reason that isn't supposed to happen is simply from checks and balances.
Yeah.
Checks and balances. This country was founded on that.
Correct.
You're not supposed to have
separation of powers.
Separation of powers, separation of church and states, all this.
I'm sorry. I just meant the three branches of government.
Absolutely.
The checks and balances, the separation of powers.
That's what I'm referring to.
Yep.
You're not supposed to have one central entity that is deemed to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Correct.
That negates and plows straight through due process. And the big issue that I have to pee, so I'm not trying to make this a big thing. The big issue that I have with ICE currently is at least the way they've been acting. They're acting like a centralized judge, jury, and executioner. And it's chaotic and it's messy and it's not how it's supposed to be. And I'll tell you what else. It's not effective. You bring a mess to a group of people that only want to be able to sustain the lives of themselves and the people around them. They want peace. They want to thrive. They want to love each other. They want happiness. It's just a huge fucking disruption. It's a violent, chaotic destruction. And this, if you want to successfully expat or whatever the term is, for groups of criminals, well, you have to go through the right orders. You have to target, mark your target, dude.
I think they were. Trying to.
We shouldn't be carpet bombing our own citizens and our own.
Well, we're definitely not carpet bombing our own citizens. Jesus Christ, dude.
As a figure of speech.
I know you're being hyperbolic, but that's an insane way to put it. Like, no one's being carpet bombed in any possible way.
All know that.
That is the craziest metaphor. I totally feel you, dude. But
What's a metaphor?
The sentiment, it's like
the sentiment's wrong too, dude. That's too extreme.
They're out there in chaos, going after fucking anybody that breathes.
I don't think that's true either, dude. It seems that way because of the way it's being framed, but again,
I really entirely hope that is the case.
If people just let them do their job and they could go in and serve the warrant and arrest the 3 guys they're in that neighborhood to do instead of citizens bringing chaos, I think it would be much more like what you guys are asking.
I don't agree. The way they're handling it, no. In this case, if it was the police, the local police, because I've seen it.
But the local police are refusing to help.
Right. And I've seen it when they were deployed to Whipple to help assist with all the shit that's going on there.
And I'm going to excuse myself real quick.
Because they're putting themselves in the way of violence there, specifically because that's a detention center currently. The local police showed... Yeah. extremely more skill than the ice folks did.
Well, the ice guys aren't from here, though, man.
They're just unskilled. Basic, this. If they knew how to de-escalate situations or they handled it more appropriately, I think we wouldn't have somebody dead.
How do you de-escalate a mob?
They're not, okay. So, and this could go right to the top. Maybe they're not giving them the right tools. They're offering them a shit ton of money, a $50,000 sign-on bonus, $100,000 plus salary for some idiot. Okay, we're not going to train them. We might give them some ancillary training.
What training do ICE go through?
To me, if you're an ICE, you can look it up too.
Well, we got to be careful because we've already proven tonight that
you're right.
What we get right now might not be. They might be like they go through extensive training, and that might not be true. It might say they go through no training, and that might not be true. We have no idea. But I just want to see what training. Let's not try to influence it. Let's not try to say anything. What training do they go through?
Extreme
involves extensive instruction. I don't know if instruction means training. I don't think it does, right? Because, what is training? Training to me says, you're doing drills. Instruction means classes in my eyes, right?
Well, sure.
That's how I interpret that. Well, so extensive instruction doesn't mean training to me.
Not 27 weeks. That I would think, at least
27 weeks seems like a lot, though. That's
50,
a lot, dude.
That's less than a year. 52 weeks.
That's half
a
year. That's 60.
That's not
literally
a lot.
That's literally more than 6 months, though. That's more than basic training that you have to do to go to fucking war.
Yeah, but that's
war is 6 weeks, dude. Basic training is 6 weeks. That's 6 months.
No, it's 3 months. My brother he's National Guard. No, it's
what
3
branch?
months. He was
what branch?
The National Guard.
What branch of the National Guard?
Army National Guard. Wait.
There's every branch of the military has a National Guard except the Marines.
Okay, so the Army.
I believe that's a 6 or an 8 week basic training.
10 week.
10 week. So, so ICE goes through more training. As far as time, ICE does more than the Army. So you can be trained to go kill
training,
people.
Though. That's basic training. You're not when you get in the military. There's levels of you're a colonel, and then you raise.
Dude, no. My whole family's military. That's not how that works.
Okay. Well,
in active war, which is basically the civil version of what's happening now, right? So if we were in World War II, or if we go to World War III, if you and I got drafted, we would go through 10 weeks of basic training, and then we would be deployed to go kill people. You don't do 10 weeks of basic training and then go do some other shit and then go do some other shit and then go do some other shit. When you're done with basic training, you're officially a soldier and you get to go kill people if we deploy you. That's what's happening here. But apparently, if this is true, ICE goes through over 6 months. It was 27 weeks.
Sure.
That's 1 week more than 6 months.
This isn't okay. So
and
there's
then
more
they're
nuance involved in enforcement training, right? Law enforcement training, right? What does a police officer go through? How long is a police officer?
Okay, well, I could. You should look this up. You should look this up. But I do know.
Guarantee you, a police officer in the academy goes through more than 6 months, dude. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll eat my words. And that's
yes
fine.
and no for sure.
I want to learn about.
Yes and no for sure.
I don't know.
So a lot of modern law enforcement, you have to go get a degree in college first. So you've already spent 4 years studying the law, or 2 years. It says 21 weeks. 12 to 27 weeks. So that's less than ICE. 3 to 4 months.
Wow. That's
18
crazy.
months at the most. Where does it say at the making the total initial qualification roughly 9 to 18 months?
Okay. All right.
Oh, so they're on the job for 6 months to a year before they're done. So these guys do 12 to 27 weeks, and then they're on the street, and they have a 6 months to a 1 year probationary period before they're still officially cops. They can arrest people and shoot people in that probationary period. And this is true because I've seen this in those TV shows that Brett and I were just talking about. There's a couple good TV shows out there that actually do a good job of going through the protocol. So, for example, The Rookie, they have several moments in there where if a cop shoots somebody, and they go under investigation, cops do not have the right to remain silent if they want to stay a cop.
Oh, wow.
If they exercise their right to remain silent,
They're guilty?
immediately terminated as a cop, and they become a civilian immediately.
Oh, wow.
So
Shit.
if you want to possibly ever stay a cop, you do not have the right to stay silent. You
Sure.
have to fully answer every question that asks of
Sure.
you. But so this is what I'm saying, man. I think it's super easy to Monday morning quarterback this, and that's what I think we're all doing.
Yeah, we
I
all
think that's
do
what
it.
we're all doing is Monday
Well,
morning quarterback,
yeah.
including me, because
Well,
I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a fucking constitutional expert, dude. None of us are, man. And
right,
most of us
exactly.
have full-time jobs and don't know what the fuck we're talking about because we have fucking lives and kids. You coach your kid's baseball team. You're in like 19 fucking bands, dude. Like, it's totally
18.
reasonable. It's 18, not
Dude,
19, you son of a bitch.
Lee Underwood is in more bands than me. Aaron Cole is in more bands than me. The only difference is I just have children, but I have
That
two
was the
adult-
running joke with you forever, though, is that you're in 747 bands.
And it's like,
Because there was a time you had like 6,
well,
right?
dude, and like in the tribute band scene, all of those dudes are in multiple bands,
Right.
And a couple,
Great
Greg
point.
Rockwell is in 2 Motley Crue tribute bands, and I'm like, what? We just there's a need for us,
Right.
You know, and you could fill some fucking holes. In
I'm
the
not
scene.
very likable, though.
Well, fix
I
that,
wish-
Jared. Fix
Here's
it.
the
It's
thing.
an
I'll
easy
tell you. I'll
fix.
tell you
It's
what
an
killed
easy
my career.
fix.
I told you this, Josh. Remember
an
when we
easy
got
fix.
drunk and we were on the phone all night?
That was a great conversation.
Dude, him and I one night randomly, I happened to be like blackout drunk and up till like 1 a.m. and he was
So it was
online.
last Tuesday.
And he was no. This
I'm
is
kidding, I'm
rare, dude.
joking.
I'm usually asleep by like 8:30.
Oh, it's way past your bedtime, boy.
Seriously,
Well,
Thursdays.
actually, it's not. It's
Thursdays is me staying up late for the podcast. Like literally, when I get done with this
I'm
podcast, I
kidding.
will go directly to bed and pass out. No matter how much energy I have when we end this podcast, the moment we're done, I will
As you
sit down
should.
here.
You
I'll
should
have
do
one
that.
more beer.
Yeah,
I'll
just
maybe
chill out,
smoke a bowl,
relax.
and then I will pass the fuck
That's
out.
what
Like
you
it's
should
that quick.
do.
But I told Josh, I go, no, I'll tell you what ruined my music career, dude, is I didn't realize how important it is to just be a good hang. I was way too intense. I was way too serious. I was way too
I
passionate.
remember
I
our
was
very
way too
first
focused on
interaction, dude,
success.
back in 2004, I believe, and I was like, "Holy fuck, dude!" Like, and then I got to know you, and I was like, "Wow, that wasn't the Jared I met." Like,
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
I didn't get the second meeting with 90% of people. That's how I ruined my career. And even being in a band with me, I was so worried about like doing the business and making good decisions and being successful. And I took a football player's mentality. I took a military mentality into music. And dude, I just forgot that, dude.
that's crazy
Just
that
be
didn't
a
work with
good
Dying
hang.
Euphoria because I mean they were kind of the same thought.
No, I brought that to that band. That was a party band before I showed up. Jeremy will tell you that 100%.
I mean, I don't disagree with that because I mean that's I love my boys. Like Rain's clean. Rain's been clean.
That's
for
what
like
they wanted me
15
for,
years.
though. They wanted me for because I was the like guy who's like, yeah, no, we gotta we gotta XYZ this.
And they've
motherfucker.
said that. We
Yeah.
have conversations we've had.
Yeah.
Well, you were back in the reunion stage too, so like you
for
know.
a split second, yeah.
Yeah, you did the last show we had.
Yeah, that was the value I brought to bands, right? Is I showed them how to run it like a business. And when I was in a good mood, we did it in a fun, positive way.
Yeah.
The problem is when guys started fucking up and then things started going wrong or I started having to do everybody's job and then I just got a bad attitude and I was no longer a bud. I was no longer part of the hang.
It's
I was
easy
I was
for
a
that to be a
manager,
thing.
you know,
Yep.
I was a fucking
Yeah,
boss
yeah.
and it was like I'm easily hateable because I'm already kind of arrogant. I kind of come off like I know everything. Like I totally get all my flaws, and I just never admitted that and realized that at a young enough age to go, oh, dude, I gotta fucking shut up and back off.
Well, you can still do it, Jared. And I think honestly, like you have.
I don't think
you
I
have,
can. It's too far gone. People
No,
don't like me. I'm a lost cause, dude.
No,
I'm trying to get
there's-
Will. I'm trying to teach Will to not do what I did, and then I'll live vicariously through him.
There you go. Sometimes I
make
think
thank
Will
you
your
for the kind
manager
words.
there. Yeah.
I
Thank you for
and
the
I
kind
mean
words,
that,
dude.
dude.
Thank you for the
I
kind
truly
words.
mean that. Like,
I'm not blowing you
when,
off. I just
When Ellie when she replied what she replied, I immediately was like, no, like Jared doesn't deserve that. Like, he's got a right to his opinion. We might be kind of sick of it in this juncture
we don't have
right
to
now.
touch on that. That was a dark moment in time.
Yeah, and I want you to know she really is a genuinely. There's a lot of backstory that nobody really knows about. She's engaged to Roman Pinter, right? He was in Silva, so I know Roman quite a bit.
Roman's raping Asmodea right now?
No, he was. That was like 10 years ago now. But
what's
think.
What's Roman's big
He's
project
he's
right
in
now?
Knot.
I
Knot
think
is-
Ellie.
Okay, yep, I
I
remember
think
that.
Ellie is the same as me and everybody else.
She just emotionally
She
reacted.
probably
She
has
knew
a great
it, and
heart,
she
but
does.
just like every other human being on this planet, is a horrible human being in the wrong moment.
Right,
and that was
she
her
knew
wrong
that.
moment.
Yeah, and
That is
I was
the
like,
human
I
condition
told her,
right
I'm like,
there.
Ellie, I'm not.
Because I'm
trying to
telling
call
you,
you
people
out,
be like,
girl,
Jared's an
'cause
asshole.
she's-
And Will tell you, well, Jared can be an asshole.
You
I can be an asshole,
and be
dude.
likable,
Trust me.
absolutely. There's a place for
Oh,
everything.
like
Somebody will be like, Jared's a really
children will
nice
tell you
guy.
that.
And somebody will be like, no, he's not. And then Will will be like, he can be.
That sounds like Will really putting in some work there.
I can be anything. I can be any of the things. Like, you know what I mean?
And if there's anything,
but I'm not
just try-
permanently any of these
And that's okay, Jared. Like you should,
People are
you have
complex.
the right to express your opinion. I just think it's the context, and it's the same thing with Shane. And
Just
guess
admit
what?
it. You
Shane,
got mad because I said no one's going to riot because it's a white girl.
No, dude, come on.
Which
Listen.
is true, by the way. No one's rioting because no one cares about white
Well,
people.
I mean, it was a weird thing to throw in. I don't think that was the point. I don't think anybody cared about that at that
Honestly,
point.
I
Plenty
got
of
to stop
protests.
answering Facebook. I got to stop replying to Facebook posts while I'm taking a shit at 6 a.m.
Yeah, yes, that's one thing you can change. After
I did that. I
post
stopped
shit,
doing that a long
then
time
you're more
ago.
you're more level-headed,
Don't go on
you
Facebook
can-
until 2 p.m.
or at all. I mean, dude, I don't blame you, man. It's
No, professionally on my professional page, you'll notice there's no political posts. Like, I'm
Yeah.
wise enough to not do that. You guys hate me because I'm on my private page, and honestly, I'm
don't hate
usually
you,
yeah,
man.
nobody
being-
hates you, dude.
I'm usually being a complete sarcastic asshole, but then sometimes I try to be serious, and you guys do not get it through text. If we were in person, you'd be like, "Oh, Jared's doing the thing again," and half of you would be laughing, and then half of you would be rolling your eyes and being like, "I hate it when he does this." That's my best friend Kevin. My best friend Kevin is like, "Oh, you're doing that thing that you always do," ugh. and then he judges me. He's like, "Ugh." That's my best friend. He was my best man in my wedding. He's like, "Ugh, you're doing that thing you do." Ugh.
I love it.
I'm really bad at conveying my tone and my cadence through text or Facebook posts. It's just not my medium.
Those are not
you know?
good mediums.
And
for
I
that.
wish that you guys heard my voice and my vibe when you read my shit, but I know
Yeah, I
how it works.
understand that.
You
I
guys
understand
read
that. And I've
your
been
voice.
charged. I've been
You guys
guilty.
read your voice, and trust
Well,
me, I've done that too. John Diley, my old singer, used to text me shit, and I'd be like, I'd read it back to him in person. I'd be like, and then you texted me, and he goes, "That's not how I said it."
yeah, right. Yeah.
And then I'd be like, "How
I'm
did you
guilty
say
of
it?"
that
And then
too.
he'd
I'm
say it in
guilty of that
his
too.
tone, and I'd be
You
like,
know,
"Oh, that's way different."
Yeah.
You know, I'd be like, "Fuck, I fucked up, dude. I'm sorry, bro."
that's why I keep
just-
bringing
That's
you
what
back
happens
to this,
online
this
all
one
day.
concept. It's just trust but verify.
I hate that phrase so much
Well,
because the second part of it literally contradicts the first. You can't trust something and then be like, "But let me make sure."
Yeah.
you could break it down
Well,
into just
like,
trying
do you
to see the
trust
best
your
in
wife?
people.
Do you, when your wife says, "I'm not cheating on you," do you go, "I trust you"?
I do.
But I'm gonna go look through your entire phone and email history to verify that's true.
It would have to get to
That
a
would be
pretty
the opposite
it
of
would have
trust,
to get to
right?
Why
a
didn't
pretty
you bring
severe
me
point
into
for
it?
that.
Like, I want to be part. I'll record. I'll cuck it up. That's fine. I'm a cuck
Oh,
guy.
dude, no, dude, don't
I-
say that on public. Don't,
Sorry.
dude, delete that, Will. Will, it's gonna be our
No.
first time we ever
Oh,
edit anything.
shit.
I'm gonna fucking clip that.
We're
Put
not-
it on the clips
Did
channel.
I trigger
No.
you, Jared?
We'll cuck it up in here. Not
Oh
me,
my
just
god!
you.
Oh my god!
It's
You
the
ruined
opposite.
your careers just now into like you Renee
didn't
Gooded
have a career.
yourselves. you put
But we're
yourself
still
in harm's
alive,
way.
baby.
We're not gonna clip that. We're not gonna clip that.
No, and I mean that in a good way, right? But it's all about how it's
How is
inferred.
being a
That's what
cuck
we're
a
talking,
good thing?
It's the approach.
right?
It's
But
the
it's all
intent.
about yes, the intent, the how you infer it, the whole everything we're just talking about, right? Like it's how people infer what you say sometimes, and I've had to learn this shit too, Jared. I'm guilty as charged on this, believe me. And I've had, like, when somebody brings it to my attention, I go, oh, I didn't see it that way. I'll pay more attention to what I'm saying going forward. And I've learned, dude, I've had interventions in bands. Like
for what?
So specifically, like, I got too hammered at a show, and I caused
for drinking shit?
So I'm just But it was like, dude, I've always, in my mind, I'm like, well, I've always, like, there wasn't anything extraordinary about it, but the fact that people are bringing it to my attention makes me go, okay, there's something I need to fix, and I fixed it as soon as somebody brings it to my attention. Yeah, and it's never been an issue since that show in 2018. Never.
What was the show you were talking about?
This was out in Madison, Wisconsin.
The fact that you're laughing as you tell this story makes me want to know so much more.
Post-divorce Lanik, which was I went on a fucking rampage, and I was losing part of myself that other people noticed, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Jeremy Blake's in the comments right now, like, this was my favorite version of Lanik.
That's when Jeremy looks at you like, well, you did what? Like, then it's a problem. No, it was funny. The first time I met the DE guys, I was married and had kids. I was the only married dude, and those guys were, doing the thing. But as we got back together, they were more mature. Rain had cleaned up, and we all learned something from each other because we were going through, like, Jeremy was going through his divorce. So we all learned something from each other and gained this amazing bond. So there's something to be said about the shit that we go through and how we share it with each other and how we can, bottom line, just support each other. And we're here for you, Jared, and this is part of support. The shit that you might not want to hear.
Even interventions are support.
And I try to do it. Look at, and listen, you're not even the worst, Jared, because there's another guy that's worse.
Who's worse than me?
We don't talk about other.
Who's worse than me?
He knows who he is.
No, I want names. Who's worse than me? We'll bleep it out.
Shane Patton.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
I know the name, but I don't know. I don't know him. I've never met him.
So here's the thing. I know Shane. He's come to my house parties before, and he brought his son. At the time, an infant, and he was taking care of.
I actually like these.
Yeah, those are good.
I apologize.
I'm gonna keep
no,
this
you don't
Continue.
have to. It's fine. I'm cool about going with the flow, stream of conscious shit.
You should try this. You should try
that's
this.
That's big dick right there. Big
No,
dick.
you already gave me that one.
Oh, hello.
I'm gonna smoke this fucking.
I'm gonna save this bad
I was
boy.
curious about this.
Okay,
I've never seen this.
so I understand
I'm
I come
not gonna
across
wake
the
up.
wrong way all the time. I understand I come across as insensitive.
And that's a big thing, Jared. That's like
I get it.
If
but
if
but
you
here's the thing, man.
like,
Here's why I do this. You need to understand my motivation.
Okay.
You guys are all great people.
You can't. Okay.
You guys are amazing human beings, kind-hearted. You mean well.
Thank you.
Nobody in the circle of us, you/me, nobody.
Slash is involved?
Nobody.
Where's
Nobody.
Slash, dude?
Nobody in your circle, nobody says what needs to be said. That's the role I play. If you had a guy like me in your circle, I wouldn't be me because there has to become some sort of balance.
I agree.
That's it.
I
it's
agree.
that simple. It's that.
But
I swear to God,
there
that's
are
always
plenty
my
of people
intention.
the way you do it. I
do
know.
not
I know
like
that's
me
your
for
intention.
Doing that as well.
And I do it the
there
way
has
I
to
do
be
it.
some dissent or looking at it from a different perspective. That is true. That holds
it's
true.
literally that.
And that's the person I've always tried to be. Whenever everybody has the same opinion on something without looking at all the angles. It's
And
like,
I do that
guys, we
on
just have to
purpose.
do it.
Sometimes I just straight up say it. I'll be like, if I'm going to steel man the other side, here's what they're thinking. Other times I just happen to be on that other side, but it's
Right.
never received well. It doesn't
Well,
really
and
seem to
I've-
matter
I've-
how you do it
well, and I'm
online.
telling
It's
you-
always a bad vibe.
Not necessarily. It could still. You can still have civil discourse. That is where we learn from each other.
Absolutely.
And I have like
that is an extremely valuable asset
And
to
it's-
the
Yeah,
I
improvement
tried
of
that
your-
online
how
for
you
years.
to the
present
improvement
yourself.
of your knowledge. Online's just not the place to do it. It's
Right.
it's black and white. Literally, text is black and white. You don't get the emotion. I mean, you might, but
this
it's
is
going to
more
be
important.
misconstrued.
Talking is more important because
in person, live.
Yeah, you don't
fucking on the Jared Singer Extravaganza, whatever have you, where you could actually you could actually get down to the nitty gritty and learn about each other. Learn about
because
things.
the thing, like the way we and this dude,
This thing tastes like shit.
there should be a study done on how text
Something weird
messaging.
with this one.
Really?
Yeah, this one tastes like shit.
Uh-oh.
I've smoked like 10 of these cigars. They always
Which
taste
one
great.
is it?
This is the weird.
Okay, I don't have that one.
This is the Romain Bueso Habano I was just talking about earlier. I
Yeah.
love this cigar. I smoke a lot of these, but this one's got a weird little.
I mean, obviously you
sitting
just
too
lit
long.
it, so it hasn't warmed up yet. But what are you keeping your goodness, not temperature?
Oh, the humidity.
Yeah,
Oh, so I use these new beads.
because I can
This,
tell that this one is a little bit dry.
So I use these new beads, and they just hover
Are they open?
between 60. Yeah, it's got a.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah.
They hover between 68 and 70.
That's perfect range right there.
Yeah, and what I've learned is that I've been humidifying my cigars when I've been trying to be between 70 and 72. And those tight draws, it's because the internal cigar, the filler, it opens
Compacts,
up.
Yeah.
And when it opens up and expands, it actually tightens up the airflow.
Yep.
So it gives you the vibe of a plugged cigar. So as I slowly started dropping down my humidity closer to 68, all my cigars,
How are you measuring it?
well, these kind of measure themselves. Like
There's
it's
no
just kind of
barometric-
automated.
Oh.
Like it's a give and a take. So you get these things. It's the same thing with the Boveda packs. They say it right on it, 68%.
Yep. I'm a big
And
fan
it's-
So
of
you
those
don't have to
Boveda
measure
packs.
it. It will just.
Yeah, and it'll absorb moisture in the summer, and it'll output moisture in the winter.
Yep,
It's a two-way
stabilized two ways.
humidification.
Yep.
Sure.
And then
okay,
this is
yeah.
the same exact company, but this is called HumiCare. So it's just a slightly different technology that's easier to visualize and
Sure.
monitor where it's at in its life cycle.
Right. Well, yeah.
How
I guess.
frequently do you have to fill that with water?
Not very often. It's way easier, way cheaper than Boveda packs.
I might have to look that up. I've tried a few of the different
They're
methods.
they're messy and chaotic at first. Like it's really easy to overfill it. It's really easy
Yeah.
to spill the beads. Like it's really easy to fuck it up. But once you get it figured out and down, it's, dude, I haven't looked back. I got that whole fucking Herfador down there, full of cigars. It's got like 3 layers in it. It's got 3 levels in it. It's
God,
almost
that's
empty now. I
beautiful.
gotta make another haul. But
For those of
Where do you
you
go for
viewers who
yours?
cannot see this, this is like
I just order everything online.
this is like
Oh,
a
okay.
huge
that thing-
Rubbermaid bin.
Yeah, it's a exactly, and it's got
It's a merch bin.
yeah, and
exactly.
it's got wooden. It's got
we're
wooden
packing our
tiers in it.
T-shirts in there.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
right.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's got wooden tiers in it. It's not cool for display, but it stores my cigars in bulk at proper humidity. So then when I pull them into here for a few days, everything's fine. Dude.
So, putting a cigar in the refrigerator or freezer.
Terrible idea.
Terrible idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure that myth was dispelled.
You'd be
Smartest
better
thing to
off
do-
putting them in a Ziploc bag
Yep.
with a wet paper towel. And that's,
Oh, really? Okay.
that's still not
I
great.
thought
That's not a
so.
good idea, but that's better
it's
than
better.
Right.
that.
Okay.
The smartest thing to do is the
the.
Ziploc paper bag. Go to the cigar store. You can get a tiny little fucking like 15-gram Boveda pack
Yep.
for like 99 cents, and throw that in that Ziploc bag or a Tupperware if you got a tiny little
Yeah, yeah.
Tupperware container.
That seals. Yeah.
But put that Boveda pack in there and just seal it and close
So
it,
it's
and then
like
just
a-
leave it at room temperature because your house is always going to be around
Yeah.
70 degrees anyways.
Right. Okay.
I
Interesting.
I've tried I tried some more traditional methods, and I've got my hydrometer.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah, you got it. Hydrometer. Yep.
Yeah, that works.
What is that?
Hydrometer.
What is that?
It simply just reads.
It's
the,
just a hydrometer, dude. It
the
measures
Well, I
humidity.
know.
humidity.
Yeah, that's it. Also, you use it for brewing too when you
Yeah.
measure the
Yep.
alcohol by volume. So
Yep.
that's
No, that's a no similar.
hydrometer.
No. This
can
is a
learn something now.
hydrometer. This is a so it's spelled hydro
Okay.
meter. So it's hydrometer.
Googie, where you at, son? Tell
I'm gonna
me.
pull this
But-
up.
Tell me the truth.
So look up what it's called to measure the ABV in beer. It's spelled. It sounds exactly the same, but it is a different word. I promise you.
It's yeah. All it does. The one that I have again,
hydrometer.
HumiCare brand.
But it's got a G in it, right?
That. No. Hydrometer.
What the fuck?
It's the same. Yeah. So what I have here is a HumiCare hydrometer. It measures. This one has temperature as well.
Hold on.
But all it does is measure the level
Type
of
in-
humidity.
Type
within
in
its confined
hydrometer.
space.
So type in hydrometer. for beer versus humidity. What is the difference?
Shape.
Because I remember researching this. Liquid density, blah 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 blah. No, it's called a hygrometer. See. Actually, I think that's backwards. I think that's backwards.
Hygrometer.
No, that's it, but you say them the same way in English, the way we speak. Hydrometer.
Hydrometer, motherfucker.
Right? But I'm pretty sure that's backwards, dude. I'm almost 100 because
no, it would make sense if it's a hard G. Hydrometer. With the D and the G.
Got to be careful of those hard G's.
But I'm pretty actually no. This is correct. So this is correct. Yes, we in our world we're not using a hydrometer. We're using a hydrometer. In beer, it's a hydrometer. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I knew they sounded identical because I remember learning this through brewing beer, and they are two distinctly different. Because one's measuring density of liquid. Gravity. Exactly. One's measuring the moisture in the air.
Right.
Yeah. Two different things. They sound identical when you say them.
That makes sense.
The hard.
Yeah.
Enough of the English.
Dude,
lesson.
crazy, dude. How the memory works, right? Like I knew there was something there. I was like, they're not the same thing. They're not the same thing.
You got us both.
But I was
We've been had.
but I had it backwards. And I always do that. If you give me two things, I flip them around. If you give me two things in enough time, I'll flip it. Black and white, positive, negative. You give me enough time and to forget about things, I'll flip them around, and that's exactly what I did. But I knew they were different. That's the only fucking saving grace. I knew they weren't exactly the same thing.
God, I would love
so
to try
what are you storing yours
cut.
at? Yeah, take it, dude.
Okay, so I buy.
You guys, I'm gonna go pee.
I think the only benefit to the punch, just before you decide to do this, is it keeps your cap intact a little bit longer.
Yes.
But it will restrict your airflow a little bit. Yeah. So you will experience different draw. I don't notice a big enough difference for it to matter unless it's a cigar that already kind of has a tight draw. Then I might go back and cut it.
I do.
So
I
see
do
if
notice,
you like it or not.
I find the punch to be most effective on just a standard Robusto, where not a tapered, just a regular old straight. But that 5 ring gauge or 50 ring gauge, excuse me, it's not packed too dense. It's not too big of a cigar where you're gonna have issues with withdrawal.
Sure. So did you know?
I mean, the straight cut, yeah.
When it comes to these
right,
sizes, like the Robusto, the Giganto, the Toro, all the shit, the Churchill. Did you know that most companies roughly put the same amount of tobacco in every one of those cigars?
Really? I did not.
Roughly. The idea being what changes between the size of the cigars, it's just the ratio.
Well, that's what counts.
Right? So like the ratio to the filler, binder, and wrapper, and that's why I fell in love with the Toro, because you're getting a lot of the wrapper without it being all wrapper. Like if you go with the super thin fucking, what do they call those?
The petite, Corona.
Yeah, the Coronas.
I'm actually, I rarely buy them.
The petite's the short. The Corona's the width.
Yes. Yeah. I rarely buy Corona size cigars simply because it's mostly in my head. I feel like I get less bang for my buck. However,
You do.
I'm
you're
a big
right. No,
I'm a big fan
right,
of
dude.
them
No,
as
you're
well. Because you do get more of that wrapper. The ratio is even more favored towards complexity because the wrapper provides most of that distinction. But at the same time, when I'm smoking a cigar, I'm smoking with a purpose, and that purpose being to just stop for an hour, stop life, just cease. Take 45 minutes, take an hour to just relax, enjoy yourself, focus on something that isn't crazy, isn't demanding, isn't an obligation, and just enjoy your moment and that is ultimately the purpose of a good cigar.
A good cigar, right? I smoke a lot of cheap cigars because I like smoking them.
Well, yeah,
But
yeah.
a good one, you're right, dude. That's exactly what it is, man.
And
Like,
so that's the reason
I
why
saved this one for a special occasion,
Exactly.
for post dinner. You know, like I got a special selection of cigars I'm going to bring to Jamaica when my wife and I go again. You know,
Right.
because it's like I'm going to smoke the Margot V's all day, right, for 2 weeks while we're there. But
Yeah.
but every night I have a special cigar picked out. And this is what I'm going to smoke Monday night. You know, this is like, oh, this is the seafood, post-seafood dinner. This is the
Yeah.
post-steak dinner. This is the, you know, I'm
The
tripping
most-
mushrooms dinner.
Yeah, right. See, the most important parts in life, it's about making those memories. You know, those petite moments. That's what really counts because we're the way that
Did you just call moments petite?
Petite.
I did, yeah.
Dude,
I love
that also goes perfectly with that mustache, dude. Like you couldn't just say small
Le
moments.
petite. Le petite.
It's like life is
Your word
crazy,
choice,
man.
your word choice perfectly suits the mustache that you wear, dude. I love it. I think it's so cool, dude. I love it. I'm not mocking you. I'm complimenting
I don't
you, dude.
care either way,
I
man.
love
I
it.
love that too.
I love it, dude. It harkens back to a time.
we go.
Harkins. When everything was petite.
I love it, dude.
No, so yeah, well, yeah. Jeff.
It's life's about making.
So how
moments.
did
really
you
is.
how
It's
did you
crazy.
get into cigars? Like what made you do it? Not the first time you smoked a cigar, because that's usually not enjoyable for most people. What was the first time you enjoyed a cigar where you're like, I like this and I want to make this like a thing I do?
I'm actually very glad you asked that because this has its own story. So when I was 15 years old, I didn't know what to get my dad for his birthday. I'm like, you know what? Let's go for a gag gift. My dad's like the most straight cut, clean and narrow guy you'll ever meet,
No shit.
Straight edge, baby.
right?
X's on both of his hands.
No shit. Never saw that coming. A death metal son.
Nah, let's be real. I think modern day dad is in part my influence. No, but I was 15 years old. I didn't know what to get him. Gag gift. Let's see if I can get into the cigar shop and buy something for my dad. I got a lot of flack for it from the owner, but oh yeah, no, he still sold me something. So I bought him. God, what was it?
Was it because you were like not trying to buy cigarettes or some other stupid shit?
I've actually never smoked a cigarette in my life.
But were you like super
Wow.
genuine and you were like, hey,
Yes.
I'm trying to buy something for my dad?
I was, yeah.
So you didn't come in there all shady like a little kid,
Nope.
like I'm going to buy a cigar and like roll a blunt. Like you didn't have that vibe. You were like super honest and transparent
I was a
about it.
goody two shoes at this point in my life.
And you felt like they believed you.
That's. I'm gonna choose to believe that's why they
Versus
sold something to me.
them just being shady.
Yes, absolutely.
They were like,
yes.
this is actually pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, let's sell this little kid a cigar.
Yeah,
knows what he's
and so I did.
And you're old now and bald, so this was 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. Right?
I'm pretty sure
it
I'm
was
the oldest
70
one
years
sitting
ago,
here.
you little bitch.
I just don't want to imply
I'm
that it
having
was
the time of my life here, y'all.
I just don't
This
want to
is
imply
great.
that it was like 5 years ago,
Right.
and,
No.
and some guy's gonna be like, "Holy shit, I just got busted out on a podcast." This was a long time ago before there were
Oh,
laws.
So it was. You had to be 18. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's a good story. I got my dad that cigar.
Just one, or did you buy one for you and him?
Just the one.
Okay.
And then I had a dream about smoking cigars about a week later. And in my dream, they tasted like sugar and cinnamon,
Ooh.
Really?
which is not what
even
close.
cigars taste like. And so I actually, I later on in life, when I think it was like 20, I bought one for myself. And I was disgusted. But I wanted to figure out why people enjoy them. And I did not enjoy the action or the flavor of smoking the cigar. But I did enjoy taking that break, taking that moment.
Okay.
And I wanted to find out if there was something more to it.
Yeah. That's,
So for the next 5 years probably, I would buy one occasionally and see if something felt different.
No.
And they never did. Until they did, and now it's like, actually, yeah, my palate's developed. I'm older. I'm grown. There's actually something here that I legitimately enjoy beyond just taking the hour, the 45 minutes, taking that little screen cap on life. There's something to behold, and now I quite enjoy it.
Dude,
So.
I want to hear your story too, but before I do, I just want to say you said something that triggered a memory, not a memory, but an observation I've had about cigar smokers. I'm in a bunch of these cigar groups on Facebook.
Sure.
And I'm telling you, dude, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, red, brown. It doesn't matter if you're rich or you're poor, Republican, Democrat. If you smoke cigars, you're probably cool as fuck.
Yeah.
There's something there where it's like, especially when you get in a room, like if you go to a cigar lounge, I've been to a bunch of them in town. I'm actually about to rejoin the private one, Reds. There's a private cigar lounge in Northeast Minneapolis. I think it's $100 a month. You have to be invited.
Wow.
You can't.
What do you have to do to get invited?
Well, number one, you have to have a referral from somebody in the club. That's number one.
Right.
Number two is you could theoretically just hit Red up through Facebook.
Okay.
And then you can go down there and he interviews you and hangs out with you and decides if you're going to be a good fit. And he doesn't give a fuck about your money. If he doesn't like you, you're not coming.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Can we reiterate? He doesn't give a fuck about your money. Like he really don't give a fuck.
He
about
does
that?
not want your $100 a month. He wants the whole point is friends.
Yeah, because
It's
that's not
friends.
too terribly expensive, really. In the
And I'm
grand
going to
scheme
tell
of
you
things.
how honest this is. Just like I told Brett on that podcast, because Red, the guy that runs that place, he's a retired cop.
Okay, yeah.
In my interview, I go, you need to understand something about me. I hate cops.
I heard that.
And he goes, at the end of the interview, he goes, we'd love to have you. Because I was just totally myself.
You
I
should
was
be a fucking cop, dude.
I was just totally myself, though, is the point. Like, just
Exactly.
like there's no pretenses. Like, you can't fake your way through this interview. Like, they're gonna figure it out, and they might even let you join if you fake it. But 2 months later, you'll get kicked out.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
And
So
there's
they're
like security.
actively trying
There's
to
security.
avoid
Exactly.
pretentious folk.
Yeah, they just
They
don't.
just want a good time.
It's all about friends. The whole point is about
I
friends.
love that.
$100 a month, super legit. You get like a private locker to store your cigars. They got like multiple rooms, leather couches, big screen TVs. You go down there, you watch sports. They do
Yeah.
Christmas gifts, fucking Secret Santa, dude. It's dope. I'm
Wow.
literally about to join.
That's fantastic.
I joined it for a couple months and then fucking lost my job. And I was like, I can't justify this. It's only $100 a month, but I don't need this.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, my wife is just trying to get me, but now that we're trying to have a kid and it's getting closer and closer to happening, like, it's like, okay.
Really?
Yeah, we're trying to have a
That's
kid.
exciting, dude.
Hopefully she's pregnant soon. But she's even like, you're going to have to figure out this cigar smoking
Jared's
thing
gonna
soon."
really change. Let me tell you, you will, and you won't be able to stop it. And
I'm
it's a
doubling
good
down,
thing.
baby.
It's a good thing, bro.
I
I'll
guarantee
tell
you I will soften my edges. I already know.
Oh,
I already know.
yeah. Once you like have a child,
Especially
you
if
live
I have
for
a
something.
daughter. If I have a daughter, I'm fucked, you guys. I'm so fucked if I have daughters or a daughter.
Can confirm.
My dream is this.
I love my daughter.
Twin
She's
boys.
the best.
My dream is twin boys. Because if I have twin boys, I will force them to try everything together. Sports, music, science, everything.
You
Just
ain't gonna
do
force
everything.
nothing,
Just
trust
do
me.
No, you're gonna try everything. And then by
Let
the time you're
them.
8 to 10 years old, you pick what you like. And then once they like it, I'm going to try to get them
Yeah.
everything I can do. I'm going to try to get them to do it together.
Right.
Because twins in
The
sports,
Von Erichs.
twins in sports, dominant. Twins in music, some of the greatest bands of all time. Misery Signals, talked about the Morgan boys earlier. They're not even twins, they're just brothers. But same thing, Van Halen, not even twins, just brothers.
Dimebag, Vinny.
You got to
Bro.
be
List
real
goes on.
careful if you end up with triplets, though. You got to be real careful because then they'll end up being the Shag 2.0. We don't want that.
I don't even understand that reference. I don't even understand that reference, dude. I feel so old.
I like it.
Hey, Will, for your own for your own taste, it might be worth looking up.
The Shags.
Yeah.
Look at Will turning into a little Jamie, dude. He
triplets?
had that shit on lock, dude. He was ready, bro.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Let's give a shout out to Will being a dope ass producer.
Hell
lately.
yeah.
Hell yeah, Will. Thanks, man. Woo.
Well,
I
hey,
mean,
do you want to burn some of this with us over there, man?
No, Will.
You're just tolerating.
Will can smoke a cigar at any time. He already knows. He has full access to my humidor before I even get here now.
Good.
Will literally opens the studio now before I even get here.
So is this basement? Is this your studio?
Yeah, this is technically the studio. We got the jam space over there.
Fantastic.
nice,
I
I'm not
do
gonna
have
lie,
I do officially have them wired together now. So we're very close. And I got new and we got new hardware. So there's a whole ass fucking podcast setup, like a second computer now, where I can actually now do true HDMI fucking high-end cameras into the
Wow.
podcast on its own brain without putting any load on the computer. So now, over the
Don't
next
gotta worry
6 months
about
to a
latency
year,
that way.
we're going to be able to do whatever the fuck we want. If we want to have a full-ass band, we can do that. High-speed cameras, fucking 4K, like we can do. Well, I think it's only 1080, but we can still do whatever.
You better
we
do
want.
this before the baby comes. Let me
Right.
tell you.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me fucking tell you, bro.
It might end up being
Holy
for
sh-
the babies.
Oh, that would be great.
Well, you gotta
That would be
get
great.
his start on
And
something.
the thing with musical equipment, you know this, they're an asset.
If
So
it's
if you need
good,
to sell it-
if it's like legit gear, yeah.
Right, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So, I mean, I
Will
always
you turn Aaron up in just our headphones, please?
turn me up, don't turn me down. But yeah, no, I was just saying.
Oh, that's
that,
way
like-
better. Thank you.
Like, yeah, once the baby comes, man, I'll tell you, because I'm paying for my daughter's choir trip right now, and I'm like, I want to upgrade everything, but it's like I can't. I just can't.
I want to talk
$2
to you.
grand,
I
$2
wanna-
grand for this fucking trip.
I want to talk to you about something when you when we're done with the podcast. Don't,
Okay.
don't make sure that I talk to you about this before you leave.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm in
But it's got to
trouble.
be one-on-one though. It's got to be after Josh leaves.
Oh,
It's just you and I. But remind me of this. You were talking about.
why don't you give
talking
me a
about-
phone call? We could.
We could, but I'll forget. So
I
just
won't
remind
forget.
me. Just remind me it's about money.
Oh shit.
Just remind me it's about money.
Oh.
Just go, hey, you wanted to talk about money real quick?
Yeah. Open a 529 for him. Just do that right away.
Oh my God.
I have a life
I have 2
insurance.
beers now.
I don't know where do you work, Jared?
I don't want to talk about that on the podcast. We'll
Oh,
talk about
okay.
that off the
Sorry,
podcast.
okay.
You don't
But
want
I
to talk
did
about
I did just finally go back to work full time for the first time in legitimately 10 years.
Good on you.
No, not good on me. It means I've officially failed as a musician and a podcaster.
Nah, no way, dude. Hey,
Hey,
this
it's not
is
stopping at me. It's
many
not stopping
musicians
me.
that we perceive that have made it. They still do actual jobs.
Yeah, I know, but here's the
You know,
thing: is
both
I
from
didn't
harm's
have to
way
have
and-
one. I didn't have to have one until
Well,
now. I was
so you're
able to.
not
I was
failed.
able to shuck and jive for 10 years. Well, actually, 15 years.
Yeah,
but,
you hustled, man. Like
Fantastic.
that. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Whatever
and we
it
did,
takes to
and
get
we
you
did
your
buy,
green.
and we did
fuck
buy
it.
a house while I did all.
Yeah,
that,
I mean,
right?
shit.
We just haven't been able to remodel the house and travel and live like high quality lives.
Oh.
So I was like, "Fuck, I got to go back to work and be a real adult now." Especially if we're gonna have a kid.
Yeah.
I was
That
like,
changes
Well,
everything.
the only reason I asked that, Jared, was only for the specific of, usually bigger companies offer like life insurance policies through your employer. So
Yeah.
your employer pays 99% of it. You pay like $1 a month.
And
for,
most
like,
of I
life
will tell you
You
though,
have to be employed through them, but if I die, my kids are okay. They are very gonna be okay because of my employer.
Good.
I don't have like an external life insurance.
but if you
policy.
lose that job,
Yep, that's when I'd have to get a life insurance policy,
Yep.
whatever, and I'd still pay.
but
it
I will
because-
tell you, and I'm not going to tell you what I do for a living,
Oh, okay.
but I will tell you this: the industry I'm in, you 100% will always get better life insurance for cheaper outside of your employer.
You've got to be scooping dog shit or something, man.
Well, regardless of what it is, like
We'll talk off the podcast.
Yeah.
This is not interesting podcasting stuff. But
It can be. It's
the thing
positive.
about-
We're not yelling at
the
each
thing
other.
about the work life insurance shit is it's there. It's cheap. You know, it
You just
Good.
got to be employed.
Good.
That's it. But
it
I'll
is
tell you
what it is, right? Like, but there's better and smarter ways to do it out there. And
oh, for sure.
in about 6 months to a year, I'll be way more confident talking about this publicly. But
Oh, yeah,
right
no,
now,
that's all good.
I don't
That's all
know
good.
shit. But the company I work for, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Yep. It's all good.
Somewhere between 6 months and a year from now, I will know everything. I
Well,
will
fast
know
forward.
everything.
Let's go.
I'll hit you up. I can't do anything.
No,
with you.
no, it's
Like,
all good. No,
I
it's all
can't.
good.
I can't help you or do anything, but I can give you some advice and point you to the right people, and they can
For
do some
what?
shit for you. Nothing.
Oh.
I don't
Oh,
get
that's-
anything out of it.
Oh.
I'm a big.
But I can be like, oh, so here's the thing you were talking about before. Here's the better way to do it. Hit up these guys.
Sure.
I'm not licensed and never will be licensed, so I can't ever like do any of this. But I can be like, oh, this is how this actually works. Go over here and do this.
yeah.
Like what I do is, I'll just tell you. I won't tell you what I do, but I'll tell you what I do. I teach people how to sell shit.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And they're paying me a fat salary plus commission to do it.
Shout out to the cartel, everybody.
So, yeah.
Yo.
But we're in that space. We're
Okay,
in
yeah, no,
we're
that's
in
great.
the
Yeah,
insurance
that's fine.
space.
Yeah.
We're in the insurance space. I'm not an agent. I can't sign anybody. I can't give you financial advice. None of that. But I'm the guy who teaches all of those people how to do their job now.
Cool.
Like
That's what
boiler
I'm saying.
room shit? Fucking A.
No,
dude? Or Wolf
no,
on
no,
Wall
no.
Street?
It's not coffee is for closer shit. No, it's like literally just breaking it down. Like, oh, dude, you're trying to accomplish this. You're not listening. Here's how you
Glengarry
need to
Glen
fucking
Ross.
fix your pitch. You know, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, oh, here, oh.
Put that coffee down.
They record their
the cookie
conversations.
down.
They record their conversations with their clients, and then we listen to them, and I break it down, and I go, oh, well, here's what they said.
So you're
Here's
like
what
an
you didn't
analyst.
hear. Well, I'm literally a sales consultant,
Oh, consultant. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
which is what I had to do.
So you're on a
because-
you're on contract or something?
Nope.
Oh,
no, I'm a
okay.
salaried employee, and I get commissions.
Contractors make a fuck ton more,
Fantastic.
but guess what? They don't have benefits usually.
Yep.
No,
But they
no,
make a
dude,
fun
I get
com-
paid very well on my
Okay,
base
good.
salary.
That's fucking great. That's great.
And
You want
dude,
that.
the average guy at my job, the average guys are making 150. That's like the average guys, dude. They're making 150.
Well, shit, if you want to have
Yeah.
a private conversation with me as well at another time, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say no.
I almost make that much, but close.
It's interesting. It's an interesting world that we live in. I've always been a great salesman,
Yeah.
but I hate
Nobody sells
customers.
bullshit better.
Well, I hate customers. I hate customers.
Everybody
I
does,
don't
man.
like trying to sell
Well,
you
the
something.
customer's always the customer, right?
I hate customers.
Well, you get what I'm saying. So, like, I learned this when I was working at Holiday. You know, the whole adage was the customer's always right. And my manager at the time goes, no, the customer's just the customer.
That's a good fucking manager
And
right there.
Say that
Yes.
again. Say that again.
The customer is always
no,
the
the first part.
The
Set
customer's
it up
always
again.
right, which means you have to,
Oh yeah.
regardless, if they're complaining about something, you have to make them happy, right? For return business and blah, blah,
Yep.
blah, for saving face, whatever. But she said to me, and this, because people would come in and, you work in a gas station, people are going to come in and try to take advantage, whatever. And I would always look at it from that perspective. And she told me, she's like, no, the customer is always the customer. They're not always right. You have to treat them with respect, but they can't always get what they want if it's
So,
not right.
Okay, now
And
I
I
get
was
it.
like,
Yeah.
So
all right.
I get her point. She's also 100% wrong. The motivation for saying the customer is always right is because you can
Given
never.
the scenario.
No,
though,
no, no,
Jared,
no, no.
Not in every
You can
instance.
never. The point of that statement was, and this is where bad managers ruined the phrase, right? This is what always happens. You get a great quote. If there's time to lean, there's time to clean. And then you get a shitty manager that does that, and then you're like, fuck that mantra. That's
Yeah.
not the fucking point, dude. The point to the customer's always right is never tell the customer they're wrong.
Well, yeah, sure. I was
That's
saying,
all that ever
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah.
That's all
But,
that ever
no,
meant.
that-
The customer feels the way they feel.
But-
Make them feel understood and heard.
Yes.
So even if they are wrong, by the time they leave that interaction, they feel like they won.
Right. And
That's what that fucking means.
That's what customer is always the customer. Is
But how do you put that in a?
imply.
But how do you put that in a?
Because when the
bullet
customer's
point,
always
in a
right, they get
PowerPoint
what they want,
presentation.
even though they shouldn't deserve it.
Right.
And they can take advantage of that.
Well-
And that's not always right. But
But
what
if
you
I'm
said
giving-
is the central
Right.
point
Right.
behind
That's the
customer-
sentiment,
customer-
right?
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
sentiment, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
But certain people will take, the customer's not always, they're just, again, bad manager, bad
Yeah,
employee.
right,
They go,
right. If
no,
you
you're
look
not
at it-
right. You're just the customer.
Right,
It's like,
yeah, you
dude,
can't
that's not what
approach
she
it-
meant
Oh,
either.
no, you
That's not
can't-
what she meant either, you
can't
fucking
say it
idiots.
like that. No.
It's like the telephone game, right? Like,
right.
customer's always right really meant this thing, and then you misinterpreted that and then said, no, the customer's just the customer. And then this other asshole misunderstood your point, and now here we are in 2025, and every cashier
2026.
treats people like shit.
I had-
2026. And now all of a
That's fucking
sudden
with me.
customer service is out the window and everybody's an asshole.
Yeah.
And I can't get somebody to pour a black coffee correctly. Like,
This
what the
is
fuck
where-
is going on, dude?
Right.
I
Pour
had
black
to
off.
write 2026 for the first time in my life today.
Isn't that
Felt
crazy?
weird, man.
It is weird every time.
What the hell happened? Where'd the time go?
Time
I
is
see it.
a,
I see it in real time, but saying it out loud, it takes about a month.
Yeah. To
There's,
get.
there's always a little bit of emphasis on
Well-
it where it doesn't hit you till it does, you know?
Yeah.
Every year. It's like, wow.
So, Aaron, what was your first positive cigar experience when you decided you were like, I like cigars, and this is something I want to keep in my life?
Yes, absolutely. So I started off, I don't know why, but when I was just out of high school, I started smoking Swisher Sweets. I didn't smoke cigarettes. My ex-wife at the time, she smoked cigarettes, and I had to fucking, I was the, 18-plus guy, so I had to buy them for underage people. Anyway, sorry, I don't know why I did that. But it's been
The hand movement was funnier than what
I
you
don't
said.
know
You're
why
like,
I did
you're
that.
like, sorry, I don't know why I did that. Like
Holy
that was
shit.
the gay guy came out in you a little bit there. dude.
Probably it's there, and
We
that's
all
okay.
got a little bit of gay guy in us.
I love it. I love
It's
it.
just a matter of whether you let it suck a dick or not.
Well, I love.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's
no,
not what
yeah,
I'm saying.
I have
I'm
many.
saying my gay guy is I'm a great interior designer, and I have honestly,
Dude,
when I choose to, I have great fashion.
Yeah, and that's
When I
huge.
choose to,
That's
I
huge.
have
We
great
all
fashion.
have. It's called an anima archetype within the male.
Is
and
that
then
what
the-
anima is? I never looked into that.
Yes. Yep. And this is a Carl Jung theory.
I've
The
looked into that
psychologist.
shit, dude. The shadow self, but like I'm not going to sit here and
No,
pretend.
well,
I, like,
I'm
went
talking
to
about
school
this.
for it,
What
yeah.
you're just talking about. It's an anima archetype within the male, which is like the female.
We all have a feminine
tendencies.
side. Yeah.
And with the female, they have the animus. That's
Oh,
the
okay,
male
sure.
archetype. That when they display male.
Actually, you know what?
behavior,
I do think I
whatever.
remember this now that you're saying this out loud, dude.
Yeah. So what you're saying is like, yeah, we all have those abilities to, act womanly, or I guess if
Yeah,
you're
yours
a male,
is
it's gonna
yours
be
is hand
interpreted as gay.
gestures. Yours is hand gestures.
Oh, I'm a
Mine is
fucking design
interior
shit.
design.
Yeah. Yes. There you go. And we're drummers, so I don't
That's
know.
the black part of us, dude.
Yeah, right. I hope. Huh.
I always, and I'm native, an eighth black, and an eighth Jewish.
Native American?
Yeah, Ojibwe Chippewa. That's
Really?
that's my grandfather.
Wow.
That's my paternal grandfather specifically.
So you should be more like, hey, y'all are on my land.
Yeah, that's why I hate immigrants, because I'm Native American.
Well, that would be
you're
us
all
white
you're
folks.
all here illegally.
You should. Yes, we all are.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah,
dude.
which is why you should all leave.
Arrest my ass.
Everybody needs to leave. No,
I just
no. The
do it
joking
legal.
part is
No,
like my whole bit is like, yeah. So part of me hates the other part of me.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. Right.
like what about reparations? So like, what eighth of me pays the other eighth of me?
Yeah,
like, it's
right.
it's a hilarious
There's
argument.
a whole
because I'm legitimately super mixed from
internal
like a
strife
yeah.
going on with you, Jared, and it makes all sense now.
And even the white parts of me, like even the European parts of me, Polish, Hungarian,
Mm-hmm.
they all got invaded by other greater nations. So every single part of my DNA has just been invaded by some other greater power.
This
So
is
trust me, I totally get everything you're saying. It's in my DNA. I'm just saying I've also done the math, and like there's
Right.
it's inevitable. This whole thing's inevitable.
I just think, and getting back to the the thing about with, having the native stuff, like, I feel like we're stronger as a nation if we just allow, those parts to come into our country and we can learn from them and they learn from us. Because, you know what I mean? Like this, I don't think we should. Immigration is such a weird thing. Because
I love the melting pot idea when everybody's all in on the same idea.
And I have that in my specific neighborhood, and I'm sure probably here too, but I literally am like one of the 5 white people on my block. And my neighbors are great. I have African neighbors, African American, like legitimate African. They came from Africa.
Right.
And then mostly like Hmong,
Stay close to
Laotian. Oh, Hmong and Laotian and, Asian descent, right? But we all get to, we all say hi to each other. We're all very respectful, and there's no issues. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's the part that we see and we want.
Mm-hmm.
But when we hear from
And we've all
lawmakers, like somebody's
experienced-
just here illegally, we think bad, and we don't want to, and we shouldn't. It's like if they're doing criminal activity, we should all as good people know, like, yes, we don't want that. We want that gone. We don't want criminal activity here.
Especially
if you're native or not.
Especially if that criminal activity, and this is where my big hang up is, especially if that criminal activity is taking advantage of programs that are supposed to help
100%.
children
Yep.
and the elderly and the most vulnerable people.
100%.
So we have, from the compassion, from the bottom of our hearts, we have passed legislation that overfunds programs that have now been taken advantage of by people.
Right.
And that's what bothers me.
Right, but they've been persecuted. They've, at least what we know right now. Everything else that's coming to
Prosecuted.
light. Yeah. Persecuted?
2 totally different words.
Prosecuted.
Very different words.
Persecute. Yeah, sorry.
Very different words. bro.
Persecuted's more like, yeah.
That's like you're being
just your
crucified.
opinion. Yeah, you're
No, persecuted is like you're being crucified.
No, that's
Like-
And
prostituted.
Josh with the
No,
same.
that's proselytization.
Sorry, no, yeah, okay, I
But
should,
prosecuted.
wrong word. Prosecuted.
Some of them have been prosecuted.
Prosecuted,
But it
and
didn't-
They're paying for their crimes,
And I don't
and
wanna
that's
do-
justice. That's
but-
just justice.
One time I got arrested
Let's get
for
this back to-
proselytizing
let's
to
get
a
this back to
prostrated prostitute once.
smoking cigars.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
that's what I asked
sorry.
you about.
Yeah, God, I'm so sorry, dude.
No,
Jesus
I
Christ.
think I derailed
No,
that.
I derailed it big
I
time.
know. I
'cause
think that
rem-
was on me, dude.
No,
Because you said something and I found it interesting, so I asked to follow up.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah,
and
we
then
we both went into the deep woods, but
I
no,
would just like to take a moment to blame you both equally.
yes.
well, let's just be honest. I'm Jewish. It's my fault.
How do
Oh
you?
my God!
I am controlling the literal media that we're on right now. So
But yeah,
we did it
cigars.
again.
So I hate
yeah,
calling
for sure.
him
If
my
it might be dead. So
ex-brother-in-law. I hate saying ex because I still talk to him to this day. He's one of the greatest fucking human beings ever.
right in the middle.
Where's the hole?
Give me it. Just give it to me. Let Aaron talk.
Yeah, so I started smoking Swishers in my late teens, early 20s, and then my brother introduced me to Backwoods, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. So I'm sure you've had Backwoods, right?
Yeah, but not like organically.
They're sweetener-
We
the
rolled
sweet-
blunts with them.
Oh, we didn't. I smoked a cigar.
I've
I
only
never
smoked
smoked a Blackwood like as a cigar. It was just a blunt.
I've
Well,
only
you missing
smoked them
out.
as
That was a
cigars.
blunt wrap.
I'm gonna be honest. There's actually some quality there as a cigar. I like them.
As just a
I like
commercial
'em.
basic bitch cigar, right?
Yeah.
Like they're really good, and the sweet and aromatic ones specifically because
I did smoke Swisher Sweets, but not Backwoods.
yeah, it was Backwoods are way better than Swishers. It's not even close. Not even close. You're just smoking dried up shit. Like that's what a Swisher is. Like that's everybody buys those to hollow them out and smoke blunts.
Yeah.
Because it's the shit inside so dry and gross. But
Yeah, but you hauled them
I
out and you
digress.
roll the blunt out.
well, yeah, well, right. That's why most people buy them, but not me. I was like, "Arr," and I was like, God, this is just gross. But my first real good non like commercial type cigar was with my ex brother-in-law. I hate saying that. He's still my bro, but I think I had an acid cigar. And I don't, dude. I didn't like. He's from Ohio too. So we go to Columbus, and they have, the venues or whatever, the little strip mall venues. What are they called? Where you can go in and smoke the fucking cigar.
Like a cigar lounge kind of thing.
Yeah, cigar lounge. There we go. I don't know what they're called specifically.
Okay,
but,
yeah. Lounge,
and he took, this was
cigar
like,
bar, yeah, like.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, 2012, I think. And
So the world ended.
Yeah, so we went into one of those. Yeah, exactly. And I was like, this is the coolest fucking shit. These guys are all about what, walk-in humidors, the whole fucking works, every kind of cigar. And I was like, this is a fucking real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he got me into Surly beer. A guy from Ohio, when he came up here in 2008 one summer, he's like, let's go to this place because they have Surly Bender. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
How ironic is that?
It's, he very
That was
amazing.
a man of culture.
Dude,
I'd say,
he
yeah.
loved Minnesota beer because there's some that don't distribute out to Ohio, like Mick Golden Light. He loves Mick Golden Light. They don't distribute out.
Is that a Minnesota beer?
Yeah, apparently
well,
it
it's
is.
an
I never
Anheuser-Busch.
knew that.
No, it's Anheuser. So this came up on the podcast years ago, and we eventually looked it up and found this is true. So they came out with this beer. They beta tested it in Minneapolis. It was awesome.
Really?
Yep, everybody
Mick
loved
Golden
it.
Light?
Yeah, it was huge. So then they rolled it out to the nation, bombed. So they rolled it back. And then the people of Minnesota fucking lost their minds. They were like, we love this beer. We want this beer back. So they were like, all right, well, fine, we'll do it. But then they were like, but we're only going to do it for Minnesota.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, we did. Somebody on the podcast brought this up, and I was like, there's no way that's true.
So-
and sure as shit, we did a whole deep dive. This is before we even had fucking
Yep, Mick Golden Draft. There it is. Yep.
Mick Golden, Minnesota.
Minnesota staple. Yep. Holy
Wow.
fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I had
and if
no
you-
idea.
And if you deep dive this, you'll find the full story, which is like, again, what I said is they beta tested it here because Minneapolis is a great test market for all kinds of shit. Clear,
Oh, yeah.
Clear Pepsi was tested here.
Crystal
Really?
Pepsi?
Crystal Pepsi?
Yeah,
I did not
like,
know.
Dude,
No
Minneapolis is 100% a beta test market. Like they absolutely use Minneapolis as one of like the 7
That's very
markets
interesting.
throughout the country.
That's fantastic.
Totally,
I had
100
no idea.
We have always been this way. This has been my whole life.
Look up Crystal Pepsi.
our
Will.
entire-
that's
I'm curious.
exciting.
I guarantee was Crystal
Crystal
Pepsi beta tested in Minnesota. 100% it's going to come up. Yes. So we test a bunch of shit that doesn't exist in the rest of the country.
No, Crystal.
Yes, it was. Yes, it fucking was.
Gemini
was.
says otherwise.
Yes,
oh,
it
say
fucking
this
was.
AI might be curated.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely
It's not
was because we
giving you
had it
the
here.
results you want.
No, we
yeah,
had
I
it
remember.
because
I
we
had it.
tested. We
You remember
tasted
what
clay.
year?
We did it.
You remember what year that was?
Like early 90s, right?
92.
Yeah.
I was 7th grade. I remember
Yeah.
there was a solar
I
eclipse.
didn't like Pepsi, so I had no interest in it when it came out. But
Well,
yeah.
it really fucked with your mind because 7-Up and Sprite were the only clear.
They say it was only those Denver, Sacramento, Dallas, Providence. So maybe we weren't a test market for that one specifically. Maybe it just came out to the nation, and
I could be.
Well, yeah,
we
sure,
and we
but
got
I
it
still
for 3
remember.
months, and then it disappeared, and we were like, "Oh, we were a test market." No, we weren't. We were
I
just part
was
of the.
I was a child living in Texas at that time.
But yeah, Minneapolis is
Oh,
a test
So,
market for a lot of this.
My
shit.
my only experiences with Coke at that time
Oh,
was
yeah.
was
Oh,
Doc,
maybe it was Clear Coke because they did Clear
it
Coke
was
too.
it was
What?
it was Dr Pepper
yeah,
and
they
Big
did
Red.
They did Clear Coke too.
Dr. Pepper and what?
and Big Red.
What's
Maybe it was Clear
oh,
Coke.
Big Red.
You
Yeah.
ever have that stuff? It's
Who,
hard
is that
to
RC
find.
Cola? Like
I think it must.
it is
be,
RC Cola because that's what Dr. Pepper is.
but it tastes.
Okay, so none
tastes
of it.
like
Wow, I'm
can't-
totally
tastes
wrong
like
on that
bubble
one.
gum.
Okay.
I'm totally wrong on that
It's
Clear
red?
Coke, by the way.
Oh
well,
yeah,
whatever. It's yeah.
that shit's as
But
red
yeah,
as Tahitian
Minneapolis
tree.
is still a beta testing city for a bunch of shit, and the first thing we brought up was one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the people in Minnesota were like, "No, what the fuck, dude? We loved that beer." So then they were like, "Fine, I guess we'll bring it back, but just for you guys because nobody
That's
else likes it."
fucking-
Yeah, and
Well,
so
you
still to
don't-
this
have
day,
you
you can
had
buy
it?
it here.
Do you like it?
I mean, it's light beer, you
Yeah.
know. It's,
Well,
That's how I feel about
to
it
me,
too.
all light beer tastes the same. Coors Light, Bud Light, McGolden
No,
Light,
dude.
it's all the same. to
No,
me.
my brother when he was we had this. We
I'm
did
not
this.
saying I'm right. I'm just saying how
no,
it tastes
no.
to me.
Okay, all right, sure.
I can't tell the difference.
Right. So we did this game. It was the 5 big ones: Bud Light, Golden Light, Coors Light, Miller Light.
Yep.
There's another one.
Yeah, I know which one
Bud
you're
Light?
thinking of.
No, I already said that.
Bud Light, Miller Light,
Busch Light. Busch Light.
Yep.
Yep, Busch Light.
That's more
Which
Wisconsin,
is
but
no,
we
it
did a
is
blind
it
taste
is
test.
still Anheuser-Busch.
We
though.
did a
Yes.
blind taste test challenge thing.
I was
Busch
going to
Light-
ask if you've
Busch
ever
Light-
done a blind taste
Yep.
test.
Busch
And
Light
That's
is
a lot of
just
fun.
They don't all taste the same.
Busch Light is Bud Light that didn't meet a standard to have the Budweiser name on it. I swear to
Probably.
God.
I believe you. Fun fact about Budweiser.
Actually, I don't even think it's Busch. I don't even think it's Budweiser. I think it's actually the other company.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
So Budweiser, you know how, they don't really prominently advertise this anymore, but it's always brewed with beechwood.
And rice. Rice
rice.
is a.
Do you know what the purpose of that beechwood that they put in the stills or whatever?
No, I'm super curious, and I know a lot about brewing, so I'm super curious
So
because
they
I have
put
no
that
idea
in
what
the
the fuck you're even
secondary
talking
rack
about.
Or what?
So beechwood
When it's fermenting.
is a highly porous
Was
wood.
it filter?
The entire purpose of it being brewed with beechwood is to extract all the flavor of the beer into the wood, which does not make it to the final cut. So the purpose
they're
of
blanding the beer.
they are blanding the beer. They are furthering the process into being piss water. Is exactly
That's
what they're
super
doing.
interesting.
So
The irony is this:
I know.
those shitty lager beers that none of us like or respect. That's the hardest beer to brew.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
The
You wanna know
easiest
why?
shit to
Why?
brew
Why?
is in IPA.
correct. IPAs, India Pale Ales, were originally developed because as they would be transported
Yep.
overseas,
Yep.
you would get all sorts of impurities and it's just
No,
gonna
no.
And you know what they
it's
did?
right.
gonna
No,
What
no,
taste
did they
like
do?
shit.
No,
What
you're-
did they do to preserve it? What did they do?
So what,
Hold on. What did they do?
I don't know what they did to
They
did-
put
I-
more
preserve it,
hops in.
but
they
yes,
put more
they
hops
doubled
in.
down on
wasn't
the
just
hops
hops. It wasn't
to
Yeah,
cover
it
up the
was.
flavor. Yeah.
It wasn't okay. You're both seeing different parts of the elephant. The full story is this. So England
I'm seeing the
occupied
ass.
England.
Unfortunately, none of your asses are
Well,
what I
I'm
want to
not-
see
I'm
right
gonna-
now. Yeah, give me some love, bro.
Yeah, baby.
Fucking dicks. So India was occupied by England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the
Yeah.
English liked their version of ale, which was a pale ale. However,
Huge fan.
they didn't send it by ships. They sent it by road.
No,
Really?
they sent it by ships.
Not at first. That was later. That was later after they perfected things. Because I'm talking when they
Okay.
when they
Okay.
first started doing it. So they would ship it by cart. And they would ship this beer, but by the time it got to India, it was
It was
already
bad.
spoiled.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yep.
So, in order to counteract that, they jacked up the sugar content so it would continue to ferment.
That makes sense.
But to counteract the sugar and alcohol content, you have to add more.
Hops. And more
So-
yeast. But
so
you need
what-
to add more yeast though, because
So
what?
actually, you don't need to add more yeast. That's a myth.
Really?
But
No.
correct, because
It'll
yeast
keep going until there's
exactly.
nothing
okay.
left
All
to
right.
absorb.
Exactly.
All right.
Additionally,
So actually,
most
they added
organic
less
matter.
yeast. They actually added less yeast to slow the fermentation process down and
Okay,
give it more
okay.
food to
Yeah,
feed
yeah,
on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So what happened was
most organic plant matter actually contains its own natural yeast
Correct.
as well.
Oh,
so what happened was during this road travel, okay,
Yeah.
and it being jostled, because that's another
Yeah,
part of
that's right,
fermentation,
yeah,
right?
Yep. Oxygen. Yeah.
So what they did was they built these new casks that allowed the jostled, oxygenated beer to vent with more sugar, more hops, and less yeast,
Well, you don't want it
which
to vent.
slowed the no, that you do want it.
No,
Because
that's
if
why
you don't
put,
let it vent, it'll explode
Yep.
during fermentation. So they invented a new
What kind of venting are you talking about though? Like is it
the CO2. You have to get rid of that CO2.
Right. So you put the God, what the fuck is that thing called?
The airlock.
The water. Yeah, the airlock. The bung lock.
Yeah, so they
the
invent
bung lock.
a bunge or a bung. Yeah. I don't know how you pronounce that word.
You're bung, Jared. All right, no, go.
Third grade. Let's
Continue.
go.
Continue.
So they kind of started to invent this slower fermentation process with a higher alcohol content, higher hop content.
Well, they weren't trying to go for the higher alcohol. That was the byproduct of what they did.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's
because what their
discovered.
plan was to thin the beer out, to dilute it back down to the original alcohol content. But that never happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
By the time the beer got there, it was what it was, and they wanted to drink it immediately.
Yep.
And then these British soldiers, developed a taste for that beer. So 400 years later, even though they eventually started shipping it on boats around the continent, because they had kind of perfected this thing, and it was more stable on the sea, believe it or not, they'd stay close to the coast, so less waves, right? Less fucking jostling, less oxidization. So then they did that thing. And then what happened is England left India.
Yep.
And these British soldiers came back and 400 years.
Oh my God.
Generations of soldiers had got accustomed to this version of pale ale.
I had no idea the span of that.
So
Wow.
So when they came back to England, they were like, we don't want English pale ale. We want the Indian pale ale.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So that's where IPA comes from.
Yep.
Is
right.
literally from
But, yeah,
British occupation of India for
That's where-
400 years.
That's where it comes from, but like the actual beer, the content
correct.
is
Just getting it there.
yes, that was part of it.
Yep.
That's what developed the India
Yep.
Pale Ale because they had to add all these extra ingredients.
It was it's just a weird
To
method
preserve
of
it,
preservation.
and
Well,
then-
to
The
start the
byproduct
fermentation, it wasn't just preservation. It was they were delaying the fermentation process and starting it along the journey.
Well, yeah, that's kind of
And that's why
preserving it.
less yeast mattered because it took longer for the
Right, yeah,
yeast to
that
get
makes
started.
sense. That makes
And it
sense.
took longer for the yeast to
Yeah, that makes sense.
consume all that
Yep.
sugar. And then the only way they could make it tolerable was just jam packing it with way more hops than they normally would.
right.
Yep.
And then their intent was to dilute it with water.
Much
But the
like
soldiers
you
were
don't do
like,
that.
no,
Fuck
we ain't got
that.
time for that shit.
Fuck water.
We don't have time for that shit. We want the beer now, bitch.
right.
It's hot in India.
Oh shit.
Yeah, super interesting story. So it's that same classic human innovation going back to the AI thing we were talking about earlier, right? Like AI doesn't create anything. It's humans. And all
it's
human
learning.
creativity comes from struggle, suffering, or
Things
solving
that
a problem.
AI can't experience until
they don't
it
have a
learns
body.
to experience
Oh,
it.
because
God,
they
I
don't
dread
have
the
a
day.
body. If AI can't feel, AI can't think.
It can't now, but it has the potential to.
Until it has a body, until it has nerve endings, it'll never be better than
right,
us.
but it can replicate that.
Yeah.
I've watched enough.
I
And
know.
these are
I don't
from,
buy
like,
it.
the,
I don't buy. I've lost my fear on AI.
Well, it shouldn't be something that's feared, though. That's the thing. Like, we have to change our perception of like how it's going. It's going to change things, and that's what people are scared of is
automation.
change.
It
It is
automation.
automation.
My
It is. It is. I
it's
know it's
factory
automation.
automation, but in a digital realm.
My fears with
generative.
AI are two things, and it's not an over technological. It's not the Matrix, you know. Number one, and more importantly, it's the resource consumption.
Yep.
Water.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a sustainable model.
Power.
Not
Dude,
yeah,
it's-
no, that has to
it's
change.
the power.
That has to advance before
100%.
the rest
They've
of
all
it
said
does.
this.
Honestly,
They've
what I
all
think,
said
that. And number
I think
two-
AI will cap. I think AI will cap itself out because of what you just said. What it takes to run this, the energy consumption, and the water resources it takes to
It's
cool the
absolutely
computers.
absurd right now.
I do not think there's enough resources on this planet to run everything on AI ever. I think the only thing AI will ever run, it's going to be the military.
Yep.
It's going to be combat.
I would like to.
We're going to focus.
already
It's
doing
going to
it in
be.
a
It's
way.
going to be bots on bots. It's going to be
They're already
drones on
doing it.
drones.
They're already doing it.
That's my personal
yeah.
opinion. Like if we're all throwing crazy shit out there, let's tell the future. Let's wave magic wands. And I went first. My version of AI future is it has to be consolidated and concentrated into the most effective, efficient version that you could possibly donate money or energy into. And the only thing that could possibly rationalize, especially in America, is the military. So yeah, it'll end up in commercial spaces, don't get me wrong, but No. The amount of energy it takes,
Yeah.
the amount of money it costs, it's going to be like, the only thing we can really afford to do this with is the military.
But they're gonna do it.
Drones on
It's gonna
drones,
happen.
bots on bots.
It's gonna happen.
But if you waved a
Regardless-
magic wand and you told me the future of AI, what would it be? I got to piss again.
what would it be? Well,
yeah, tell me your
Solera,
version of the Matrix future with AI.
Is
Well,
this,
Because mine
this,
is nothing more than
just-
the military.
I
Bots
try
on bots.
I try to go with what's currently happening, and then, people that work with AI and whoever the creators of it, they predict what could happen. Yeah, I know. It's fucking. It's.
we'll get you a new one there if you like.
No, I'm fine.
I got plenty, bro.
Oh, I know. I'm taking one home.
Yeah, there you go. We'll start a new one then and take
No,
that
I'm
one home.
fine. It's all good.
You insulted this cigar.
What? How?
Look what you did. to
Yeah,
it.
I know. I
can't
shouldn't.
believe you've done
You
this.
took this
I know I
cigar's
did, I know.
innocence
Yeah.
and purity, and you
Welcome to the real world, pal.
you Ukrained this cigar.
I'm so sorry.
I have
God.
I've been considering diving into the pipe world. I have no experience with it, but
pipe tobacco.
yeah, my whole purpose for it would be, okay, I've got all these cigars that I smoke, and half the time I pull an Aaron and ruin the damn thing.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So
dude.
let's mix that into a pipe,
Yeah, right. Honestly,
so it doesn't go to waste.
Right. Exactly, because you can, set your own doses and, be more liberal with it. You know what I mean? Like with a cigar, you're taking on a huge commitment.
Yes.
That's a big fucking stogie.
And you can relight them.
Yeah, it just.
I often do, but you don't want to break it before that happens.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think doing pipe tobacco is a good way to, if you want to have it in a specific dose, like you can have that, and it's like in just pure form. I don't know. Like that's just my
Just think it'd be
take on it.
I mean, there's a lot of uses for a pipe, but for me, the main one would just be to negate some of the waste.
Right.
At least for now, it'll be a gateway into other things, I'm sure,
Well,
at some
yeah,
point. But
I don't know. When we smoke things like papers and stuff, like I don't think it's like a real waste. Especially if you smoke it out like that. It's intended to do something. Like you smoke the Solgus, anything waste. Like you don't want to leave it just. You want to finish it or something.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like so.
I'm a poor man. I have been all my life.
Dude, as soon as I bought my house, I became a real fucking poor man.
I
Holy
believe
sh-
you.
With the energy costs.
Hey, that's the dream, though.
To
Huh?
heat that fucking back room in the winter. Oh.
Maybe I could.
No, it's not
Maybe
the
I could
dream.
get a pipe
that
to
one's
save
holding
it.
together really good.
The burn on this is absolute perfect.
That
Yeah,
one's
that's
holding
perfect.
together
Look
really
at that thing.
good.
Wow.
One thing I will tell you guys,
this is
if you're
rare.
beating up cigars like that, one thing I learned, if you're beating up cigars where it's like derailing on you, it's like unfurling.
Yeah.
Because this is still structurally sound. It was just the wrapper you lost.
Yeah.
I know.
When you lose the wrapper, you lose a lot of quality.
Yeah.
Most
I
of
know,
us, when we have cigars, we tend to spin them in a certain direction.
I'm guilty of that.
Because most cigars are rolled in a certain direction, right?
So if you go
they're
counterclockwise.
right-handed cigars.
Yep.
But every once in a while, you get a left-handed roller, and if you roll that in the wrong way, that's what's happening. I do it 1 out of 30 cigars.
Really?
I'll be I swear to God, still to this day, I'll be smoking a cigar, and even my wife will be like, "What the fuck is wrong with that cigar?" And I'll be like, "What are you talking about?" And she goes, "Look at it." And I look down, and I'm like, "It's completely like busting open and unwrapping," and it's like, "Oh, I've been rolling this in the opposite direction." So slowly, as you finger it and you do all your fucking bullshit,
Right.
that's one possible
Huh.
thing.
I could see that being
Yeah,
a
that
thing.
makes sense. I mean-
I will tell you from my personal experience,
Light a new one, dude.
the big
Who
issue-
cares? You fucked this one up. Light a
No,
new one.
I
You're
can't.
taking this one home. Light a
Yep.
new one.
Ah,
Light a Marco V.
which one's that?
You like the Nicaragua cigars? This is from the Jalapa Valley.
Oh, that is a fantastic smoke.
You'll love that cigar.
This is actually
You've had that one before.
When you
Oh,
had
yeah.
your first Lanik that
Oh,
I
yeah,
played
yeah.
at.
You guys were
Yep.
both you guys were there.
This is what Jared had for both of us. That particular
Oh,
stick.
this one?
Yeah, it's a great cigar, dude. I love it.
Poke
That's-
me,
brought,
though. Poke me.
I I brought Liga Privada number 9 by Drew Estate.
Yeah.
That's one of my.
Oh, that's a great cigar.
Oh my God, that is right up there in top tier for me. I rarely get them. They're expensive, and I'll be honest with you. This might be my own little conspiracy, but I am finding that to at least appear to me to be another highly counterfeited cigar. I'm finding.
I don't think a lot of New World cigars are counterfeited.
You wouldn't think, but that one has a certain air of esteem to it. There's prestige in that. I'm finding that certain sizes, certain cuts, more regularly seem to be off. And when I say off, I mean really off.
You said it's a Drew Estate cigar?
Yes.
We'll look this up. Is Drew Estate a boutique cigar company? Do they own their own supply chain? Because I bet you they don't.
Probably don't. Drew Estate's
And that's probably
huge.
what it is.
They have so many lines. Acid cigars, all of them, those are Drew Estate.
Oh.
Tobacco Special, the one I gave y'all, that's Drew Estate. They have so many different lines. I'd be shocked if they were all proprietary.
Yeah, I bet you they're not. Does not fully
Yep.
own the supply chain.
Yep.
Yep.
So there's your answer right there.
So what you might be figuring out in real time is that their Toro is made in one factory.
right.
Their Robusto is rolled in another. It's the same exact blend,
Yep.
but two different factories, two different sizes, right? Because they don't have the ability to get everything from one spot.
Yep.
And because they're getting that tobacco from two different factories, the blend might be exact, and the seeds, filler, binder, wrapper, they might all be from the same or similar area, but they're not identical because the guy who's cultivating that crop might use a certain different level of nitrogen in the soil when he's but it's exact, it's totally the same,
It's a
but
spec,
it's not
but
it's not the
it's-
fucking
it's
same
not.
because that one's grown 4 miles away with slightly shittier soil, so they add nitrogen to try to balance it.
Yep.
It could
Yeah,
be that.
there's-
It could be that.
parameters, are always going to change.
This is what
whatever
I
environment.
love about cigars. Is this?
It's the same with beer
Absolutely.
too. Man.
It is. It's exactly the same about beer.
It's
dude.
really it's a hobby to dive into that has immediate and direct
So,
effects.
Lanik, I don't want to cut you off, man. We keep getting derailed. So, finish your story about how you had your first enjoyable cigar experience where you decided
Oh,
to keep this
shit.
in your life. We
Oh.
keep getting derailed.
This is
No,
the
yeah,
this is the post piss break.
I know we're just
reckoning right now.
wandering. Like I'm a wanderer.
We're having
too.
fun, dude. We're hanging out.
The
dude.
best
I'm having a
musicians
blast.
are wanderers.
I'm so glad I'm here.
You
We
know,
are.
like,
Yeah.
that's what
what
Ezilic
makes us
is.
great, right?
Yeah, we just wander.
We're
like,
doing it again. We're not even answering the question. We're talking about music
But
now.
somehow we come around and button it back up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I was saying, I was in Columbus, Ohio, 2009,
right, you
whatever,
did say
doing
that.
fucking
This was so
an
long
acid
ago.
in the cigar lounge, as they're called. And yeah, he was always a huge cigar aficionado. So like, anytime I'd go out there, it was the gnarliest beers.
That's right. You did
and
answer
the gnarliest
this. Yeah.
cigar.
And
Are
then
you
he
sure it
came
wasn't
to
called
Minnesota.
a venue though?
Yeah,
No.
I know.
But then he came to Minnesota and said he wanted to go to Surly.
Well, no, he somehow, because Beer Advocate, I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, that was a big thing, like when the beer boom was happening, like early 2007, 2008.
Making good work of these paper towels here.
Good job, Stoosh. You're doing it.
Oostmeister.
You know?
So then, what was like your first experience here, without this guy, where you were like, oh no, I do like this. It wasn't just hanging with the boys. This is something I like.
Yeah, are you talking about cigars?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think that is what stemmed it for me.
Sure,
Like,
but then dude leaves. He goes back to Ohio. You're still in Minnesota.
yeah, so I'd go out to humidors and stuff or wherever. Total Wine has a humidor too, and like you can.
Their selection's pretty legit. They have
Yeah.
good cigars.
I mean, I
do.
never felt
they have a
like
lot
I
of
was,
shitty cigars, but they have a
I'm-
lot of really good cigars.
I'm not
too.
If you know what
Near
to
the
look
level-
for, they're
Total
actually
Wine sucks
pretty
in
great.
Total Wine sucks in the mid.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, I just want like a decent cigar. They don't have any.
Oh,
They have
it's
really
all-
good cigars and they have really shitty
Oh,
cigars.
Drew Estate Factory somethings.
I'm sure I'm wrong. What I just said.
No,
but
you're totally accurate.
They don't have a broad selection in the
Sure,
mid, is what
sure.
I'm saying.
Sure, yeah. Which I don't know. You guys are way above my pay grade when it comes to cigars. Like I've always had a admiration.
Well, we're trying to
for
bring
them,
you
but-
up to our pay grade, dude.
Yeah,
we're trying
I
to
know.
teach you as much
Like,
as we know.
Well, I mean, come on, you
Should we have a sip of
losers.
this wine before you guys go?
Yeah, bust
I
it
won't
open.
say no
It's
to
just
that.
Moscato, dude. It's like fucking
Will
Capri
you come
Sun,
around the
dude.
corner back here on my side, and will you grab us a few glasses up there so we
It's
can
Capri
keep this
Sun.
conversation going?
Everybody can drink it.
It's a delicious
And
juice.
then he
and
tells me,
honestly,
he's like,
wine
I like
goes
Pinot
great with
Grigio.
cigars.
I'm not a wino. Actually, there was a process
Sip
for that.
Sip it like it's whiskey, and you'll love it with your cigar.
Oh yeah, the reason why I'm not a wino is like when I first started drinking.
Because you're not homeless?
Not yet, at
Dude, you
least.
grabbed us beer
you.
glasses, bro.
That's all right. It's fine.
Hey,
It
party
holds.
now, baby.
It holds.
Will has definitely never drank a glass of wine in his entire life. He grabbed us whole ass pint glasses.
I love it.
I'll let
for
you
some
guys
wine.
fill them up to that.
I love it.
No, we're not doing that. We're just gonna pour a little bit. But you brought it, so we should fucking
Oh yeah,
be
I brought it
respectful
for you,
and take
man.
a
I
sip.
was like, hey,
let's
I started,
take some sippies.
I started experimenting with alcohol.
Wine is fun,
at
dude.
21. Believe it or not, somehow I made it that long.
wow.
But it
Wine
was
is fun, dude.
It was beer. My dad was always a big fan of Summit. He's like, they got
Summit,
that
yep.
EPA.
Summit was that was an early.
It's still great.
1989, right? Summit.
I believe so. If anything, it's too consistent. Their product and their quality control
Yeah, they're
is
it's amazing.
Is so
They're like the Budweiser of craft beers.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yep, agreed. Surly's getting really fucking close because I see Surly in.
Cheers,
every,
boys.
You could go
Cheers,
to a
motherfuckers.
dive
Cheers.
bar out.
I love you guys.
I love you too.
Even
Love
though
is
you're
a
all a
one
bunch
man.
of hippie liberals.
You know what? I'll
Libtards.
take it. I'll take it.
I'm here,
And I'm having a fantastic time with
and
you
we're
all.
all talking.
I have nothing but respect and admiration for you boys.
Hey, it's all love, man. That's what keeps us together, huh?
That's what's up.
man.
Cheers.
So that's where we're at. But
So you did enjoy it
yeah, enough
beyond.
to like. But it was always like a hobbyist type thing, you know, like in musicians, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's true musicians, and then there's guys. That looks cool. Like I can play a little bit. Like that's me in cigar world. Like that's
Yeah.
I've
There's
always
nothing wrong
I've
with
rolled
that.
cigarettes and stuff, and I'll tell you, there's a market difference for sure.
Oh
between
yeah.
Oh yeah.
A fucking Marb and a even an American Spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
it's-
yeah.
You can taste the poison in a Marb, dude. It's crazy. The
It
carcinogens.
smell like nothing else too.
Yeah, for
and I'm
sure.
not saying it's safer, and they're not saying it's safer, but there's a difference between the fucking two. Like,
Yeah.
there's something about doing your own thing. You know what I mean? Like packing
100%.
packing stogies and stuff. Like, it's just tobacco, natural tobacco, and
Oh,
I
and you-
appreciated
you-
that part of
You
it.
should not take leftover cigar smoke and put it in a pipe if that's what you guys were talking about while I was.
No,
gone.
he
Oh
was
yeah,
just
it was.
Yeah, don't do that.
Wait, oh,
No.
It's two totally different tobaccos. It's cured two totally different ways. Like,
so
it's
you
not-
need pipe tobacco.
yeah, pipe tobacco is
Specific.
pipe tobacco for a reason.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
you don't roll it,
100%
and
correct.
vice versa.
That's a little bit
You can roll
disappointing.
pipe tobacco, but that's a reason the roll your owns taste like shit. It's because it's pipe tobacco. It's not meant to be smoked in a cigarette.
Oh,
It's like pipe tobacco's like the lowest of the low grade kind of thing.
No, not at all.
Or-
It's literally fermented differently. It's cured differently. It's flavored differently, and it's meant to be stoked.
Okay, that makes
It's meant
sense.
to be stoked.
it sounds like it would
In
be
a
pretty
pipe.
fucking cool. Honestly, like ever since you said something about it, I'm like, God,
Nah, dude, I'm gonna tell you.
smoking
dude.
with a pipe sounds actually pretty
No.
awesome.
If I could
No,
still
it's
grow
not.
hair up top,
No,
man,
no.
I could be Gandalf real quick.
Nah, man. Guys who smoke pipes are guys who can't get pussy. Guys who
I
smoke
get-
cigars are guys who get all the pussy.
Yeah, from the
What if-
one
what if you
woman
get- what
who
if
you're
you-
married to. Yeah, badass.
exactly.
That's the fucking dream, baby.
And the housekeeper. Don't forget about my maid.
Oh my god.
Are you redoing the floors up there or what?
I am eventually going to redo the floors. The
You're in
floors
for
are
a
last.
treat.
The floors are last.
They have to be. Because
Uh,
let me tell you,
oh,
I've
yeah,
done
no,
it.
I know.
I've done it, and it's because those are like hardwood
Original,
floors, like
original
maple?
1925 hardwood. It is number 2 red oak.
Oh, it's red oak.
Yep, number 2 red oak. Yep.
God,
Okay.
why are you getting
I had
rid of
maple.
that?
I did
No,
maple.
we're not. We're not getting rid of it. We're gonna
it's-
sand them down and
Good,
refinish them.
refinish them.
Yep.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's
perfect.
what you do. You get an orbital, like a big push behind orbital sander, and you get whatever grit.
Yep.
To get are they polyurethaned over the top? or-
There's a very thin layer of something left.
Okay, you're gonna have to do that shit.
It's
Sucks.
gonna be a
It's
huge project.
it's so old that it's pretty much gone.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, but
so,
there's like in the corners where no one ever walked.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
yeah,
some of that.
it's still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to get an actual different sander, like it's
Yep.
a handheld for
Yep.
the corners and edges and
Yep.
shit. But
That's probably one of the very few projects I won't do myself.
You
I
can do it.
wouldn't blame you
I
for
could, but I got a guy.
I actually did pretty fucking good. I was surprised. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
"Damn,
not
I
a
did
skill.
okay."
It's not a skill thing. It's a time thing. There's my family uses this one company because they own a couple rental properties. My parents do, and they got this Mexican group that comes in and does every time they reno. These guys come in and do the floors, which
Yep.
they don't use them anymore because we've done all the units, but
Right.
because they only have like 5 or 6 units or whatever. But no, they gave me a price, and I was like, oh, yeah, we're doing that because I would only save.
Well, what was the flooring type? Was this wood flooring in an apartment?
Yeah,
building?
yeah.
They would redo them every how often?
So as my parents renovated each unit,
Oh, okay.
they just kept
Okay.
using the same company.
Yeah.
But,
and
and
now-
they would
and
leave
now
the
they're done-
original flooring.
Yeah, and now they're
Wow.
done using them because they've renovated every unit, so they don't do it like on changeovers.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Good.
yeah,
It was
that's-
just like-
that's what I thought.
They had
'cause I
like
used to
they
do
had
that.
they
I
had
used
2
to be a
properties,
caretaker.
and in those 2 properties they had 6 units, and then slowly but surely as they renovated each unit, they would rip up the carpet. Oh, there's great hardwood floors here. They just need to be refinished. They would hire this company. They'd come in.
Sure.
And so it's we get a great deal because it's like repeat family business, right?
Yeah.
So they don't overcharge us like they would some asshole who hit them up on fucking Google or whatever. It's about double what I could do it for myself, but they'll get the entire thing done in a day
Yeah, if you-
or 2 days versus me, it would take me like a week.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
It
So
would
it's like-
take you a week
It
if
took me a
that's
week.
all you're doing. You know?
Right, exactly. So I would have to,
Yeah,
I
and
would have to
that's
check
true.
my
It's
wife into a
crazy.
hotel, and like
Right.
so. Then I'm not saving any money at that
No,
point. It actually
no.
would probably cost more money for me to do it
It
myself.
would.
It's one of the very few projects I'm just going to hire somebody to do because I'm
Yeah,
going to have
if-
them
yeah.
do the entire upstairs and the entire downstairs
Oh, yeah,
all
do it
at
that way.
once.
Yep.
So I'm just going to hire. I'm going to like buy one of those pods or rent one of those pods, put all our shit, move my wife into a fucking extended stay hotel for 4 days with the dogs, and then just hire these guys. They're gonna. It's the last project we're gonna do in the entire house. They're gonna do every single fucking floor in the house, and then we just move back in. And we're
Yeah.
finally
Isn't that
done with the
crazy?
entire remodel.
Yeah.
Like, but it's literally the last thing I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right.
There are 2 things that I would
Literally the last thing
I
I'm
would
gonna
source out the work. One of them is flooring. The other is electric. I'm not an electrician. I don't want to fuck with it.
do. I do all my own electrical.
Yeah,
I've
that-
already rewired my whole kitchen all the way back to the breaker. I'm about to do my living room because I mapped out everything. Like electricity is extremely
Plumbing's the worst.
I've done some of that myself.
electricity's
So have I, but it's the worst.
intimidating. Simple.
Yeah. 'cause you
Plumbing,
can-
disgusting.
Yeah,
Simple.
it's just it's just a fucking.
It's
like,
gross.
Yo-
It's just gross.
If you have galvanized, like I'm sure everything's
I do.
galvanized here. So like
Some of it, yeah, I got half and half.
half. Yeah, I mean most houses that have been around this long do, but galvanized shit like
It's gross, dude. When you
it
finally
corrodes.
cut
It
out,
I
corrodes.
hate it.
and,
and
it,
then, yeah.
and it shrinks on the inside.
Yep.
And fucking.
They've got some new technology that I don't know how long it's been around, but
Pecs or not pecs?
it's becoming a thing where there's this foam spray.
You talking about insulation?
No, that's why it's new. It's for plumbing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about when they fucking. He's talking about when they send that polyvinyl
Yep.
chloride tube
Yep.
inside of a tube.
As long as your
Oh,
shit's
yeah.
already routed.
Yeah, so
Yep.
they just send the tube in
Yep.
and
Yeah.
inflate it, and then it hardens and creates a plastic tube inside of your metal tube.
You don't got to work
Right.
plaster. You don't got to work metal piping,
That's pretty impressive.
Shit.
which is like that technology is insane. As long
So
as you already have
A path.
a
Yep.
path that's routed through,
Yep.
all you got to do is pump it.
Yep.
Pump
Yeah,
that
see
shit
if
in
you
there.
can find.
That's
see if you-
crazy.
See if you
What's
can find a video of
Wow.
this. We'll show Aaron and the viewers.
Wild.
So basically, they have like a balloon, right? That's like inside out. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they blow this balloon up and stick it inside of a tube, and it just keeps going and going and going, and then eventually it pops out the other side. Then they stop the airflow, cut the tube off on both sides, and now you have a tube inside of a tube.
Right. Yep.
Have you seen that?
No, I have not seen
We'll
that,
show you
but
a
I
video
understand
here.
the concept of what. Yeah.
But yeah, no.
When you see it happen, you're like, "That's the coolest fucking thing I've ever
Right?
seen in my
It
life."
sounds-
Dude.
it really is.
Like-
Like for such a, I mean,
That's what they do with like heart artery shit, right? They
Yeah,
put
it
that
is
balloon
kind of the
and
same
clear
thing.
out
yeah.
the artery and like
Yeah, it basically is exactly the same thing, but for
for
shit
plumbing.
tubes.
For shit
it's
tubes.
wild and
For
I,
meat tunnels. Arrgh.
Because they never do it on small stuff. It's only on the big
Main drains.
evacuation tubes. Yeah, that
Yeah.
come out of your. Yeah,
Yep.
it's the evacuation drains. Yeah.
does that not work for taking your mains into the house?
It's just I don't know
I
the
don't
answer
either.
to that question, but it doesn't seem like it would be efficient, right? Because you're dealing with like pressure and you're dealing with all kinds of other shit.
I don't know how that all.
Whereas the
factors in.
evacuation tubes, it's like there's no pressure in that. It's just
It's all gravity.
yeah. That's
yeah.
kind of what I'm getting at, right? Like, did you find it yet, Will? See if you can find. Type in. How would we describe
What was that
this?
called, Josh? What was it called?
Well,
That's
Jared.
the problem is we don't know what it's called.
No, I only know the concept.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't actually know the name of the
New
material.
plumbing.
It's some sort
type
of
in-
some
type
sort of
in-
vinyl urethane mix.
Yeah, type in like fuck, how would I describe
right. I'm trying to think.
this? Tube inside of a tube,
There you go.
plumbing.
There. That's perfect. That's
Tube
perfect.
inside of a tube, plumbing, and then something. Type in a version at the end. Type in a version of like malleable or flexible PVC or some shit like that, and see if
flexible PVC piping. How about that?
Yeah.
it's something
yeah.
like that, or vacuum tubing, or fucking.
Because I'd be curious, and
Don't type in vacuum tubing because you'll get old fucking
yeah,
amps and shit. But
I'd be curious, like if this material, this technology works for intake. A lot of old mains are
right.
lead based, right?
Yeah.
Lead based
That's
piping.
old.
I'd be curious how that would insulate against the lead. From a longevity as a human life form.
Right.
Well,
if it's
anti-lead
inside-
poisoning.
Ah.
You would think that the material's non-porous, right, or as close to it as you can get because
is
it's
it
dealing
PVC
with
or is
erosion.
it fiberglass?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either
It
way,
might be fiberglass because
it's-
I'm seeing
have to be
seeing
very
it in my head,
non-porous.
and I'm like, I don't think it's PVC. I
It
think
has
it's
to be
fiberglass.
I don't know.
Well,
It's-
yeah.
I just think it's
if
cool, and I'm
solid,
really
though.
glad it exists now.
Right. Yeah. It helps with older.
Try
houses and
balloon.
shit,
Try
yeah.
balloon piping, like fiberglass balloon piping. See if that gives you anything for plumbing. Fiberglass balloon pipe for plumbing.
You guys got any shows coming up? Massive Shadow.
I was going to ask you
Oh
about that.
yeah, let's get back to this, dude. Massive Shadow, one of the greatest band names I've ever heard.
God damn, really?
How have none of you
Thank
ever
you.
heard? How have none of you ever thought of this before?
It seems pretty obvious, but
It's a
That-
great band name.
That was the point. It's poignant and to display the atmosphere that we try to bring.
dude,
and I
in
think
that
we do a good
atmosphere-
job of that.
Oh my gosh! Oh my lord! Like even like my bassist for Isilic, he was just like, man, like there was something about the vibe. Like it was, like, do you know what are they called? They wear the gold masks.
Oh, Imperial Triumphant. You
There
actually
was-
compared us to them.
Yeah,
I was
and
shocked.
ulcerate and shit, like
Oh,
because you have that slow doom sludge factor, and then you build up into this like fucking triumphant Imperial Triumphant
Absolutely.
vibe, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, especially with your vocals and drumming.
Thank you.
Greg was like, I don't know what was happening, but the feeling and energy that was coming off was just spellbinding. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, I watched your whole fucking set, dude, just in mouth, jaw on the floor. Like, it was like, what is this band needs to play more. That's what
we
I
need. Okay, so here's where I'm at. We do need to play more, and we need to find our target audience.
Yeah, you need a
But-
million Aaron Laniks. That's what you need. Unfortunately, there's not.
What do you
many
mean by
Aaron
play more? Like shows?
Correct. Yes.
You would think that, but
well, we do need to play more shows.
For some guys, it's just like, no, we need to rehearse more. I was just,
oh,
well,
I wasn't
too.
implying anything.
No,
I'm asking a question.
I know you weren't, but like I thought we were going to connect on that one thing because we've experienced it enough to know like playing more doesn't always equal success.
correct.
It doesn't.
No, but it
Because-
will make you better.
It
Oh,
will
of
make
course.
us better. It's
I'm not
personal
saying don't,
satisfaction, the number one thing for me. That's
And
why
I'm
I
not
make
trying
music.
to do anything here. I was genuinely just
No, I
asking
know.
a
Yeah,
question.
yeah. No,
I-
I thought. Yeah.
I see. For me as a musician, I have the privilege to play what I want to hear.
Stay close.
Yeah.
to the
Right.
mic.
Yeah.
Yes, play what I want to hear. That's what I do, and so that is what I do, and so that the byproduct of that means that success, quote unquote, commercial success is secondary. However, we need to play more to find our target audience. To be
And
honest,
you mean
the
play
problem-
more? You
the-
mean just play more shows?
yes. When I say play more, I mean play more shows.
Just make sure you don't oversaturate your market. That's
We've played five.
That's what
sho-
everybody
We've
here
played
does.
5 shows. In previous bands, I've oversaturated the market with my bands, and it was the best time of my life. But
That's me.
that's not
That's
what
me.
you need.
That's me.
That's not what you need as a musician. So it's like I don't.
Well, you should play like every weekend or twice a weekend, but get out of town.
exactly.
Yeah, the only way, like, if you're using that model to like expose yourself by playing shows, then you just have to fucking tour. There's no other way.
Yeah.
And then you get the breaks, which
Or
you
weekend
don't have any.
warrior, or at least weekend.
It'll be
No, you
Weekend
need to
Warrior
get,
for a
like-
few years, and that's what I want to do. A lot of that. Now, here's my issue: is I have been so privileged with previous acts that I never had to book my own shows outside of house shows, and so I don't have a clue how to really go about it in an effective way.
Yeah, good luck. Nowadays, everything has changed so much.
It's
There's
like-
no right way to do it anymore.
I-
There's no hierarchy. There's no model. There's no gatekeepers. It's a bunch of niches, and you just got to know the guy.
And right now, that I'm trying to
that's-
find the guy.
that's-
I'm trying to find
Like
the.
it sucks.
I'm trying to find the
The
bands.
game
to
has
just,
changed
to
so
just-
much in a
to
negative
tag
way.
along with for a little while.
That's not going to work. You
Well,
can't do that.
it would be a foot in the door, and so that's what I'm looking for right
You
now.
need to get like 8 bands to do that with, and get your foot in 8 doors. That's that. I'm sorry. That's just what it is now. There is no 1 or 2 or 3. It's you got to do everything all at once.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not expecting it
sucks.
to be
Do you
an
agree, by the
overnight
way?
thing.
Well, I mean, so you and I have been around to experience enough doing what we've wanted to be successful in that it started out one way, and in our little microcosm
Yep.
of the local scene back
Yep.
then was a certain way.
Yep.
It's not like that anymore.
No, not
We've
at
all
all.
everybody's grown and like we
And this way
we
is
thought we
not
ruled we
better
thought
or more efficient.
right we just thought we ruled the world because we could pull like hundreds of people in
Yep.
Minneapolis, but
That
only
used to be me.
Minneapolis. That ain't gonna. That's you have to get out and you have to just do it constantly.
And you
Yeah.
need to
Me-
do it all at the same time, so you're earning credibility in all these.
Yeah, you
got
got to
to
keep going. There's no doubt.
Because what he just said is the most important thing, and everybody's going to gloss over what he said because nobody fucking listens anymore.
well, they
what
don't-
he just said is you build all this equity, but it only matters in this town.
Well, it's always
it
gonna
doesn't
be that way.
translate to the next town.
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean,
what
Dying
everybody
Euphoria
did
was
back in the
selling out the Rock, 300 cap venue,
I mean,
going
we
to
definitely weren't, but
well, okay, you
and
were
it was
get-
bigger than that. But your point still stands.
Yeah,
like
right.
we were doing well locally,
Yep.
but then we'd go out of town and draw fucking 12 people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's not uncommon, Jared. That's truly not uncommon for every band that I've heard that has been
But the
success. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
So the reason this happens though is because bands like mine tried to get big in Minneapolis and then thought
Yep,
we could
thought.
take that out of
Yep.
town. No.
And act
Doesn't
like it
work
was
like
going
that
to
at all.
translate.
No one gives a fuck about you out of town.
And you have to fight that. You have to go, okay, well, we're going to fight. We're going to make you like us.
So
It's
instead
gonna
of
be the work.
building 0 to 500 people in Minneapolis and then building 0 to 500 people in Duluth, what we should
Right.
have been doing is building 0 to 500 people in Duluth and Minneapolis at the same time.
Yes.
Building 0 to 500 in St. Louis, Milwaukee, Chicago. Travel your region. And that's how you also play every
Correct.
weekend.
Yep.
That's also how you, where you started with this, is play more.
Yep.
Yeah,
Get
play
better.
more, play more. Yeah.
Because I'm telling
prepared
you.
for that to be a thing. It's
Yeah,
just,
there's nothing wrong with like people have their like, oh, if you oversaturate, like, I mean, I get that, but like you're still
you're not
playing.
oversaturating
And you-
if you're
you really
playing
can't-
outside
Yeah, exactly.
the metro.
Exactly.
You know? You're
That's exactly the
oversaturating
point.
if you're playing the same circuit in Minneapolis.
well, you're just not going anywhere. You're still
exactly.
doing
You're
what
spinning
you
your
need to
wheels.
do. Yeah, just
Yeah.
spinning wheels. Exactly.
Which
Aaron's
is another
right.
way to
Exactly.
say oversaturating in my book.
Well, yes and no.
I mean, look at
those are
after the
two
burial,
distinctly
dude.
different things.
Like they played a shit ton in the Minneapolis scene, and guess what? They continued to fucking grow. So
Well, they actually, so they
Different era, though.
they
I know.
Well,
It's
they-
apples
hold
to
on.
oranges to a degree, but
yeah,
like,
and I don't want to Monday morning quarterback this thing. Like I really want to get those guys on, like
who after the burial?
Trent specifically.
Oh, God.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I know Trent. I got friends who know Trent. Like eventually,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know
get Trent, and we're gonna get the story. But from what I understand is, Nick Wellner
Yeah.
was already a part of the underground scene, the hardcore scene, and brought a movement
Sure.
to after the burial. And then they did not oversaturate the local scene. They played often and regularly, but while they were doing that, they were also doing everything else we
Yes.
just
Right.
discussed.
Yeah. I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I
by
shouldn't
the
say
way you
that
have to
they
go about
So by the time they started to blow up, they were also equally scared. Do you need to answer that fucking
No,
phone?
it's just my text.
Then
Do it
turn
now.
your
I
ringer
gotta
off.
take another leak
Turn
anyways.
your ringer off,
I'm
dude. It is
trying.
so distracting.
Oh my God! Everybody says it, but fuck you.
But from what I
I'm
heard,
gonna take a leak.
Sounds
Let's
like
get
a
back
robot.
to this.
But
I want to
from
get
what
back onto this.
what I
particular
heard,
topic.
and this is probably not true, but from what I heard is by the time they made moves and were building that momentum that we think about, they had been scaling back their local shows.
Oh, sure, yeah, and
It's not like they were playing every
overstated-
fucking
I
month.
don't mean to overstate the fact that they oversaturated themselves because they didn't. They did it right, but they played quite a bit locally.
For a
I
while,
just-
for sure.
You've seen
Yeah.
like on back. Goes back to musicscene.org.
And I might be
It's like-
100% wrong. Everything
It's
I'm
not
saying
even
might
about
be bullshit.
no, dude. Guess what? Being wrong's okay.
Well,
Like,
and I'm just saying I heard rumors. I don't know.
but right, and that's
This is
okay.
just what I heard.
Right. We both know different sides of
I don't
of
know
the same
shit,
story.
is
We're
what I'm
different
saying.
sides of the same. No, what I'm telling you, Jared.
Do
is
you
that-
know? Do you know those guys personally? Do you know more than
Yeah,
I do?
Trent went to school with our bassist. I was in And Hope to Die. This is circa
Oh,
2004.
great band name.
We played a show together. 7 months of nothing.
Great band name. And
That's
Hope
when
to
I first
Die. Was
fucking
it
met
Will
you.
in that band?
Yeah.
Star
It was me, Will
Central.
Zidek. Yep.
Star Central. I remember this show.
You remember that shit? You came up
Yeah.
to me and you're like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the fuck? Wow.
What did I say to you?
I don't remember. I just the way you came at me, I was like, God, this guy's got some fucking balls, dude. Holy shit.
Did I come up to you and be like, "You're a bad motherfucker"?
No,
and like
no,
super
it was-
intense, like in your face, like you're the baddest motherfucker in town.
No, it wasn't. It was something because you guys were on the show and there was something you needed. I don't remember it, but all I remember was the energy, and that's how we got to know each other. And I
Well, I apologize
respect.
for that.
No, you don't have to fucking apologize for that, dude. I respect the energy. It's just off-putting when you hear it in real life, but
Man, I
those
wish
peop-
I would have been better at that at a young at a
No,
young
dude,
age.
no. There's
I'm
no,
still not that great at it now, but
nobody is.
I
We all-
appreciate
we
the
all learn.
criticism,
We
dude.
just-
And people need to hear this because what I really want is for young guys to learn from my mistakes, right? Like hear these stories about how I came
Well,
across
now
the
it's a
wrong way and
different
did these
platform,
things,
dude.
You know?
Everything's a different platform now. You have to look at it from the perspective of now versus what it used to be, because it's not ever going to be what it used to be.
But just, I guess what I'm saying is like, the reason I don't try to hide or run from these things or feel shame about it is like, okay, yeah, I made these mistakes. This is my life. Young guys, take all the good shit.
Right.
Take all the good shit that we talk about on this podcast. Do that.
That's what I tell my kids.
And then take all the bad shit we talk about and don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm giving you a clear roadmap as a young musician. And what I'm saying does not apply to Minneapolis. This is
just
anywhere.
General knowledge.
If you grow up in Nashville, listen to what I'm telling you. Like this will make you go a lot farther.
Right.
Don't be an
100%.
asshole. Don't be me.
Or just try to be open to learning things. Like
If you could have my work
you're an
ethic and
asshole,
intensity and still be cool as fuck and a great hang, you're going to be a rock star.
and you'll get there.
If you could have my work ethic and focus,
There's just
but
like-
also be a great hang, you'll be a rock star.
You're a great. Why are we here talking and hanging out? Like you have the ability. Even Michelle said when you guys were at our house last summer, she's like, I had a great time hanging out with Jared and his wife. Like she's legitimately said that. We were talking about you the other night.
Yeah,
And-
people only dislike me because of shit I say online.
Yeah, but you can change it, and that's all.
Or you can, or
but
you
you
guys
don't have
can
to
fucking,
sacrifice.
or you guys can stop reading everything I write in a cunty tone. That's the other thing.
Well, and this is getting back. All right, okay, fair's fair, and that's getting back to Shane. Like I love, dude. Shane Patton is like I know he's a good person. I know he is, but when he comes off the way he does online about every little subject, it's like, dude, look, you don't have to say it that way every single time. You don't have to be a different person or disagree with yourself in order to fit the narrative, but you don't have to be a complete dick every time. Like it's and say really and I'm not comparing you to him because he's he said some
feel
shit
free
where
to. If I'm acting like him,
no,
compare me
you're
to
not.
him, you know?
You're not. You're not.
If I deserve the criticism, then give me the criticism.
The only
you know?
thing I
That's
saw
fine.
was kind of like, Jared, don't go down that road. Is you and Chad's discussion recently, and I was like, dude, let's both of you. I was like, come on, guys,
I hate very few people in this
because you
world.
don't ever get to that level. You
I
know,
hate
like,
Chad Erickson. I think
Well-
Chad Erickson is an absolute buffoon.
Okay,
You're
And
right.
the things he accuses me of are retarded and insane. He literally calls me a Nazi defender because he doesn't understand the nuance of saying, here's how the Nazis got created. And he goes, oh, you're defending the Nazis? And I go, no, I'm just telling you how they came to be.
no, I think there was.
He's retarded. He's a bad person. He's full of hate. Fuck that guy. Honestly, if Chad Erickson died tomorrow, I wouldn't even feel bad. Like, he's a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. No, he crossed lines. The shit he has accused me of, private message, publicly, all of it. No, fuck that guy, dude. He's on the shit list. Fuck Chad Erickson. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck. Call me a bad person. I don't give a fuck. The shit he has accused me of, publicly and privately, fuck him.
I got this one I'm working on yet, though.
Take a whiff.
I stand on business, dude. Dude, I'm fucking Jewish, dude. Watch the Nuremberg trials. You know why I don't call Trump a fascist? Watch the fucking Nuremberg trials. That's why I don't call Trump a fascist. Yeah, there's elements of fascism, but those are the same elements of fascism that happened under Obama.
No,
And same thing that
no,
happened under...
no.
Dude, you know what
Not
Obama
even
did?
close, dude.
You know what
Not
Obama
even
did?
Close. It's not.
Obama
Unless it was
murdered...
very discreetly that nobody saw.
Obama murdered an American citizen with a drone bomb with zero due process.
Fuck.
Obama did that.
Biden is.
Also, Trump did the exact same thing, by the way, just
Yeah.
so everybody's on the same page. Trump also did it.
You'll never convince me for a millisecond that Trump's anybody that I have respect for.
No.
Zero.
I'm not
You
trying
won't.
to. I'm
Well,
not
I don't know
trying
why
to.
you would, because you're not a MAGA person. Like, and if you had any,
Thank you for saying that, by the way. Oh, however, I am MAGA in the same way I'm Antifa. I got to say this as well. Let's clear this up. I'm MAGA as in like make America great again. The same way I'm Antifa, which is, well, of course I'm anti-fascist.
Yeah.
Well, duh. Like, are you going to tell me you like fascism? No, of course.
Fuck
So you-
no.
Right? So if I paint you into that picture, if I do that, because people tried to do this to me. They're like, so you're not Antifa? And I'm like, well, no, I'm not Antifa, dude, because They're anarchists and they're fucking causing riots. And they're like, you realize Antifa just means anti-fascist, right? And I'm like, yeah, they say that, but that's not what they're doing. And they're like, so if you're not for Antifa, you're pro-fascism. And I'm like, okay,
It's not.
I
so
get
cut
what you're
and dry.
saying. I get what you're saying. But in that same regard, if I dumb everything down to the language, then if you're not MAGA, then you hate America. Because if you don't want to make America great again, then you want America to fail, which is also
God, no.
super inaccurate. So you're right. I'm not MAGA, capital MAGA.
Not Donald Trump's "Make America Great Again" because
It's very-
But I do
want
wanna make America great again.
America great again.
Right? I do want to make America great again because
But
I
this
feel
ain't
like
the way
we
to do
were
it.
greater
It's
than
not
we
the way to do
were.
it.
No.
We're not
Now.
greater. Like
No.
this, we
I feel
are
like
in
we
the
were
No.
greater
absolute-
than we are now.
Yeah, back
Yep.
when George W. Bush was, and he was going through.
I think George
9/11.
W. Bush was a horrible president. I actually think George W. Bush
Agreed.
was worse than Trump.
He was worse than
Don't
Trump
see
on foreign soil. That's for sure.
Well, okay, sure, but
The
that.
reason I say that, hold on, I'm joking. The reason I say that
All right.
is because
All
I
right,
don't
bro.
think George Bush even ran the government. I think Dick Cheney ran the government,
Sure.
which makes him a worse president by default. Yeah, he was a. I don't even think he was really the man. I think Dick Cheney was the man, and that bothers me still to this day. That's why I say I think George and everything Trump is doing right now is only possible because of laws that George Bush passed post 9/11.
I think some of that's the case. He's been able to
That's
pass
why
his
I
own
say just
legislation.
to put it into
Yeah,
that's
no,
why
I
I say
got
what
you.
I say. Like
Yep.
like George Bush was a naive moron who was kind of a bro, you know? And
Yeah.
he let a lot of evil
But here's the
geniuses
thing. Here's the
pass
thing.
laws that fucked him
I'd rather
over.
have somebody like that that isn't a brash piece of fucking shit that he literally said Somali people are garbage. Get the fuck out of my fucking face, dude. No.
right.
You are a president.
They're pretty shitty.
That
As
is-
somebody who's lived with them for 25
you don't
years,
Say, no, you
like
don't.
they're pretty
Some
shitty.
of
Yeah,
them,
not
some
all
of
of
them
them.
fucking
You can't-
suck.
I've only
White
met
people are
a
garbage.
couple
Now what?
cool
Now what?
Somalians.
Hey, guess what? White people are garbage. Now what?
I've only met a couple cool Somalians. I've worked at collection
You're-
agencies with them. I've lived amongst them for 25 years. I've only met literally, and I can count on one hand how many cool, reasonable ones I've met. I don't know that I'd call them garbage, but what I would call them, and I have called them on this podcast, and I will never stop calling this, they are anti-American. They hate America. They're not here because they are seeking a better life. They're here because they're taking advantage of us. And I
Some of
know
them-
this because they've told me this to my face. For 25 years, I've lived in Northeast Minneapolis, two sides of South Minneapolis, and now North Minneapolis. Trust me, dude, I'm not a bigot. I'm not a racist. I don't hate foreigners. They don't like us. They're not here because they're seeking a better life. They're here to make money off us and send it back. It's not the same as all, and I mean all, the other immigrants that come here. It's a special group who has a very distinct group of motivations. And you can trust me, you can not trust me. I don't really care because what I'm telling you is my absolute observational, unbiased truth. This is what they've told me. They don't like us.
Mm-hmm.
They're here to take money from us, send it back to their country, and rebuild.
Right.
They're not
My-
here to
my
assimilate.
experience-
They're not here to become Americans. They're not here to become pro-gay, pro-trans, pro-women. No. They're here for the tax benefits, and they're here to get money, and they're here to rebuild their country. They don't like us.
Honestly,
they
it
don't
sounds
want
like
to
a great
be
reason
here.
to be here.
They don't like us. They don't want to be here. It is. It's frustrating, man. Because again, I've lived next door to these people, quite literally, for 25 years in multiple parts of the city, and I have met thousands of them. I've worked side by side with them in call centers at collection agencies. These people fucking hate us, dude.
They got family at home, and they came to the life of the land of opportunity.
They're not Cuban refugees escaping communism. Like, and specifically, if we really want to get into it, specifically Ilhan Omar. This needs to be talked about publicly. And honestly, I haven't even talked about this on this podcast, and it absolutely needs to be discussed. Ilhan Omar did not come here because she was oppressed and was escaping any version of fascism. The reality is, she is the daughter of a general of the Communist Party that was running Somalia and oppressing people. That government was overthrown.
Fucked.
Listen to me. That government was overthrown. She and her family were the dictators. They fled here because they were overthrown.
That's a bag right there.
And then they come here and start talking about the beauties of socialism and communism because capitalism is no, bitch, you were the oppressors. You were overthrown and you fled to America. And now you're spreading the same shit here. This is why, and I'm not saying Donald Trump's right. I'm not saying he's a good president. I'm not saying he's a good dip. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying the motivation behind why people are so frustrated with this group of people is because they were not the good guys. What they had over there failed. Mm-hmm. And now they're coming here and trying to do it here. That's the fucked up part, dude. She is not an innocent Cuban refugee escaping the yoke of communism, coming here for a better life. No, they were the oppressors. Mm-hmm. Ilhan Omar's dad was a general in the socialist government of Somalia, dictators that were oppressing and murdering people. They were overthrown by their own people, and they fled here. And suddenly this black female Muslim immigrant came to America, rise to the highest station that our country allows anybody to get to, and she still claims American, and I quote, American democracy and capitalism is racist to its core and it needs to be torn down to its foundations and rebuilt. That is a direct quote that I heard her say on the radio during the George Floyd riots. This is not anything any of us agree with. Right. But we are so afraid to be Islamophobes. We are so afraid to be bigots. We are so afraid to seem like we are xenophobes. And this is the Tim Walz administration that I'm describing, and I'm also describing you and me. Like, we are so afraid to be like, yo, because here's what we do. If we do this, we suddenly sound like Nazis. And I can say this from the bottom of my heart because I'm fucking Jewish, you guys. I understand what we're doing. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, when you have a group that's actually doing super bad shit, and it's one specific group of people, and you target them, how do you not seem like a Nazi? Like, you gotta bring in a few white people.
That is a very shallow method of that.
Hence, excuse me, the number one fraudster is a white woman. Yep. That's why we hammed her up. Because it's not just about the Somali. It's about anybody doing this crime. But these motherfuckers are robbing us blind. And they're using our democracy. They're using our laws. They're using our liberalism. They're using racism. They're using Islamophobia. They're using these things against us to prevent us from properly investigating them. Because if they were all white, they would all be in jail already. Because nobody gives a fuck about white people, which is why I made that comment on your post. That's literally why. Because I was like, no. If this was George Floyd all over again, the city would already be on fire. Yeah. But this time, it's a fucking little lesbian white girl. Nobody gives a fuck about white people. Nobody's going to riot over a white girl.
It's not the hot topic right now.
And trust me, people aren't going to riot. People will never riot for Renee Good. If they riot over this ICE shit, it's going to be because of shit that happened the other night, right? It's going to be about something that happens 2 weeks from now. It's going to be No one cares about white people.
Activism doesn't have to be violent. People have gathered.
It should
people
never
have
be violent.
Gone out and done their thing. They peacefully protested. They didn't riot.
If America,
That's
in
still
America, if
activism.
you
That's still
want
a
to win an
movement.
argument in America, you got to do it with money. You got to sue people. That's how we do things in America. It sucks. It's fucked up. Big corporations win those arguments
They always do.
oftentimes. However, we decided in the West that the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yep.
So stop bringing out the sword. Stop. It's just because every time you attack the government just brings more troops. Like every time we do this, it just escalates in more fascism.
That's why I don't bring out the sword.
You can't.
It's an
unless
unwinnable battle.
And I'm going to go back all the way back to the beginning of the podcast, unless you're willing to die. And then people like me will immediately switch our rhetoric and we'll be like, that motherfucker's a patriot. Died on his beliefs. But if you put yourself in harm's way and you do all these things that we're talking about, and then you get killed for it, and then you try to claim to be a victim, nah, motherfucker, you're not a victim. You were trying to be a martyr. You only get to be one. Martyrs aren't victims. I'm sorry, they're not. Because a victim is somebody who had their power taken from them, and they had no power.
The very act of murdering someone is taking their power from them.
But that's not what a martyr is. A martyr is somebody who dies for a cause on purpose, a sacrificial lamb who puts themselves
don't
out
see it
there
that way.
and creates a movement.
Yeah.
Look up what a martyr is.
I get you.
Look up the definition of a
Martyrdom
martyr.
is a concept.
Well, boys, it's way past my bedtime.
What
so I'm
time
gonna
is it?
roll. It's like 10:30.
Holy fuck, we got to go to bed. I got to work in the morning. Martyr is a person who is killed or made to suffer because of their religious or other beliefs, a person who displays or exaggerates their discomfort or distress in order to obtain sympathy or admiration. Therefore, I
She was
think you
not a
guys are
martyr.
right. I think you guys are right. She meets definition number 2.
Then that's the thing. There's two different,
She
two
meets
distinct
Renee
definitions.
Renee Good meets bullet point number 2. I guess Renee Good's a
I don't-
martyr. I'm wrong. I'm gonna admit it right now. I'm
I
wrong.
don't think
I
she
guess
did
in
what
every
she
possible
did.
way, she
I
is
know
absolutely
you're
a murderer.
misreading that, dude, because she didn't do this to like obtain sympathy or arduation. Like, no. She
I think
had
that's
no
exact-
idea she was gonna get murdered. They pull up next to her. I'm not mad at you, guy. Boom. There was no hate, anything spewed.
Dude, that is the definition of passive aggressive, dude.
Well, that's just Minnesota.
I've been in that situation 1,000 times. Those people that act all peaceful. Oh, dude, I'm not doing anything
come on,
wrong.
dude.
Oh,
You can't.
Oh no, hey, I'm
There's
not
a
aggressing
benefit of
you.
the doubt. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you shave off 3.5 minutes before that. I get it, dude. No, I think she might be a martyr. I think she might be a murderer.
Victim.
A martyr.
An absolute victim.
No, she's not a victim.
100%,
She put
yeah.
herself in that situation.
No, not to get killed.
over it.
That was no.
Get over it. You guys got to get over it, dude.
Get over my ass, motherfucker.
I love you, Aaron.
Your flat little ass.
I was just going to say, get over your ass is a super easy accomplishment because you don't have a butt. You don't have a butt, dude. I can get
I
over
got the
that
same
ass.
problem.
I can get over that ass in about 2.5 seconds. Faster than I can run a 40-yard dash. Aaron, where can people follow you in your bands, buddy?
Oh, Plague of Stars is playing a show this Saturday. Bring out the community. We're going to be a safe space for y'all. At Zora Darling. East Silix playing at the end of the month at Amsterdam. And, yeah, just look up. There's too much. I can't. Here, find me at. I can't. I don't even know. What's that, buddy? I do, but don't go there, please. I'm just a lame-o. I am, dude. I sit at home. I wake up in sweatpants at 8:30 and move my mouse on my computer. Oh dear Lord, no. Thank you, Josh. Specifically, check out his band. You want to check out a band? Is Massive Shadow? Cause, oh my goodness, check it out. Jared's doing some shit too.
No, I'm not.
With Montoya Machine.
No, I already retired. I'm not drumming for
What?
Montoya anymore. No.
Oh,
I already
fuck.
went back into retirement.
oh, why?
We'll talk.
I'm gonna
after
just
the
call you a
podcast.
dumbass.
We'll talk after the podcast.
Now I can
That's
vehemently call you a
disappointing.
dumbass on that.
Follow Massive Shadow. Follow Aaron Lanik. Fucking all. We'll put the links in the description.
Lanik.
If you want to follow me, everything is Jared Singer Live. I am not drumming for Montoya anymore. I
that's
may
a
or
bummer.
may not be drumming for other people coming up soon.
Ooh.
I may or may not be open for hire.
Jared's going to be drumming for everybody till that kid pops out.
No, it's not going to happen. But if here's what I'm going to say. I got my own solo thing going. I'm trying to do a little thing. Probably never going to happen, right? Because it's hard.
You gotta make it happen, man.
Things are
it's
tough.
in your blood, dude.
Things are hard. But also, man, if you got a dope project and you just need a guy to show up and fucking record, or you need help writing, I mean, I might be open, Yeah, I got a lot of shit going on, but just hit me up, dude. If you want me to drum, if you want me to write guitar, if you want me to help you produce a record, if you just need referrals of who to work with, maybe you don't even want me. Maybe you're like, hey, Jared, you know a lot of people. I need a guy to do bass. I might be able to fucking hook you up with a guy. So hit me up, man. Jared Singer Live.
That's what we're talking
Massive
about, Jared.
Shadow.
Yep.
Thank you.
Fucking Aaron Lanik.
Bow.
We love you guys. Like,
out. Have a good
subscribe,
night.
share. Have a great night.
Get on
Cheers,
it.
everyone.
Everybody, peace. We love you all.
And
okay?
stop living
That's
in
what
your
we
echo
want.
chambers. Do more of this.
No,
Stop
peace.
living in your echo chambers and stop.
Say peace, Jared. Peace, love, and
You can
no,
do it. You can do it,
Say
Jared.
it. We said it for you. Come on, baby.
Stop defriending people because they disagree with you. I love you guys.
Yeah, that's the best we're gonna get.
Love your
Peace.
neighbor.
Peace. Is that what you wanted me to say was peace? Peace. We love you guys.
I thought I was the oldest one here, but I'm not.
We're out of here.
Love you guys.
Jared Singer Extravaganza. Jared Singer Extravaganza. Jared Singer Extravaganza. Sit back and put your hands up for Jared Singer Extravaganza. Jared Singer Extravaganza. Jared Singer Extravaganza. Sorry, but it's time to go. Tell somebody that you know. We hope you enjoyed the show.